got some Johnny Cash.
Oh, Beastie Boys. That's the record.
Stole Donnie's record.
If I'm going to lose out to you, losing out to you makes it all right. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed yourselves as well. I would have to say that this is the most fun doing anything promotionally for a radio station I've ever done in my life. This has been great, man. Thank you guys very much. And thank you, Becca. Congratulations. All right, we're out for Music Record Shop. 105.7 The Point, everything alternative. We are backstage. We are at Busch Stadium.
Busch
Kirk
Stadium.
Hammett from Metallica joining us today. Thank you. It's absolutely an honor to get the chance to meet you.
Cheers, likewise.
All right, so first we're going to talk about things that are not music related.
Okay.
I saw your Instagram post on Friday night about coming to St. Louis, looking for some comic book spots.
Yeah.
Did you find any?
Well, I found one spot, but you know what? I didn't have time enough to make it to the place.
Sure. It happens, I'm sure.
Or another.
Hey! Good morning, everybody. Hello. Oh, man. Here we are.
Here we go.
Back in action. Back in action. It's Thursday. I'm so happy to be here.
Me too. As am I.
Sun is shining. I'm in a good mood.
What puts you in such a good mood?
I don't know. You know what? Lern asked, can you touch your toes? And I was able to. So
we started
things off right.
Hey, the good news, I was able to touch Riz's toes as well.
So. Well, Scott witnessed it too, so I'm able to still bend down without bending my knees and touch my toes.
Still got it.
Still got it, guys. Woo!
Buddy boy. That's beautiful.
I'm going to put that on my resume.
That is a big deal. That did feel good when we finally were able to do it.
Yeah.
Kind of. Maybe that's our new routine, our new tradition.
Hey, I like that.
Right? Like, okay, guys.
Touch your toes.
Before you put your headphones on, touch your toes.
Touch your toes.
I like it.
All right, now we're ready.
Now, remember there was a while we were doing push-ups or we were doing something before the
yes.
show.
Oh, yeah.
We would sit on the wall, or what's it called?
Wall sits?
Yeah, wall sits.
Yeah, we were fit and trim.
We had a lot of weird traditions. We also played soccer every morning.
I remember that.
Was back.
That was smart.
That was back in the Union Station Emmis days.
Those were fun traditions.
Yeah, well, this building is not conducive to that.
No.
Well, the office is empty. That's plenty of room to go play around in.
That's true.
In the cubicles?
We could go out there and do all sorts of weird stuff in the fountain, but we'd get in trouble.
No, you can't. You can't. Yesterday was a weird day. It was like gloomy. Yesterday was like a caca day, wasn't it?
No, but then it got beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know.
It cooled
the
off.
gloom. I don't know. I felt the gloom all day.
Well, then you weren't outside. Because
You're right.
Yeah.
Right about, I don't know, 2 o'clock or something? Because I was at a party that was outside. It was supposed to be an outside party. There was swimming, pickleball, and all that. And it was kind of gloomy, a little sprinkly and all that. And then about 2 o'clock, sun came out, and it was glorious because it was sub 90.
I don't know.
Oh, man, it was perfect. No, yesterday was
maybe I wasn't outside enough. I don't know. People were in a bad mood.
You think?
Yeah, I got a couple messages yesterday from listeners that were like, screw you guys.
No,
that happens.
That's okay, man.
Hey, you're going to shed some people, all right? It's a new era.
No.
I don't know what to tell you. It's okay.
You're living your best life.
99.99999% of the time, like, But it was like yesterday, it was like gloomy, and I was going through emails, and I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
And there was a theme. There was a theme to the emails.
What was the theme?
Oh, no.
You guys need to start punishing yourselves again.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot more of that. People, like, because Real or Fake is gone, and people want you guys to be punishing, which it was. I mean, that's a staple of this show.
Right. Hurting ourselves.
Hurting yourselves.
Yeah.
Not hurting, H-E-R-D, but hurting.
Right. Yeah.
No, we do have this Riz Olympics thing we're going to do probably this fall.
We keep saying that we're going to do it.
No, it's going to, well, there are other factors at play, and you know that.
Yeah, I do. We're trying to find people to support it. And it would be a really great opportunity for people, if they want to sponsor something,
right.
to come on board.
Right, without getting too much showing how much a sausage is made.
Okay.
Keep it vague. But there are other factors having to do with this. But I don't know, people just like seeing us get hurt. That's it.
Yeah, they're little sadists, these listeners.
Are we going to get our Riz Olympic suits printed and like made in China, or are we going to do U.S.?
No,
we
China.
Have to do US.
Okay.
Oh.
No, it's China. We're on a budget.
Yeah.
Whoever we get stuff the cheapest.
I do love that.
Whenever we were doing the opening video for Riz Show live. We were in the flight suits. And, we had a budget. And, Moon and I were going through different flight suits to get. And there were cheap ones and there were expensive ones.
What was my take on that?
You wanted the expensive ones.
I was like,
the nice one.
I will not do it. I will not participate unless we are legit.
It was the right thing to do.
No, we chose the most expensive ones, probably on listed on Amazon. And there was a bit of a, because again, behind the scenes, you were like, oh, I don't know if they're going to go for this. I go, I'll push it through. They can't say no to me. And there was a hissy fit. There was a hissy fit.
We got it, though.
From upper management. Like, you can't spend as much money on flight suits. You're going to use these once.
Yeah.
How do they know that?
Wait till you see the video. I've got a great idea,
Yeah.
and we need to look legit.
What if we put the big boss in the video, and then all of a sudden he was like,
That's
yeah,
not
everything's
even-
cool.
that's not even it.
Heck yeah.
How much you spending on flight suits? What?
Yeah.
That did help though, and strategically when I was writing the script, I did put like his name very early on, like Big Boss John will be here.
That was
and
before.
be the star.
No, this was before the script was even written. This was they're going line by line, and they're going, okay, we rented out the pageant. Okay, we got this much for security. I see flight suits on here. $1,000 worth of flight suits.
Who will be flying?
What is this? Can you justify this line on the Riz Show Live budget?
Well, yeah, we're going to wear it numerous times.
Hell yeah, we'll use these all the time.
They know what we do on the weekends.
We're doing the home run derby in flight suits now.
I'll be honest
Not
with
a
you,
bad
I really
idea.
don't know where mine is.
Mine's in my closet.
Dude, I got mine. I had to
mine's
wash it because
folded
it smelled
nicely.
so
It
weird.
stunk.
Mine's hung up nicely. And
It's probably in my garage, I'll be honest with you. I don't know, somewhere.
That's a good place for it when you're doing all your welding.
Yeah.
yeah,
Or when I'm doing all my flying.
get your drone out.
Dude,
put
don't
that
lose
on.
that. You'll,
No, I'm not going to lose it. I'm going to use it
okay,
again.
I was like, we'll
I
definitely
promised.
use that. Mm-hmm. I've got an idea or two.
Oh, yeah?
Yes,
For use of the flight
You
suits?
know what? We're going to.
I really do actually.
Yeah, I think we could use that.
No, so anyway, so yesterday I'm reading through some of the emails and hey, you guys need to do punishments and blah blah blah. Somebody said you're really phoning it in.
You're welcome.
I go, man. Okay, I get here early. I get here before anybody else in this building.
Mm-hmm.
Do my best to entertain the masses. 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. Listen, some stuff is hit, some stuff is missed, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if this person just wants to see me get hurt. And is that the only thing?
Yeah. Yes, it
Does
is.
this person just want to see me like in physical pain?
It's not just you. I think different people listening want different people of the shows to be hurt.
Right.
Everybody has a favorite, everybody has a least favorite, and they want the least favorite to suffer.
And you know what? With what's going on in the world, I think maybe we need to do this. We need to hurt each other.
Oh, we need to suffer more than
I think we
everybody
need
already
to
is?
suffer for everybody's happiness.
Okay.
Yeah, it's reasonable. I mean, we're in showbiz. and
Yeah.
Showbiz is where it is right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe we need to suffer physically for people to be happy and go about their days. Maybe for world peace. I don't know.
Did you guys create world peace with your suffering before?
No.
Okay, well.
We came close.
So close. So
We
close.
came pretty close.
Scott's nipple tattoo on the stage of Pops really, really brought the planet together.
Yeah.
Listen,
Let's just say this.
Look at my nipple tattoo.
Let's just say.
God, it's so big.
It's so big.
It looks so good.
Yeah, things were going pretty good at that time. I mean, we had a cheesecake factory in Chesterfield. We had a
That's
Hooters up in
closing.
Florissant.
Now look.
I mean,
Look at us.
All right, punishment's coming, you dickheads.
what?
Wow.
Don't answer these jerks.
In other news, and Moon saw this on the screen when we walked in the studio today. We had, got a big TV screen in here showing the local news and a giant hole in the middle of a soccer field.
Doesn't even look real.
And you're like, bah, fake. I go, no.
No, I just said, is that real? That can't be real.
That's real.
Alton?
Oh, yeah. Did you see the video?
did.
that was an
It's
Alton.
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it looks
I just
like,
saw like the light go.
It looks like
Oh, no.
Batman.
That's in Alton.
Looks
I
like
didn't
a
realize.
crater.
I thought it was overseas or something.
It's,
No.
it's a sinkhole.
It looks like that third Batman when he does the thing to the football field.
Oh, yeah. Heinz
Oh,
Field.
yeah.
It looks like the very beginning.
Bane.
Well, that explains
Of Bane.
because there's a light pole that arose in my backyard today. So I guess it just whoosh, zipped up in there.
Sinkholes freak me out. It's like one of the things, the natural wonders of the world where I'm like, oh man, and there's tons because we have such a cave system underneath us here in the Midwest.
Well, and there's an answer. There's an answer as to why that happened.
Oh, good.
So, and it was, and it's all on surveillance video, and you can check this out. It's readily available. It's going actually viral worldwide because it's such a crazy scene. So, surveillance video shows the moment a sinkhole opens up at Gordon Moore Park in Alton. This happened yesterday morning. And this is on a soccer field, an area where benched players would be sitting during games. I mean, the whole thing just disappeared.
Well, this is not the starters. You know what I'm saying?
The hole is 100 feet wide, 30 feet deep. Thank God nobody was using the field during the collapse. It was in the morning.
I mean, it doesn't. So they have some drone footage of it in the sunlight here, and it looks fake. I mean, it looks straight out of the which Batman is that?
Bane. It's Batman.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yes, Dark Knight Rises. Thank you.
So the sinkhole was reportedly the result of an underground mine owned by a company called New Frontier Materials. So I guess there was a mine collapse not far away that caused that.
Wow, look at that, dude. Wow.
According to the company that owns the mine, the impacted area has been secured and will remain off limits for the foreseeable future while inspectors and experts examine the mine and conduct repairs.
So how
Nobody
many
was
mines?
injured in the incident. There's a lot of mines in that area.
That's what I'm saying. Like, unless you're like in the industry, or you got some family that's miners. Like, how do you know? I mean, like how many mines are out there, and where are they?
Yeah, and
what are they under?
how far down does your mineral rights go? Like that land there, who
Listen,
owns
I'm
that?
not sure.
How the heck?
I know it's one of the most dangerous jobs you could do is working in a mine.
Yeah, my dad was a coal miner.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I got to go down in a coal mine a couple times as a child.
Man.
Which
You wear
was
masks
bizarre.
down there?
No.
What? The
It
black
was
lung,
the
Pop?
90s. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, my grandma was on a board for the black lung and tried to get.
Oh, she was on the Black Lung board?
She was trying to get rights and medical coverage for miners back in the 80s and
Wow.
90s.
Smokes.
And so, yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I just remember my dad coming home, and we had a coal furnace at his house, too. And I don't know if it was coal from that actual mine or how that worked, but my dad would come home and just be covered with soot, you know?
That's
Yeah.
wild.
No, what? You had a coal furnace?
Had a coal furnace.
Was it like working for AB? Like they send you home with a free
think
six-pack?
so, probably,
A
yeah.
bag of coal every
They probably
Friday?
did. Like one of the little benefits. Because
Did
there
you have
weren't
to
many
shovel?
benefits.
Did you have to shovel coal into the?
He was down. He would actually be like chipping away at things.
No. I mean at the
Oh
house.
yeah, we had a coal closet. So like I would take my friends down there, and and it's terrible. Like I love the smell of coal, and it's something you just don't ever smell these days. And so I would take my friends, and you'd walk in, and that whole room was just covered in dust, like black dust, and we had a huge mound of coal, little charcoal things.
Oh, yeah, those are cool.
Everywhere.
That
and then he would
sounds...
take the embers out to the back alley and smash them up, and that essentially was
The
what
only-
our alley was made of.
Oh, the
so
only
dangerous.
coal I could reference in my own personal life. I know a kid named Cole, and I remember one year, my parents, as a joke, got my brother coal for Christmas.
Nice.
Like actual
Way to go,
coal.
Roseanne.
Yeah.
Like coal in his stocking.
Wow.
Did he cry?
He was bad.
Oh yeah.
I cried too. My Uncle Kenny gave me some, and
Oh yeah.
darn it. Yeah, the coal thing's pretty neat. Have you ever heard "Never Leave Harlan" or "I'll Never Leave Harlan Alive"?
No.
That's a great song, but it's about coal mining.
I was coal miner's daughter, Loretta Lynn.
Oh yeah, that was
jam.
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
think
were.
it's a
You were
cool-
the coal miner's daughter.
Is that what this is?
This is neat, though.
Is this sinkhole? Is that a coal mine that we're talking
I don't know
about
what kind
here?
of mine it is, but it is the result of a mining collapse.
I think they were mining for soccer balls.
And there are tons of mines underneath in the area. Tons.
Yeah.
More than you realize. And the man, they spent this particular municipality, which is Alton, they spent over $1 million to renovate the park last year.
I say that field looks beautiful.
It looks fresh.
They spent, I think it was $1.5 million.
Hey, guess how you get that money back very quickly?
Well,
Yeah, and they're saying the city is not expected to probably pay for this.
No, not. They better not.
So it's 100 feet wide, 30 feet deep. There was the light pole that just completely swallowed up.
Yeah, that's a wild part
It
of
is
the
a
video.
wild
Look, it's
picture.
not even there now.
So there are, yeah, it looks like something out of a movie, like a bomb went off. There are 2 soccer fields right next to each other, happened kind of right between them.
So here's my question.
So half of each field sort of got swallowed up.
All I know is it's summertime, and it doesn't matter what day it is. There are practices and games with these kids all the time. And this is in the daylight. How is there? I mean, what a blessing that nobody was out there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. They spent $1.5 million 5 years ago to complete the new turf, soccer, football fields, concession stands.
But I mean, look, it's in daylight, and no one was on that field. No
It's
one.
a miracle.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, and thankful how incredibly powerful these companies are with their safety stuff, that this rarely happens, and no telling how many places on our planet that's happening underneath your feet when you're walking around.
Taylor says he lives in Alton. Mine is literally next to the park property. My house is 5 miles away. We all have mine subsidence insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Say what?
Oh, really?
In case something happens?
Yeah.
The field is right next to a rock quarry.
Mine,
Most mine shafts are only 5 feet tall. Generally, if a mine collapses, it doesn't cause a massive sinkhole. There's usually another factor attributed to a bigger sinkhole. Yeah, they'll figure it out, and hopefully it's limestone quarry.
Ah,
So they get limestone.
For all the limestone.
So, I mean, listen, hopefully they'll figure it out, and the city's not going to have to pay for it. The mine will pay for it, and it'll all be fixed up. We're all good. Next thing you know,
Yay.
the kids are back on the field.
Look at that.
Sporting.
What do you use limestone for?
All kinds of stuff, right?
For the production of lime, cement, paper, plastics, glass, paint, steel, and other products. Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's used in
Road
a lot
and
of
building
stuff.
construction.
Yeah, using a lot of stuff.
No
Here's
kidding.
another story I read. This is out of Jefferson County. Probably one of my favorite stories of the week, just how they wrote it, how this article is written on Fox 2's website. It has to do with a Hells Angels biker and how he beat up a couple diner employees. Not a great story,
No.
but the way it's written actually had me chuckling at my desk. Not the story, not the contents of the story, like the overall, yeah, it's a bad dude. How would you handle this, by the way? If you were working in a diner out of Jefferson County, a man who claimed to be a member of a Hells Angels biker club has been jailed for allegedly assaulting staff at a Jefferson County diner last week and later threatening sheriff's deputies. According to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office probable cause statement, the incident happened on June 18th, which was, last week and a half ago. Law enforcement did not identify the business or provide a general location. Okay, probably for everybody's safety. How do you handle this? Moon, Lern, Scott, you're working at a diner. Victims and witnesses inside the diner told deputies that a guy enters the business smoking a cigarette. Employee asked the man not to smoke indoors as they were a non-smoking business. The man said, yeah, I'll stop smoking when I'm finished with my cigarette.
Good answer.
Employees asked the man to leave if he was not going to stop smoking. How do you then handle this situation, Moon? This is clearly a biker.
Yeah, this is an easy situation.
I don't know, man. I would probably... I mean, you got to read the room. You got to assess the situation moment by moment. So it's really hard from over here to say, like, I'm not seeing his facial expressions. I'm not seeing, like, his tone. I don't know. I mean...
I don't know if he's wearing a vest with a Hells
Of course
Angels.
he is.
I think they're required to wear them.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
If he's out scootering around, he's going to be wearing that.
it's not that I've had a ton of experience.
I don't think Hells Angels scoot around.
Every biker that I've ever talked to has been pretty freaking cool, man. It's pretty cool, and as long as you show respect, you usually get respect.
Okay, but you are working in the diner. Hells Angels guy walks in, smoking a cigarette. You go, sir, you can't smoke in here. He goes, I'll stop once I'm finished my cigarette.
Only the cooks are allowed to smoke in here.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I would probably say something like, dude, I get what you're saying. That puts me in a rough position because that could, if my boss comes out here and sees me not enforcing that rule, I could get in big trouble, man. Could you help me out here? Maybe I'll go outside with you and have a cigarette. I don't smoke.
I'm taking the path of least resistance here.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I would request it again in a slightly different way to just try to gain a little bit of like, hey, support here. Like, hey, man, I'm not asking you because I'm a jerk. I'm not asking you because I don't like you. I'm not asking you because I don't want you to smoke. I'm asking you because it's a thing, and I got to enforce this Can we play cool here? And if not, like, do your thing, I guess.
Man, you got to start with the question. You know, we could do this the easy way or the hard way. How do you want? And then
I'd love for you
if
to
he
start
wants
it
the
that way.
hard way, then you go out, you pull those little streamers out of his handlebars, and you teach him a lesson.
I'm right in the middle of both of you. First of all, I'd put on my Suction Boys battle vest.
Yeah.
And then I would take my switchblade comb out,
Oh,
of, my
yes.
out of my pocket.
Start combing your hair.
And then I'd point the comb at the guy and I go, nobody F's with the babysitter. And he would get that reference from Adventures in Babysitting. And then he would put that thing out on the driveway and then he'd be gone. Yeah. So that's how I'd handle it.
I'm really sorry. Can I get my scrambled eggs to go?
Suction Boys, rise up.
Yeah, I'm just going, okay.
Yeah, all right.
All right, man.
Yeah.
You want one menu? Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, you heard it here. No smoking after he's done with his cigarette.
Yeah. I'm like, man, I'm making like $10 an hour.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You got
man.
I'm
muscles
working, you know.
Let's say you own the place. Let's say you own the place. Riz is back there flipping toast or, you know, whatever you're doing. You know, flipping eggs, you're doing all that. And you got the window and you're sweating and you're hanging up the tickets and whatever. And you see your son who's working the front, who's working the counter. And he says, hey, can you put that cigarette out? And they say that. What is Riz?
And
the
it's a Hell's
restaurant
Angel?
owner?
Hell's Angels guy?
You don't know. You're assuming it says Hell's Angels.
He's got a skull with a
Man,
flame on the
I
back.
see.
You know what? You don't know. You don't know. You can't. Your eyesight's going
It could
because
be
it's
that.
You're
steam
not
in
very
front of you.
consistent
Christian
then.
biker gang.
What do
Because
you mean?
we've talked about your Italian imaginary restaurant before when anybody's like, when there's a screaming baby in the dining room, you get your gun out and you cock it. So why aren't you doing that for everybody?
Because it's the Hell's Angels.
Well, you don't know that.
So that's the line.
He
right
Yeah.
there?
respects them. He
all you
respects
see,
those
all
fellas.
you
Yeah.
see is a vest
Dude.
and a tone.
Or in Section Boys. What are you talking
It
about?
doesn't matter. I'm all about self-preservation at this point and the self-preservation of my business. Do I want to be known as that bar or that diner that is not friendly to bikers? No, sir. In Jefferson County? No, thank you.
Yeah, but I don't know. This is giving bikers a bad rap. You're acting like every biker out there is like acting like this. And
I'm
that's
not
not
saying
true.
every biker.
My dad was in a biker gang back in the 70s.
I in no way said every biker. In this particular situation, I mean, that's a line out of a movie. Sir, can you put your cigarette out? Yeah, I'll put it out as soon as I'm done with it.
It'll put itself out.
That attitude right there, you're like, yeah,
You're
cool,
right.
Thank you.
Can I
Thank
get you an ashtray, sir?
That's where you ask him, have you heard of Have Bible Travel?
So
That church down the street, they do biker stuff.
employees asked the guy to leave if he was not going to stop smoking, and then things certainly escalated, culminating in the biker punching two employees in the head multiple times and then throwing them, and this is what in the article it says, tossing one of them across the entire diner.
This is a movie.
Big Frank in the house. Wow.
Tossing one of them across the diner.
Huh.
I'm imagining by the seat of his pants and by the neck of his shirt.
I'm imagining Pee
And a
Wee Herman.
heave-ho.
Okay, after you do that, what kind of tip are you supposed to leave?
Just a pack of Marlboros. on the
My only
counter.
experience with the Hells Angels, I was at a concert. It was at Giant Stadium, and I
Mm-hmm.
was backstage, and I happened to be walking up a ramp out to the parking lot behind the stadium, and Hells Angels were there, and they had all their bikes parked nicely up the ramp, and they had two gentlemen who were there to guard the bikes, and I got a little too close to the bikes.
What'd they say to you?
Get the hell away.
Nice.
And in not the nicest of terms.
Sure.
Really?
I wasn't in danger of hitting them even. I was too close for their comfort.
Dude, why do this is the scene. And this scene is embedded. It is embedded in my being. Is
From Superman 2.
From Superman 2, when he's in the restaurant and that dude is like messing with him, you know, and he's like, you know, he's Clark Kent at this point, so he's just nerdball and it's kind of smoky in there, and there's like a TV in a corner, and you know, it's like straight up diner.
Well, and the guy's getting mouthy
and,
with
yeah, the guy in the flannel is just mouthy with the waitress, and then, you know, Clark Kent comes in and nerds out and then gets his whole revenge. I mean, this is what I'm feeling.
and tosses the man across the diner.
Yeah, anytime you talk about this kind of thing happening in like a greasy spoon kind of diner, I'm straight Superman 2.
Dang.
1980 Christopher Reeves. This scene, because it was such a, I don't know, man, just such a scene that
Yes.
you can see happening, and then you hear, it's still happening. People get tossed across diners.
Tossing across the diner.
Yeah.
That's the cool.
Okay,
I think of
so-
Pee-wee's Big Adventure whenever he's like, I say we let him go.
No. So the ambulance comes, transports the employee that was tossed across the restaurant to a hospital. He suffered a broken hand, stitches, possible fracture to his back. I messed this guy up. The suspect left the diner, drove away in a blue Chevy pickup truck.
Hey, wasn't even a bike.
Witnesses provided deputies with the license plate numbers. Deputies traced the vehicle back to a guy, went to his house. Deputies claimed the truck was parked in the driveway, still warm when they arrived at the house. A couple of days later, well, they tried to get this guy. They couldn't find him. They attempted to contact him to no avail. A couple of days later, deputies claimed to have spotted him and a woman leaving a gas station in his truck, pulled the car over. During the stop, the woman said she was at the diner that night and confirmed this guy was involved in the altercation. When a deputy attempted to arrest him, he allegedly became belligerent and used various 4- and 5-letter swears at the deputy. Again, this is all in the article.
This guy sounds rude.
And shouted, "Hell's Angels," and a curse word. Which, by the way, people are on the instant feedback saying if he really was Hell's Angels, he wouldn't be yelling that he's Hell's Angels.
Yeah, I was just saying, I don't think that's part of their code of conduct.
What do you mean? He's got the vest on, though. What's that? What's the difference?
You could do the knockoffs.
My favorite line is coming up in the article.
Stolen
Okay,
valor.
all right.
Stolen valor.
My favorite line is coming up in the article. Deputies claim he threatened law enforcement at the scene, yelling, quote, "I'd eat you like a soup sandwich. I would break you in a second, you little bitch." When asked if he would like to write a statement, he advised the deputy to eat a bag of genitals.
Wow. That's a different one. Normally it's suck a bag of, you know what?
The heck is a soup sandwich?
The best is
Yeah, like what is a soup? Like soup sandwich combo? Like what are we talking about here? Two for one?
It says
I don't
it's-
know.
he just
it
left
says-
a diner. I'm sure it's a soup.
It says it's a military idiom that refers to any situation, person, or sequence of events that is an absolute mess,
Dude,
out of control,
the fact that
complete
it
disaster.
says here-
I'm a soup sandwich.
The fact that it says here, he advised the deputy to eat a bag of genitals.
Advised.
Advised.
I
the
would
deputy
I advise you to eat a bag of
eat
genitals.
A bag of genitals.
That's great.
No way that was verbatim. That was a little bit looser, I bet.
During the drive from the scene to Jefferson County Jail, the probable cause statement claims this guy told the deputy his wife was following them. She was armed. He allegedly said he was good at looking up addresses. He'd be out in 15 minutes.
Sounds like a smart guy.
He'd find the deputy, break his arms,
Oh my.
Ooh.
and finally reiterated that he'd, quote, love to eat you like a soup sandwich.
Again, I'm just very
He
interested in
remains
this soup
jailed
sandwich.
without bond.
I was to say, this guy sounds like he's about to get a rude awakening of the real Hell's Angels who may be in prison there.
I'm not going to say he is. I'm not going to say he isn't.
Right.
Okay?
Well, because
I'm
he's
not-
good at address
I'm
looking
not
up.
getting involved, Scott.
He's good at looking up addresses.
I didn't know that there was a big four of motorcycle
Or
gangs.
dresses.
Because we always hear about the Hells Angels. Can you name any other motorcycle gangs?
The Mongols.
The Mongols.
All right, Hell's Angels, Mongols. Oh God,
The one
The
down
Pagans.
the pagans.
The
Yeah.
Outlaws. The Banditos. And
Oh
Hells
yeah,
Angels.
Banditos is big too.
And so, this is on Wikipedia.
The Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah,
Right.
Arnold down in Arnold's the bubblegum gang.
Contend that Wikipedia, carry out widespread violent crime, organized crime, including drug dealing, trafficking, and stolen goods, extortion, etc.
Well, the Hell's Angels are in the news because they arrested an entire chapter yesterday.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, really?
An entire, all of them, like one chapter, I think, out in California
Good heavens.
for kidnapping. All of them in one group. Yeah, I just thought the eat a bag of genitals line really had me going.
It's pretty
made
good.
the news.
Made the news. That
Yeah,
was put
appreciate
in
that.
print onto a reputable news source's website.
We're just here to report the news.
That's it.
What was said was
I'm not
said.
going to judge.
A lot of these members that were arrested out in California are very young. Like, you think of Hells Angels, you think of, like, the Rolling Stones security back in the day.
Like
that they're all in their
days.
70s. And, like, the youngest one on here is 31 years old.
Nope, they're still active.
They're still active.
Don't go near their bikes. Learn that. And if they want to smoke inside, just let them.
Yeah.
Just let them go.
And Moon's right though. You meet some of these folks and they're rarely ever terribly mean. You know, they're pretty nice to your face at least.
Again,
if you're kind to them.
you show respect, you
Yeah.
get respect. Typically.
Yeah. Compliment the bike and walk on.
Yeah, everybody's saying that soup sandwich phrase is pretty odd to use in that situation.
Well, it's a good reference, though.
It's a great reference.
I'm not going to forget it.
Yeah. In other somewhat local news, a bunch of people send us this story. This is out of Lebanon, Missouri, which
It's
is what?
Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Yeah, down by
Lebanon.
Springfield.
I'm sorry, not Lebanon.
Yeah.
That's the country
That's the
of.
country. Lebanon is
Lebanon.
in Missouri.
There's a Lebanon, Missouri.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They got a
yeah, I think
famous-
I've driven through it.
They-
They got a
got a-
famous dirt track down
And
there.
they've got a really nice water tower. It's got painted leaves on it. It's very pretty.
How gorgeous.
Yeah, but they have a dirt track down there that, like I think Richard Petty drove on at one point way back in the day. But it's a legendary place.
So they're known for.
they're racing.
The
and they
racing.
have the cutlery
Oh, yeah. It's got the
case. And
the big case outlet.
Oh, okay. Okay. I've stopped there.
Yeah, you see that on the right, and you see the water tower on the left. You gotta go through it to go to Springfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see it.
it's a nice
Lebanon.
little town.
You kind of cut right
Yeah, it's
through.
about two and a half hours away.
Yeah, it's not far.
Anyway.
Yeah, Clifton's aunt lives there.
Laclede County, that's where Lebanon is. They arrested a woman accused of spiking her husband's Mountain Dew with Roundup. Keeping it local.
Right.
Yikes.
Keeping it
Monsanto's
keeping it in Missouri, huh?
I thought this stuff was safe.
47-year-old Michelle Peters facing charges of first-degree domestic assault and armed criminal action. She was arrested Monday. Cops say she added the Roundup to her husband's Mountain Dew on several occasions during the months of May and this month. They also say she spiked the drink with insecticide.
No, honey, this is just a surge.
Investigators say he started to suspect something was up when, after drinking Mountain Dew a couple times, he started feeling sick.
Oh, man.
And also, he's a stoner and he couldn't get high anymore.
Isn't it kind of
it's a
interesting,
weed
though?
killer.
We spray this all over our grass and stuff. It gets into the groundwater. Nobody bats an eye, but
No.
putting it in a Mountain Dew,
It's totally safe.
The
It's made by a
victim-
medicine company, Bayer.
The victim gave a surveillance video to the cops that showed Michelle tampering with the Mountain Dew in his garage refrigerator. He said he's the only one in the house that drinks Mountain Dew kept in the fridge out there. The sheriff says Michelle finally admitted to putting the weed killer in her husband's drink. Says she was mad because, and she had a great reason, guys.
I bet.
Can anybody fashion a guess as to why this woman, who was probably going to go to jail for a very, very long time,
Boy.
What
Is
was
he
the-
cheating?
Was the charge attempted murder?
no, right now it's first-degree domestic assault.
I mean, how is it not attempted murder?
I don't know how they come up with these
He
charges.
didn't cut the grass.
he was driving her nuts. Like the
Okay,
ants in the
I'm
house.
going to need specifics.
Cheating.
So he didn't cut the grass, cheating.
He didn't hang the new light fixture in the bathroom.
Like fixture. Okay, you're all wrong. One more guess around the horn.
Okay.
I got it.
Penis was too small.
Wow.
Hers?
No, okay.
Or his?
That was not an idea that
Decent
we would have
guess
had.
though.
My goodness. Didn't know
Small
that,
dong. we'll
Didn't
just
know that
say.
was such a violation. Oh man, I don't know. Let's say, you know what? He's been just a lazy bum.
Lazy bum.
Lazy
Dang
bum.
That's what I was going to say.
I go lazy bum.
All right, well, I'm going to say then he didn't fill up the car all the way, and it was on E. when she got
Didn't
in.
put gas in the car.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you that Michelle, the wife, spiked her husband's Mountain Dew with Roundup weed killer because he didn't appreciate the 50th birthday party she threw for him.
Oh.
All
Well,
right, now I see her side. Okay.
what an ungrateful guy.
I know. What a jerk.
Terrible.
This is why she's not going to be in that much trouble.
Hey, even weirder. Put that together. So this isn't some like I hate this guy. We're just roommates. We haven't had sex in 30 years. I hate this guy. I'm just going to poison him and get rid of him. She just threw him a birthday party.
Right.
She just threw him a birthday party. So clearly she is doing something. She cares about,
Right.
there's like an active relationship of some sort where she's throwing the guy a birthday party and trying to kill him.
Yeah. And what's fun is all the friends that came over to that are going to think twice about the food they just ate.
Exactly.
Dude, isn't that wild though? We grew up in a time where every other movie, comedy, drama, whatever, people were spiking drinks. Freaking Dumb and Dumber, dude. Like these
Or they'll put like date rape drugs
just
or
everything
or
was like
laxatives.
laxative.
it was like
Yeah.
the the Deus Ex Machina for like half of the comedies, from Meatballs to whatever, was some sort of like, oh, how do we get out of this? Oh, let's just knock this guy out.
How do we get her to love me?
Yeah, we'll drug his drink at camp, and then we'll do a prank. And like, it was just like so normalized and whatever. And yet, it's not until recently have I started actually being worried about my drinks. You know what I mean? Like, you hear these stories and you go,
try being a woman, go to a nightclub, huh? Am I right?
You are right.
Yeah,
Am I right?
That would be terrible.
We got to have nail polish that tells us if our drinks are spiked or not.
Oh, they have that now, right? You
can just dip your finger in there.
Like your fingernail changes color. Yeah, we got the technology.
That is really
It's like a mood ring.
Wow, that's
You are
cool.
being drugged. Okay, I will not accept this drink. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like 16 Candles, I love that movie, but Michael Anthony Hall's character, like, I think he drugs the pretty popular girl to like sleep with him in that movie, and everybody's like, and then you think about it in retrospect, you're like, ooh, that did not age.
How about Revenge of the Nerds, where they shut the lights off and the head nerd guy has, makes love to the hot chick.
Oh,
without her knowing?
Without her knowing.
Oh my God.
Wow. Hey, different times.
I mean, what else are you going to say? It really was. It was so normalized, and like we all grew up with it. Again, I mean, if you think about it, look it up. I'm sure there's some list that's been made.
I don't think
it was fiction.
People didn't do
People
that.
weren't actually doing that in
People weren't
public.
actually doing that
That
in
was
public.
for entertainment
For
purposes.
entertainment. That's what I'm saying.
Like maybe they were kind of perverted people writing these scripts, and they're like, this will help maybe normalize it.
Well, that's what it makes it look like, which I don't think is probably the case. I don't think every writer or whatever. I mean, it's
it's also
done,
larger than life situation.
Again, yeah, it was probably done once or
Embellished.
twice, and it was a successful Deus Ex Machina as far as getting out of certain scenarios. And then it just became a standard in the writing. I'm not saying it became a standard for these people's lives, and they were putting it into their entertainment.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as a kid, we're watching all this kind of stuff, and you would think by 10 years old, I've been like, nope, if I'm not cracking the lid, you're not giving me a drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I remember
but none of us thought of it.
But do you know the scene I'm talking about in Revenge of the Nerds? I don't know if you.
I don't remember that.
I've never
It's
watched
been
it.
way too long.
I wish I would have seen it.
What
when
was
I
the main
10, so I
character's
would've-
name? Not Poindexter. The other guy, Lewis.
Lewis.
Louis Klonknicht.
Oh,
What is
Skolnick?
that? Skolnick.
Louis Skolnick. So in the movie, he tricks the hot chick into sleeping with him. He goes into the room when the lights are out,
Yeah. I've never watched it.
and she thinks she's having sex with somebody else.
Okay, here's an article from 2019. Because again, like all this stuff is now being
Re-examined. Which
under a modern microscope. And here's the title of this. Here's the headline: Revenge of the Nerds filmmakers address controversial rape scene. Quote, I regret that.
it was the time.
Yeah.
Listen, and that's not an excuse. Like, it was the times.
No, I'm not saying nobody's saying it as
nobody's
an
saying
excuse.
it that
They're saying
that
it's
way.
like you do have to use an appropriate microscope. If my kids saw some of this kind of stuff, I'm like, how could you watch that, Dad? How could you say that's one of your favorite movies? Like, people give me crap because I say that Sandlot is my favorite movie. And Squints, manipulated the scenario and faked drowning so he could kiss Wendy Peppercorn. And shouldn't you object, Moon? Shouldn't you be against the Sandlot? And it's like, dude, stop it. I didn't make the
that's a
movie.
kid
It's a movie.
I didn't make the scene.
And also what's interesting is like we watch that and we like are cheering for Squints because he's the nerd and he's he was so in love with her and we look at it and go, oh my God, that's so cute. And then but you start thinking about how people will adapt that into reality. That's why people want to blame like video games for mass shootings and things. It's like not everybody is going to take what they see in a movie and then act it out in their actual real life.
Oh, he wore a mask. I'm sorry. In the movie, he wore a mask. It wasn't the lights were out. In Revenge of the Nerds, he wore a mask.
Yeah.
And do remember,
I do think
fast forward a few years, and Squints, Michael Papadopoulos, whatever his name is, and Wendy Peppercorn, they got married and ran the pharmacy and had 9 children.
Yeah, it all worked out.
9
And I was
children,
gonna
for
say,
goodness
about the
sakes.
video games, I do think they do influence kids because I don't know if you noticed recently, but there's a lot of kids trying to chop trees down after playing Minecraft. I'm just like, you naughty kids, stop that.
Anyway, back to the Mountain Dew, the husband survived,
Good.
and here is a woman named Jackie who owns a business next to the accused and the county sheriff talking about the crime.
Wow, that's all I can say. I just recently found out that she was working next door to me, but that doesn't make a difference.
Is there more to the story? Yes, there is, and all that comes out in court.
I just hope things work out the way it's supposed to through the judicial system.
Yeah. And apparently in Missouri, there is no attempted murder charge.
Oh,
it's not a thing.
Yeah, right. It's just,
What?
Really?
Yeah,
No,
I think
it's
they call
worded
it's called
differently or
something else.
Oh, same thing.
It's not like that's not a crime.
Okay.
It's not called attempted murder.
Interesting.
I thought it was here, but
Still a felony or something, though?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
dude,
gonna say.
we knew
This
a
woman
dude.
will get locked up is going to be locked up for
All
a
right,
long
good.
time.
Yeah.
We knew a dude that got drugged, and it was a bad situation. Like he drank the whole thing, and I don't know if whoever was trying to they were trying to drug his fiance, and he took her drink, and finished it. You remember this? And then got crazy weird, and we're all like, "Hey man,
Is this somebody I know?
Yeah,
Was I there?
Yeah, you were there. We were all there, and we're like, "What the hell happened to him? He had 2 drinks and then just fell over." And he was like out, and we just thought like, man, he must have been pre-partying or did something we didn't know.
Oh.
And then later it came to find out he woke up like he lost like 6 hours, didn't know.
Oh, I vaguely remember this.
It's terrifying.
I'll remind you. I don't want to say names.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I vaguely remember the story.
It'll all come back to you. But it was a oh my gosh, and this was in a fairly, I'm not going to say sterile environment, but a fairly like protected environment. So like nobody knew who it was. I mean, this stuff is frightening when you hear about it. Obviously, this guy's got his garage fridge Mountain Dew. He's probably not
and
assuming
I
it.
didn't appreciate his 50th birthday party enough. What do I have to do, Michelle? What do I have to do?
I want to know how you don't taste something different in your Mountain Dew.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it's Mountain Dew.
It's
man.
Mountain Dew,
Be
man.
fair.
You can clean battery terminals with it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, aren't
Well,
you kind of signing up
destroy
for
the
a
terminals.
little bit of a tummy ache? I love
Right?
how-
Can't you use Mountain Dew to clean battery
I thought
terminals?
that was Coca-Cola.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think any of that
What
stuff
I-
because the acid they put in that.
Or is that just fake for those videos for something to jump out and scare me?
I don't know. I don't know. You want to talk about scary? Here we go.
All right.
Another story. This is another animal attack story. We seem to be having a lot of these. Right over the past couple weeks, animals attacking.
Yeah, land and water.
Land and water. More shark attacks this year than I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Or at least read about.
Me too.
We got bears roaming around Baldwin,
Gators and Bonterre.
gators in Bonterre. A woman visiting a French safari park and zoo was reportedly attacked by several wolves over the weekend. Wolves
Where was this?
in France.
Okay.
This poor woman, 37-year-old woman, visiting this zoo/safari in France. She decided to go out jogging after spending the night at the lodge. The woman, out for a run, accidentally entered a safari zone. Oh,
How do you
man.
accidentally
I don't know.
get out? Get out of here.
The
Well,
woman-
the problem was it was written in French.
The woman accidentally, she's from France. She's from Paris. The woman accidentally entered a safari zone Sunday morning that's usually only accessible by car. The area has open spaces where animals like wolves and bears, they roam freely.
No,
She was running, and the wolves pounced
I don't fully
on her
buy.
as she was about 900 feet outside of the lodge.
I don't fully buy this.
What do you mean?
So she's staying at a lodge.
Staying at a lodge
So
at this
she's
safari.
paid. So she's paid. She's done enough research where she knows that even if she's not there for the safari, this lodge is a part of a safari. Okay.
So she's a healthy woman, decides to go out for a jog.
In Disney, what was it? Animal Planet?
Animal Kingdom.
Planet. Animal Kingdom. Thank you. They have a safari thing, and there's like gates and all that, just like at Grant's Farm when you go into the bison park. There are gates for the trams to come in and out of. She either had to jump a fence or go through something.
Well,
that's
think of like Lone Elk, which I guess the wolves would be able to jump over that, but they have those, on the ground.
The grates.
No,
Yeah,
you
the
look-
grates in the ground where so you can just
the cattle
enter in.
grates.
So once you get in there, but I guess wolves, obviously would not.
She's
said
not
she
walking over
got it.
cattle guards and then getting into bear zone. No way.
She accidentally entered a safari zone, usually only accessible by car. She ran past where the wolves were, and they pounced on her as she was about 900 feet outside of the lodge.
You understand my confusion here.
Yeah.
There are mechanisms to keep the animals within.
Right.
And the people out.
Right. So she had to pass those mechanisms
Yes, I agree.
in order to keep.
I don't know the layout of this particular area.
That had to be a big, big fence that she went.
Listen, bro.
Jurassic Park fence.
I think she was doing something silly. I think the likelihood of her trying to do something silly, getting attacked, and having to have a story that isn't going to get her in, double trouble.
Those wolves messed her up.
I bet.
Nothing scarier than
She was
Parisian
bitten on the
wolves.
neck, the calf, the back. She's in serious injuries.
People try to steal animals, man. Remember, I told you we went to that safari, or I'm not sure what it was called, but it's a koala park in Australia, and they've got you can like roam with the kangaroos and kind of hang with kangaroos and koalas, and they have wallabies and what's the little one? That's wombats. And they have a
Tasmanian devils.
Yeah, Tasmanian devils, and they have a cassowary there. That bird that rips people
Pretty
to
little
shreds.
guy.
Yeah.
And they told us, like, hey, man, somebody tried to come in because those wombats, I guess, are fairly, they're like the cutest animal. The name doesn't fit their face.
I know.
But, they apparently they're fairly valuable, and they have those fences and all that to keep the animals in, but more so to keep people out because people try to jump in and steal these things. And the last time that we were there, a month before we were there, somebody tried to jump the fence and get to the wombat, but the fence that they jumped just happens to be one of the 4 fences that keeps in the cassowary, and the cassowary killed the guy. They found him in his car with his bowels in his hands.
What?
Just one swipe.
He got swiped by that velociraptor talon. Didn't know what it was because it was in the dark. Apparently bled and got back over the fence, and they found him in his Corolla in the parking lot.
Oh, man, there's a video, and you could find this readily online, of a drive-through safari where I guess the husband and wife, I guess it was the husband and wife and the mother-in-law were in the car. The wife got into a fight with the husband. She got out of the car, and a lion dragged her into the woods.
Whoa.
Oh, look! Can you look it up?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, this one's tough.
Do you see that one?
Yeah, because
she survived, but the mother-in-law went out to get her.
I thought it was the husband that went to get her.
No, the
His
husband's like,
mother-in-law?
guys.
He's like, you guys are on
your own.
Smart ladies.
Okay, terrifying moment when lion attacks and drags away elderly man. Okay, that's not it.
No, that's another one.
Yeah.
No, this is a drive-through.
Oh yeah,
drive-through
here it is.
safari.
Moment woman gets out of car to argue with boyfriend and dragged away by tiger.
Tiger.
Wow.
So they're on one of these drive-through safaris.
Which I'm sure has a sign or two that says under no circumstances
Should you get out of the car?
Right.
I would think that's pretty understood.
Right.
And I'm sure before you drive through.
Oh no! Look at that.
Yeah, she got out of the car to argue with the boyfriend.
And that is a full-on Siberian tiger. Or no, it's a Bengal tiger.
Yeah, the second biggest cat out there, and dragged her into and the mother got out to help her, and
such a bummer.
Yep,
Got eaten? The woman got eaten and killed?
Moon's got it over here. Warning footage contains content that viewers may find distressing. Okay, Lern, you want to watch this?
Sure.
I don't think you're going to see anything.
No, you're not going to see anything graphic. So, it's a drive-through safari. White car comes to a stop. I don't know what's going on inside the car.
Looks like a
But
beautiful
the
day out.
woman gets out of the passenger side. She's all pissed off. She's now going to go around to the driver's side to dress down the boyfriend. The boyfriend opened up the car. He's probably saying, "Get back in the car, please."
Yeah, he's like, "Hey,
get back in the car."
There's a tiger.
And
Oh my
a
god! A
tiger comes and drags her away.
So he did run.
So the husband did run after her, and then we don't see anything. Then he's telling the mom to stay in the car.
Oh, thank God there's crews.
The
Okay.
safari crew comes.
Safari crew comes.
So they also. What happened? What was the ending?
The mom died.
Oh, okay.
Woman sues safari park for deadly tiger attack.
No.
That's the
I don't
next
think
story.
that works that way. I think you played into what those cats do for survival.
We used to have, I've told the story before, we used to have a drive-through safari at our Six Flags at Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey, where you'd go and the monkeys would jump on your car and rip your car antennas off.
Yeah. Aw, like, sick of you people.
You want some new windshield wipers? Let's go to the safari park.
I get it. They're sick of these.
Anyway,
closed
so
traffic.
this woman, she attacked by wolves, sustained serious injuries, bitten on the neck, calf, and back. Zoo officials say they are investigating.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are with me, right? This is most likely somebody checking something out or trying to steal something, or right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come on. Oh, how did I get in this safari park?
Here's
Get out of here.
Yeah, looking this up, it's a huge place.
here's something a bit. Oh, that particular
Yes,
French.
I mean, that's going to be
safari.
heavily fenced in and
Holiday World. They have a safari there.
Yeah, and Splash and Safari.
But,
Yeah,
but I know the
Splash
splash, and the safari part. I don't hear
I
much
don't-
about the safari
I don't
part.
think.
No, I don't
I
think there's a
Splash
safari.
and
That-
Safari. It's a water park.
That's the water park. They have water coasters and all that kind of stuff. I don't think there's any.
Okay,
animals.
so because I've never been.
Except for all the people traveling from Missouri, because we go all the time.
I've never been. So I know it's surf and safari. I thought the surf was a water park. I didn't know if they had.
No, so Holiday
the
World.
safari.
So Holiday World is the roller coasters and all. It's two parks. Holiday World is all the roller coasters and your crazy coasters over here, and then Surf and Safari is the water park
Splash.
that has its Splash and Safari, whatever it is the
Okay.
Hurricane Harbor of it. But they have more, and they have like water coasters.
So when they say safari, it's not really a
Right.
safari.
It's just fun. They got like palm trees and stuff and animals, fake animals.
It's very cool. It's one of the coolest parks in the Midwest.
I do like taking the little train through Grants Park
Yeah, it's fun.
or Grants Farm.
Oh yeah, they've reached out multiple times, and at some point before the summer is over, I'm going to drive.
You're going to drive the train.
Good.
You guys got to come down though, because I want to.
I will be on the train.
We're on the train.
And to your left is the
I will
Paradise
be on the
Deer.
train. If they would let me be the guy to let you drive the train.
I want to drive and talk.
Yeah, but you got to drive the train.
Well, you just
Yeah, you
hold
gotta
two
have one
separate
guy in
things.
the-
I'll drive it, and you
gotta be in
hold
the
the
back.
walkie-talkie in front of me. And
That's two separate things. It's
No.
two separate jobs.
Just let them do it.
Okay,
Fine.
you're right. No,
I'm
no, no.
gonna.
But you got to be in
do
the
the
caboose.
Silver City thing where I get to
Choose
be
your
the,
battles, man.
the guy that robs the train.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
that
can
would
be
be
the
fun.
bandit.
Yeah, let's do that.
Coming up
I
on the
love
horses.
that.
All right,
That's
all
the
right.
job.
You sit in the caboose and you do the tour.
I want to be an old school hobo on the train. You know, with my little
Hobo.
sack
That's
lunch.
not a.
That's not the
Back in
preferred
the day.
nomenclature.
No, it's not the preferred. That's what I want to be, though. Like from a silent film.
I'm gonna be
Thanks.
a Pinkerman.
Right on.
Dustin says, yes, I went to Great Adventure and the monkey ripped the Mercedes hood ornament off my dad's car. Yeah, you know. If you know, you know. This was a thing.
There's free antennas.
Like,
when
you'd
you
go
leave
to
the
Great
park.
Adventure and you drive this safari, and when car antennas were a thing, like if I drove my Jeep through it, and my Jeep still has an antenna, that antenna would most likely be gone.
Dang.
It would rip side mirrors off.
Oh my goodness.
Expensive day out.
Yeah. All right, here's a fun little thing. Every now and then, it's nice to take a break from reality. And imagine a world where a genie visits you with an absurd offer, right? All right, so clear our minds, everybody. If you could be given 5,000 of anything that starts with the letter Y, what would you choose?
Two things immediately hit my mind.
If you could be given 5,000 of anything that starts with the letter Y, what would you choose?
Okay, can I start?
Go.
It's harder than you think, actually.
No, it's not. I'm going value here.
God.
Give me 5,000 yachts. I now have 5,000 yachts for
Boom.
sale.
Boy,
Well, you know what?
that is.
No, you would have 4,999 of them for sale. 'cause
Okay, yeah,
that's
you're
what
right. I was gonna
that's
say, you know what? I'll keep one.
Yeah.
I wrote yachts down too, and I would sell 4,999 of them.
Sure, dude. Yachts.
All right.
Man, that is
5,000
more than
yachts.
mine, I guess.
Yachts off the table.
The second thing
Okay.
I thought was yellowfin
Wait, you
tuna.
can't keep going.
You can have sushi every day?
No, that's like $40 a pound.
He's gonna eat through all of
Those
our
are 100-pound
guesses.
fish, man. I'm selling that stuff. You know how much money is in tuna and yellowfish or yellowfin and all that? I'm
You know how
a
much
fishmonger.
refrigeration you have to have for that? You got to really...
I've cut
No,
them
man.
open. And
Like
never
if you
found money.
if Genie comes to you and says, in an instant you'll have 5,000 or whatever,
Yeah, I've got a fish.
you've
market.
got to really.
Well, I mean, you just said yachts. Like, where are we going to put those?
I
man?
could put 5,000 yachts wherever in any lot.
Okay, the tuna will. The refrigeration will be paid for. It's
But he snaps a finger. You have 5,000 yellowfin tuna right now.
I know the answer.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. I got some friends in the restaurant business.
You need
Let's
to act
go.
quickly.
I understand. I understand.
You need to act quickly.
I need
That fish is going to go sideways.
all my
quickly.
chef friends and friends with pools will be getting phone calls.
All right, 5,000 a watt.
I'm going to the Chesterfield Mall, and I'm going to fill it up with 5,000 yellow lab puppies. Thank you.
Okay, what do you like
man.
for dogs?
What am I going to do with the dogs? Make people happy. Come to my it's Yellow Lab Park. You come and you just roll around the floor with all these
There's
puppies.
already dogs.
We do yoga.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
already dogs out and about that need to be adopted.
Now
you
there's
have
so many puppies
I'll
are just
take care of
euthanized.
them
Yellow
all.
lab.
I'm going to have the food delivered, and I'm going to feed them all, and it's going to be a great time at the Chesterfield Mall before it blows up.
All right, that sounds
Thanks.
fun.
Yellow diamonds, yes, that'd be a good one.
Yep.
Somebody
How about
put-
yaks? Did anyone have yaks?
Yaks is also on my
I want
list.
5,000 yaks.
5,000 yaks.
What about
not-
years? Can we have 5,000 years?
Wow.
No, don't get greedy.
Whoa, can you give them out? That would be cool.
Yeah, I
right?
want to get their gift years.
I know what I
Yeah,
want.
Like here, you know what? You've been really good to me. How about an extra 10 years?
You know what?
That's
you deserve
very
it.
nice.
That's pretty tight, right?
You know what
also
I would
said-
like is 5,000 yodelers.
You would.
I said 5,000 Yetis, not like the tumblers.
Yeah.
But like,
the coolers.
no, like an actual Yeti. Because
That's-
nobody would mess with my Yeti army.
Right
Somebody-
on.
My
lot of
army
money
of
in that.
Yetis.
Somebody in the
that.
chat just turned into StubHub. They said 5,000 Yankee tickets.
Oh, damn, dude.
Not a good idea. You
That's
can
kinda
sell
I
those.
mean, for what? Like a Tuesday night
Big
game? What
party?
are you going to do with 5,000 Yankee tickets?
Sell them, man. We're all turning these into businesses. She's got a puppy farm over here. You and I have a yacht business. I'm looking for more refrigeration for these fish.
All right, if we're going to sell them, Yankee tickets, if we're going to pick something with a Y,
Yeah.
just yellow luxury items like 5,000 yellow Lamborghinis.
Yeah.
Okay, so
5,000 yellow suitcases with cash inside.
is that the genie's gonna boop you on the nose and say that's cheap?
5,000 Yamaha
That doesn't
products.
count. Okay, Yamaha that
Yeah.
counts, and Yellow Lab counts because that's the breed name, right? So
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's
Practically, though, 5,000 Labradors.
So cute,
It
right?
is.
I mean, that's a lot of dogs.
that's a lot of dog
Cute as
food.
That's a lot of dogs.
That's a lot of
That seems
food.
like a lot of problems.
A lot of happiness going on at the
Zero
Chesterfield Mall.
shoes left in your house.
Yeah.
lot of poop in the living room.
Guys,
Which
don't
is
think of
cool.
the logistics, all right? Logistics starts with an L. We're not thinking about that.
Think about your poor delivery driver, how much food
I
he's going to
know.
be bringing up to the
I'm on the
porch.
side of the delivery driver people with their dog food, their 50-pound dog food.
5,000 yams.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with that, Riz? You going to make a bunch of yam pies? It's
I'm
Thanksgiving.
going to cut them in half. I'm going to plant them. I'm going to pick them in the spring and repeat the process again. I would sell them on my new yam farm.
Yeah.
What about 5,000 yesterdays? So you get years for the future, but you can go back to 5,000 memories.
Okay, so that would be, I did the math on that.
Like
so that's-
actual yesterdays?
So you say yesterday. So I wish you get back 5,000 days of my life, which would take you to about October of 2010.
Holy crud! Now
I'm down.
can I use these vouchers at any time?
Yes.
No, he says
Oh.
to you right now, listen, you 5,000 or whatever.
Oh, like right. So if
That's all I'm
if
saying.
I
The
choose
yellowfin tuna
So if I choose 5,000 yesterdays, it's 2010 all of a sudden.
at 2010, yeah.
Am I the same age? I just like time traveled, or am I? Oh, there's a lot of questions I'd have to throw before that one. Somebody in the chat said 5,000 yen. That's like $50.
Like
It's
$30.
It's $31.
Oh, okay, I was like,
$31 American
That's
money.
like
Yes,
okay. The
please.
genie's like, okay, idiot.
Somebody said 5,000 Yadier Molinas.
Okay.
Cute.
An army of Yadier Molinas.
younger yachties.
You got to catch them all.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that still counts. Younger yachties.
Younger yachties.
Younger yachties.
Still with a Y. How about 5,000 yoga pants?
What?
Yeah.
What are you, Lululemon?
Yes. I'll start my own little Lululemon shop.
You'll sell it to all the new yacht owners in the country. Because I got discounted yachts, baby. I'm going to undercut every yacht maker out there.
I'm going to invite you guys over to my house because I got 5,000 tubs of yogurt.
Yeah.
5,000 years of income
Yeah, I love it.
Holy smokes. Yeah, right now.
right now.
They're going to be like, here's the income,
5,000 years.
but do you get to pick the earner?
My income.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Even 5,000 years of any of our income would be a significant amount of money.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. That's a
I think
good
that's the
one.
way to go.
Years of income. Years of income.
That's
Genie might cheap you on that one, too.
Why?
Well, I mean, come on, man. That's kind of not in the spirit of the request.
Why?
He's gonna go. Stop trying to.
I could do the Yetis, but I can't do the years of income.
Yeah.
Can you ask of certain occupations, or do you have to keep your own current one?
Oh, 5,000 yeses to the next 5,000 questions I ask people.
Oh no.
That's a good one,
is
Jesse.
Smart.
Have you guys ever done that where you tell yourself, all right, today I'm only going to say yes and see where it takes you? Because remember that movie Yes, Man?
Mm-hmm.
I've tried that
It's
before.
fun.
It's kind of an interesting little challenge for yourself.
Yeah, it's a fun experiment.
5,000 shares of YouTube stock. What's that at?
I don't know.
I had Yahoo
YouTube's
stock.
not
Darn
public.
it.
It's owned by Google.
5,000 yo-yos.
Ooh, 5,000 Yoko Onos.
Right on.
Hey, and that's the problem. And see, and you're gonna have one of those monkey paw situations, or I don't even know.
It's a monkey paw.
You do Yanni as well?
But what if it's like a smart ass genie and you go-
5,000 Yannis? Yeah.
but you say 5,000 yeses, and all of a sudden, bam! There's 5,000 of that band following you everywhere you go. Mariachi style.
Sweet.
Just like a lot of keyboards.
Owner of a lonely everywhere I walk. Damn, all right with the song.
Just in stereo. 5,000 yeses. See, this is why I don't like to play these games, because I feel like with our luck, we're going to get some smart-ass genies. So whatever we say, it's just going to be misery. You know?
That's why you need to be surgical with your answer.
Surgical. And I mean, like, really, take a breath. Do not make a sound. When this genie asks this question,
I
you
will
just
say,
sit, you meditate.
What could go wrong if I said 5,000 years of my income?
Right.
They're going to say, okay, here's 5,000 years of your income when you were 8 years old. You cost your parents X amount of money. You go in the hole. This genie is screwing you
I'd say
somehow.
Current yearly income.
But that's not.
Sometimes
it doesn't start with a Y.
Sometimes I stutter and I would be scared. I would say, "Yo, Genie," and then he'd give me the 5,000
5,000
yo-yos.
yo-yos.
I didn't.
There you go.
You're now the new owner of Duncan's.
This guy's an idiot. Okay. That was a fun exercise.
That was fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Our mind is clear. I think we're ready for the next thing. All right, that's brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. Hit up happy hour weekdays from 36 for $4 pizza, burgers, or wings at Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. From Godfrey, Illinois, April Curtright is our team. April has been a fan of the Riz Show since 2018 when her brother introduced her to the show and has been a fan ever since. Loves starting off her days with the Riz Show and appreciates the games, discussions, and all-around banter between the crew, which helps her get through her day. April loves the way her words, masterfully put the show together every day. Moon's positivity, King Scott's one-liners, she says does not go unnoticed. Lern's contagious laugh, and Rafe's wittiness. Even though she misses Jeff on the show, she's still very fortunate to wake up with this crew every morning. Thank you, April. That's very nice of you. April Curtright from Godfrey, Illinois is our Team Riz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we will take our first break of the morning. We'll come back with this week's Craigslist Freak of the Week. That's right. 3 brand new ads. Lern's going to read the ads for us. You guys will name the ads via the chat room or through our instant feedback. We'll name the ads. You guys will vote for your favorite ad, one of these ads, moving on to the Freak of the Year playoffs. It is 7:08. It is Thursday. Your first look at the traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bomberito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. So go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Things are looking pretty clear on the highways as of now. Your point forecast, lower humidity and sunny skies. High of 89. Right now it's 67 at the Point Studio.
All right, guys, welcome back to the farm. So it's a Sunday, and we got a whole crew here doing stuff. We're going to work in the field today. So this will be the final episode of the farm series for now, but I'm sure we'll return back to the farm at some point. So I'm going to show you what's going on here, the progress of the plants, how those elderberries are looking, and we'll look inside the house, and I'll tell you about some future projects we got coming up here. And there's our tractor, courtesy of Herb Equipment, the Captain Riz tractor. We're moving some poles. Poles. All right, so behind me is another barn. This is a future project that we're going to do. So we're going to turn this barn into a greenhouse. So come on, let me show you what's going on inside. So this is where the old owner, I guess, stored some of his tractors, some of his big carts for the field. So eventually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the sides off.
JewelryNinjaBling.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Riz Show. More choice jewelry for those engagement rings, for those holiday gifts, for those whatever gifts. Or how about something for yourself?
Yeah, and
that's fine too.
If you're looking for ideas, of course, go to the website ninjabling.com. But Moritz Royce has an Instagram page as well, and maybe that'll inspire you to get some ideas. And hey, like you said, shop for yourself a little bit. Have you checked out the watches there? Like I was wearing my watch yesterday, and I was at this fancy party and had multiple compliments on my watch. And
at a fancy party.
At a fancy party, and thank goodness it was from Moritz Royce because they picked it out. Because I don't know anything about watches. And to be honest, it's not even about the watch necessarily. It was about the style, like what fits my style. I don't even know that. And pardon me, Dan Royce not only picked out like the perfect watch, but it like fits my fashion. It fits my style, fits everything. And I wouldn't even have known where to start. But I had the confidence in Moritz Royce and their expertise to let them do it for me.
Yeah, that's what they do up there. They man, they know what they're talking about. They're so passionate about jewelry. They've been around for 40 years. Check out their Instagram page for some of the great work they've done. They've been our family jeweler for, I mean, a long, long time now. Have them become your family jeweler. Go to ninjabling.com, get the phone number, get the address, make an appointment. They are the exclusive jeweler of the Riz Show, Moritz Royce Jewelry, where you get the jewels and not the shaft.
Backstage at Point Fest, and I'm completely honored to be joined by Ed from Live. This is one of my childhood dreams, to always talk to you every time you're in town.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Been following you. I was telling your tour manager, I've been following you guys since, and I'm sorry if nobody out there cares, but I'm going to walk down memory lane with you. MTV 120-minute tour, Springfield, Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
Shrine Mosque, I think is what it was.
I think so. It was our first tour.
That was your first tour?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you guys were like, talk about just being with the guys you grew up with. You guys were like 12 at the time or something.
Yeah, we started the band when we were 13, coming out of 8th grade into high school. And that tour you mentioned, that was 1992. So that was our first road experience with Public Image Limited and Big Audio Dynamite and Blind Melon.
Yeah, that was amazing, and that's one of those, that's like obviously the first time I saw you, but even more creepy, I have a Public Affection CD.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. There aren't too many of those around.
Is there no restraining order just yet on that?
No. Somebody did try. Somebody tried to, like, they put it up on one of the streaming sites as like Public Affection. I'm like, hey, that's our band.
Wait a minute, hold on a second.
Wait a minute, you can't do that.
You got enough of that stuff going on all the time anyway, with so many records out and everything, and now new music, and you guys are here in St. Louis. Talk about touring again and still doing it after, what, 25 years of Throwing Copper, one of my all-time.
Right now, I had a dream last night about sauce on the side and about making calzones. And it's in my subconscious. That's what happens when you eat locally and you have delicious food, right? You dream about it on some level.
You're dreaming about Italian food, like Italian foods?
I swear to God, I was dreaming about calzones last night. I could see the Parmesan like on top of the little
dreams
folder.
too.
Do you? You understand. And a good meal gets into your brain, and then you kind of, you feel like, oh, I got to get over to sauce on the side. Well, stop dreaming about it and get it delivered today. In fact, if you want sauce on the side delivered to you, find a location near you at sauceontheside.com. There's 12 in the area. You're supporting a local brand, which I love, and it's delicious. And if you enter promo code LERN, L-E-R-N, you'll get free delivery today. So please do that and support them, okay? And there's only a couple more days to get that Tony Montana. It's been the June special. Mozzarella, smoked ham, pulled pork, banana peppers, pickled cucumber, onions, Swiss cheese, and then that honey mustard sauce on the side. They have 2 new locations in Edwardsville and Cottleville, so chances are there's a place near you. And they're open 7 days a week. They got something for the kids, for the meat eaters, for the vegans, for the gluten-free people in your life. Everybody can eat sauce on the side, and it's delicious. Sauceontheside.com.
It's like Blink-182. Good to go? All right, we are very, very excited about this one tonight. I have to tell you this, Amy Lee. Amy Lee from Evanescence.
Hi.
Peabody Opera House show tonight. So it was so great when we announced this particular show because it was almost like a firework that went off twice. Because people were like, oh, Evanescence is coming back, and they'd be excited. And then, oh, it's with an orchestra. Ooh, you know what I mean? People were so excited about this, and playing this beautiful Peabody Opera House. It's the perfect place for it. You've got to play some pretty great venues during this run with the orchestra, right?
That's right. It's been a whole new world. Normally, you know, what we gravitate towards and what I want is like no seats in the house, like no built-in seats. We have people standing up. It's rock and roll, you know. Everything about it is this whole different vibe. And this time, for the first time in, you know, I don't know, over 15 years, it's like, okay, we need like classy, beautiful theaters with seats, and we're going to make a program, and I might wear some fancy clothes. It's going to be all different. It's been really beautiful. We played some historical places. One of my favorite theaters in my hometown in New York is in Brooklyn. It's called the King's Theater, and we just got to actually play there after, you know, I'd only been there seeing other things that I'm a big fan of. I saw Bjork there. I saw Erykah Badu there, and it was such an experience. Really, it's been very fun and fun in a different way, like almost like, whoa, like out-of-body experience kind of cool thing to do this.
Because it's not, you know, this is not and I don't want to use the word typical.
No,
This is not the normal run. There's a lot that goes into this, and I want to get to that in just a second. But I want to know when the idea for all of this first came about, the reimagining of the songs, and then the orchestra and all of that. I want to kind of know the genesis of that.
It just sort of happened one piece at a time. The thing is, it's not so much like a brand new crazy idea, like if we did like a polka version of all of our songs or something. It's coming from a big piece of the core heart of like just the original thought of Evanescence in the first place. The whole vision, I remember from being very young, was always about this combining of a heavy rock band and these sort of industrial programming sounds and this cinematic score thing with the big strings. So this is, you know, we've had all of this time to generally be at rock radio, you know, and be serving, like making a rock album. That's the genre that we're always in. I really wanted to show another side of our music that's always been there and accentuate it in a way that is actually very metal. If you think about it, it's very uncomfortable. It's something that's dangerous and difficult. And
are a business owner or you're in charge of marketing for a particular business, and I mention the two words digital marketing, and you go, oh my God, what is that all about? I know I should be doing this for the business. It's a challenge. I don't know where to get started. All right, calm down. 2060 Digital, that's where you get started. 2060 Digital is our sister company backed by a 100-year-old media empire. 2060 Digital specializes in simplifying the complexities of digital marketing. So the team over there demystifies the process by transforming it from a challenge into an opportunity for your business. You have a lot of great companies in the area who use 2060 Digital, like Zero Res, Dobbs, Chesterfield Fence and Deck. Whether you're looking to enhance your brand's online presence or do a digital campaign or just increase customer engagement, 2060 is going to propel your business forward. So if you think your business has room to grow, they can prove it to you. Go to 1057thepoint.com, click on the 2060 Digital tile, and request a free digital audit today for your company. It's going to take you 3 minutes to fill out the paperwork. And again, it's a free digital audit from 2060 Digital. 1057thepoint.com, click on the 2060 Digital logo.
Dude, this sucks. Hey, welcome back to the farm. So a couple weeks ago, a storm blew through and knocked a big-ass tree down. So I got a tree that I need to kind of get rid of, or at least saw down a little bit. So, of course, I got the pro, Mark from Curl Landscaping, with me. So, Mark, not only do you put trees in?
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz, the socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow1057thepoint.com. Craigslist Freak of the Week here in just a moment. Comedian Aries Spears will be in studio. You know him from Mad TV. This will be his second time on the program. In fact, the first time he was here was in 2022. It was his first interview live coming out of COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We were his first dose of reality back in 2022. You're welcome. So we'll chop it up at Aries Spears, probably around 8 o'clock. He's at Helium Nightclub this weekend. One show today, couple shows tomorrow, couple shows Saturday, and a show on Sunday. Hey, tonight we're going to be at Captain Jim's Fireworks in West Alton, out there from 6 to 8 o'clock. Highway 67 in between the bridges, same parking lot as the Dirt Cheap. Always fun seeing the captain and you guys who come out every year. This would be my 13th or 14th time going out there.
Sweet.
It's been a.
How cool is that? What a neat deal you got going on.
Yeah. Moon, you've been out there. It'll be, I think, your 10th year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be your 10th year.
Yeah, 10th. Is it 10th or 11th? Yeah, it must be 10th.
So this
10th
is
year
my
out there.
probably 8th or 7th. Then.
Something like that.
We've had a lot of fun. We've blown up a lot of stuff out there.
Well, and Captain Jim, he gives away a ton of fireworks. And you saw last year.
I
Lern.
did. It was great.
So come on out, Captain Jim's Fireworks. He's got great deals on stuff for your 4th of July extravaganza. We'll be out there 6 to 8 o'clock, fireworksstl.com. So when we get home, we're all going to run to the TV. The big debate's on tonight.
I know.
The big presidential debate.
I'm going to be listening to it in my car as I drive home. And I look forward to it. I want to hear what Trump and Biden both have to say. It's going to be a spectacle of age.
Oh, it is. You know what? And my thinking on this is nobody's watching for the substance of it.
No,
for
we're
what
watching
they're
to make
saying.
fun of both of them.
We're watching to see who does something weird.
Which is sad.
Very serious.
That's right.
It's pretty sad that that's like the state of things. I mean, these are two presidents who, one of them will be leading
Will be the
our
leader
nation.
of the free world.
And there needs to be more compassion, I think.
And I'm sure a lot of people will be watching for the substance of the debate.
I hope.
But a lot of us will be watching to see who falls asleep, who farts, who says something weird, who wanders off the stage, who says something wacky. That's what it is.
I'm excited to see what that mute button does because as people who
those are
use,
the rules.
who
Yeah,
use
that
microphones
changes it.
daily, you could mute us, Riz, because you're board opping this whole show. Somebody's going, I don't know if it's Jake Tapper or who's actually going to be doing
Somebody
the
in
mute
a control
button.
room.
Well, someone with the name Tapper has to be doing it.
Yeah, he's got to be doing it.
Somebody in a control room when somebody else is answering a question, the other person's microphone. And just so you know, I've never, you could attest to this, I've never shut off anybody's microphones ever in the middle
Of them
In the
talking.
middle
of
of
them talking.
No. Your trick is
See, jokes did it for the first time.
your trick is the orchestra.
Yeah, the orchestra.
Which, by the
likes to
way,
play 'em off.
and I'm just going to let some of the long-time listeners know, the orchestra has not played in some time.
I'm sorry, we're out of time. Hey,
That's a testament to my shortening of the story.
You're a bit long-winded, and I have to play you off.
I used to be. It's been what, like 4 or 5 years.
I tell you what, you know who loves that is Johnny Venus.
That's his favorite. Yeah.
Whenever I used to do that to you, he used to text me later on. And you're like, oh, dude, the best.
It is.
All right, well,
It's a good bit.
anyway, the first debate is tonight, and this might be the best presidential poll that's ever been done because it has nothing to do with politics. So a legitimate polling company asked voters if Biden or Trump would be better at 20 different random things. And some of them are very random. And they polled Republicans, Democrats, and independents, so people across political spectrums. So here are the questions, and see if you agree with the results. Who would win at arm wrestling? Trump crushed it with 52% of the vote. Biden only got 14%. Everyone else said they're not sure or they tie. Who would be more likely to help a stranger? Joe Biden won that one. Who would be a better house guest? Joe Biden won that. Who would win at poker? Trump won that. Who would give better financial advice? Trump. Relationship advice? Biden. Parenting advice? Biden. Who do you think spends more time getting ready in the morning?
Trump.
Who would be more likely to remember your birthday?
Biden.
Trump.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Who would be better at keeping a secret? Biden. Who would survive longer on a deserted island?
Biden.
Trump.
Really? Why, I wonder?
These were just the questions that were given, and these are the answers that were.
I just say that because I feel like Trump's been a millionaire for so long that he's always had people doing things for him, and I think
This
Biden,
is what the people have spoken.
has probably changed a tire. I don't think Donald Trump's ever changed a tire in his life.
The people have
both of them
spoken.
have done quite well.
Who would be more likely to return a lost wallet? Biden. Who would win at pub trivia? Pub trivia. Remember, these are hard-hitting questions.
Yeah.
Who would win at pub trivia? Trump. Who would do better celebrity impressions? Trump.
Yeah. He does them.
Yeah.
Who would be a more trustworthy babysitter?
That's a great
Biden.
Which one would you? Yeah, that is a great.
Who has
question.
better fashion sense? Close, but Trump got more votes. Who would win at a dance-off?
Oh, dang. Well, they both dance.
Oh, they're both
Trump
got
with his-
moves. Yeah, Trump's.
Trump won.
That's a great dance.
Who would win at a bake-off?
Biden.
I'm gonna go with the thicker fella. He probably knows.
Biden won.
I
Biden
thought
would
it'd
win
be
the bake-off.
The bigger guy would know.
Who can handle really spicy food better?
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Neither.
I'd go
Trump.
Biden. Oh.
And this is the only one they tied on. The only question out of all 20 questions that they tied on, exactly 50-50. Who would be a more reliable designated driver?
Dang.
It makes sense because neither of them drink.
Oh, that's true.
Really?
They're both teetotalers.
And neither of them drive.
Yeah, I was gonna say neither would drive.
So, no, I thought Biden's got like, doesn't he have Corvettes?
He has cars. That doesn't mean he
He's got,
drives.
well,
them.
now he can't drive.
I love that
Yeah, I
comedians
think they
in
took the
cars
keys away a while ago.
getting coffee with Obama from back in the day with Jerry Seinfeld. He
Oh,
picks
yeah.
him up at the
That
White
was
House.
so
And they
cool.
only drive in the
And
driveway.
yeah, the Secret Service like, you are not.
Yeah,
going
you're not allowed
anywhere.
to drive. I think once you become president, you're not allowed
Yeah?
to drive anymore. That's it.
Yeah.
So funny.
That's it for that. Okay, well, there you go. Have fun. And you know, they said the most Google thing for today is the presidential debate drinking games. So,
Yeah.
have fun tonight.
We'll give you a live update on the debate tomorrow here on the Rizzuto Show.
That's probably it.
Yeah. Can we go over it?
Nah.
I'll get the transcript.
Let's piss everybody
Nah.
off.
Nah. All right, let's do the Craigslist Freak of the Week. So here we are. We've got 3 new ads. And Lern's going to read the ads. You guys will name the ads in the chat room. And then you'll vote for your favorite ad on Twitter, at RIZZ Show. One of these ads moving on to the Freak of the Year playoffs. All right, chat room ready to go?
Ready
Moon
to go.
monitoring. All right, here we go. It's the Craigslist Freak of the Week. Ad number 1, Lern coming at you.
Hand orgy, man for anyone, 67 years old, outside of London. One of the coolest things I've ever experienced while in Costa Rica was a hand orgy, and I've been looking for someone to help me organize one here in London. Over the last couple of years, our FET scene has become lame. I'm ready to inject some excitement into our community. I need around 10 people minimum to start this party. I have a large flat that is dedicated to sex. It's full of pillows, chains, gags, mounts, and sex toys. Our blindfolds will be on and our hands will explore. That's the fun of it. We won't know who we're touching. Everything is on the table. Normal orgies are fine, but there's something ultra naughty about a hand orgy. Men touching men, men touching women, women touching women. Everyone loves everyone. Please have smooth skin, no rough or dry skin. It's going to kill the vibe. I found that a hairless boy works best. Well-manicured nails are a must. Looking for a good balance of men and women here. Don't show up with a bunch of hooligans trying to get laid. Bring a birdie or 2, please. No cops. I look forward to hearing from you, Harold.
Just so you know, it's, I found that a hairless body works best.
Yeah, not a boy.
You said a hairless
Oh, my
boy.
God. Hairless
You said a hairless
body.
boy.
That is ultra naughty. My apologies.
That changes everything.
Yeah, there's like 6 cops that just rolled up.
No cops.
What just happened out there?
Yeah, when he said hairless boy, no cops.
Woo!
Sorry, everybody.
Okay. So a hand orgy.
Is what it is.
So we're just feeling around?
It's
Is that what-
phalange fest, y'all.
Oh, it's Phalange Fest.
Oh.
So we're just feeling around and you know, as we're blindfolded? That sounds fun.
Does it?
I don't know. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
It seems pretty harmless, though. Okay, names.
Okay, so we have Jack Handy, Arnold Palmer, Hans Solo, Hand Paul, Harry and the Hendersons, Handy Milanakis, Cool Hand Luke,
Handy Manny,
All Hand Luke, Handy Manny,
Handy Manny. I mean, did your kids watch Handy Manny?
Handy Dufresne.
My kids watched Handy Manny.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, it's like a little construction guy.
He's like a little construction guy, voiced by Fez from That 70s Show.
Nice.
I kind of like Handy Manny.
Let's go.
Whatever you like, man. Let's do that.
Oh, we had the toolbox. I think I think it was my daughter. Maybe she was into it.
Yeah, it was like preschool stuff. It was pretty popular.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, he builds things and the tools talk. I remember the merch was pretty expensive. We got the toolbox, comes with, with all the tools, and they dance in the toolbox. And I remember one of them, somebody losing a screwdriver, and I went, this whole thing.
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? See, we've had this thing for 2 weeks, and the screwdriver's already been
And nothing's being built.
Right.
Yeah.
We've had this for weeks, and you haven't built a thing.
Nothing. All right, Handy Manny for the hand orgy guy. All right, on to ad number 2. Lern coming at you.
Missed connection, man for woman, 61 years old, Montreal. I was at Siegel's Market on St. Laurent last Saturday around 1. You were in the produce section looking at organic bananas. You let out a squeaky little fart. You looked around to see if anyone noticed. There was relief on your face when you thought you were in the clear, but I heard it. You're the blonde who was wearing gray Lululemons. When you rolled your buggy away, I quickly ran over to where you were to receive the gift you've left for me. I couldn't smell much, but I think I got a little of your essence of ass. You're so hot, and I was turned on so much. Scout's honor. I ran to the washroom and Joed. Hot lady farts are my thing, and you unexpectedly delivered for me that afternoon. I hope you find this ad and we can meet up and get to know each other. Maybe I'll run into you again at Siegel's. If I see you, I'm not going to be shy. Don't worry. I'm harmless.
Okay.
Wow.
Little gift for you by the organic bananas.
I hope these two really do get together.
Yeah.
That's love, man.
I mean, he really does sound like a romantic.
Your essence of ass.
This is a great song title.
Man, I couldn't smell much, but I think I got a little of your essence of ass. Quickly ran over to receive the gift that you had left me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Siegel's Market. Okay. Again, I hope these two get together.
Yeah.
I hope they find each other, find love, have little kids together, end up growing old together. Because this, ladies and gentlemen, is romance.
That's right.
Now, I don't like the fact that he ran into the bathroom to Joe, but...
At least he went to the bathroom and didn't do it right there in the middle of the produce section.
Good point. Yeah.
Mature.
Yes. All right, names.
I'm going to give you the 3 at the end that I think are the real contenders here. But we've got some classics. Farty McFly, Fart Simpson. Rick Ghastly is pretty good.
Yeah.
Let me give you these. Smelly Roll, which is good. Evanescence. So Evanescence.
That's pretty good.
Wait.
Wow.
Tutti Frutti, Tootie, Tutti Frutti, and Produce Bigelow.
I'm going to let you, Moon, pick out your favorite.
Man. Well, I'm a musician, so I want to go with Evanescence.
Evanescence. There it is.
He said something about her essence.
So Evan, first name.
Evanescence.
Evan, Assence. Evanescence.
That's what I got, yeah.
That's a great name. Kudos. Kudos to you. Excellent job.
There's one, Sniffleupagus.
Sniffleupagus.
Yeah. Produce Bigelow is so good as well.
Was so cute.
Smelly Roll.
Oh, boy.
I mean, these are all good. Everybody's
you guys are
delivering
on
it today.
All right. Next one. One final one, Lern. Coming at you.
Bathroom cleaner, men for woman, 26 years old, Essex. I've seen dogging a few times and find it rather boring. Too many men, not enough women. I'm a participator, not so much a watcher. I need something exciting. What's going to get my juices flowing? Searching for a birdie who is ready to make lasting memories by joining me and my buds for a wild night in a certain popular park's water closet. This is a role-playing fetish. I'm looking for you to channel your inner Judi Dench. Lady Judi Dench, her madam?
Dame.
Dame. You will be on the porcelain when I sneak into the ladies' lavatory and bust open your stall door. You will be forced to pleasure me in any way I choose. I'll make sure the coast is clear. No children. If there are other ladies in the room, that's even hotter. I'm not into water sports. I'm not a freak. I think that's nasty. When I'm done with you, I'll reset the scene and a couple of other lads will have their turn with you. Remember, we're acting. Act like you're enjoying every minute of it. Please be attractive, clean, and not over the age of 29. Not into old broads. Stay hydrated.
Oh, stay hydrated.
Whoa. Okay.
What? It must be a heat wave over there. Is there a heat wave in Essex?
I'm so confused. Like, Judi Dench is old as hell, right? Right?
Yeah.
She still got it.
But this person can't be over the age of 29?
I think he's just talking about maybe acting prowess.
Well, sure. It's role-playing.
Oh, okay.
Role playing.
But you are into old broads. I don't know.
It is kind of
confusing.
That is a little confusing.
Stay hydrated, St. Louis.
So it's a role playing thing. So what's dogging?
I don't know.
Don't look at me.
Okay.
I've got another job right now. I can't look that up.
Dogging.
We've had.
Oh my gosh, the names are just.
Oh, you don't want to type that in.
Let's
Do
see.
wiki after
Slang. The practice of carrying out or watching sexual activities in a semi-secluded location, such as parks or car parks, often
Okay.
arranged by email.
So this is where people meet up in car parks and watch each other having sex.
Oh, okay. Dogging.
Sometimes other people join in, but it's mainly about watching and getting your rocks off.
Okay.
Okay, so that makes sense. So in a public park, in the lavatory, you're going to be on the loo, on the porcelain as he puts it. He's going to bust his way in. You guys are going to do stuff, and then he's going to reset the scene. I like that. And then his buddies are going to come in.
Yeah, that's fun.
Remember, we're acting. Act like you're enjoying every minute of it. That is the real creepy part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, names.
All right, before making a vote, just listen to all of these, okay?
Okay.
So we got a British guy. They call it the Lou. So we'll just go with, Lou Reed, Lou Diamond Phillips, Lulu Lennon. The Lennon connection over there. We have Johnny on the Pot, Kenny Doggins, John McLean, Stalin Oates, Betty Wipe.
Oh, Stalin Oates.
Anthony Stalter. Hang on. Stolly Shore. And then Dame of Thrones is pretty freaking good.
Also Leslie Stahl.
Dame of Thrones.
Dame of Thrones. I mean, come on.
That makes sense with the toilet.
Yeah, it's got all of it.
And Dame Judi Dench.
I know. Let's do it.
And it's, kind of a British influence thing.
I like Dame of
Dame
Thrones.
of Thrones.
Dame of Thrones is really good.
The chat might have. I mean, this is an all-star.
Well
week for the
done,
chat.
everybody.
They've been on fire. George Washing Room.
Dame of Thrones.
Dame of Thrones. All right, there it is. There are the three ads. All right, you got ad number 1, which is Handy Manny.
Oh my gosh, Handy Manny. This is a hand orgy. Somebody that wants at least 10 people minimum to start this party. Have a large flat. He has a large flat to
So basically, you're blindfolded and you're just feeling around.
You're reaching around.
You know, if you're
Feeling around for
blindfolded, I
people.
bet this is a little glove from Arby's. It's like his place, probably.
There's pillows, chains, gags, mounts, and sex toys all over the place. Bring your hands.
Bring your hands. Bring your hands, guys. All right, that's Handy Manny. Then you got Evan Assens.
Evan
nominee number
Assens.
2.
This is the guy up in Canada. He's in Montreal. He saw you in the produce section when you squeaked out a little fart, a squeaky little fart.
I do like he's into produce.
Yeah, you were wearing, you're the blonde, by the way. You were wearing gray Lululemons. I'm sure you knew that. But it was so hot. He was so turned on. Scout's honor. Went to the washroom and took care of himself and would like to meet up. Wants to say hey.
And then you just heard from Dame of Thrones. Okay, so you got to pick one, Lern. Who are you going to endorse?
Well, I mean, Handy Manny seems pretty normal in some way. I don't know how. Evan Assens, I do want them to meet up. I mean, that's true love. It's for me though. It's Dame of Thrones this week.
All right, Dame of Thrones for Lern. I'm going to go to you, Moon.
I, too, will vote for Dame of Thrones.
Dame of Thrones. Okay. King Scott.
Man, this is tough. I like the two of these a lot, but yeah, I think that we've had a few of the fart smellers before.
Yeah, but also the fact that he took care of himself right there in the bathroom. He could not control his urges enough.
But was it the toot or was it the gal? I always think it's like it must have been the gal, and then he thinks that she was comfortable enough with him or something.
He's almost poetic about it, though. He's like, I
ran
over to where you were to receive the gift you left for me.
The misconnections one, when we see creepy ones, they're all kind of alike.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's not freaky. I'm just saying it's like the frequency of it. I don't see as many things in stalls and bathrooms and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's the
Or,
frequency.
we learned about dogging now.
Yeah.
Yeah. New term.
New term. New term alert.
Well, I'm going to stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Game of Thrones.
All right. I'll go Game of Thrones, too. That is the freakiest. Especially like my buddy's going to tap in after.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
wild,
God.
man.
You know what I mean? Like, act like you're enjoying every minute of it. I've seen dogging a couple times and find it rather boring. Too many men, not enough women. I'm a participator, not so much a watcher. So this guy is into that lifestyle.
Yeah.
All right, well, there it is. Handy Manny, Evanescence, or Dame of Thrones. Up to you guys. Vote via Twitter at RIZZ Show. And we will have the winner. We'll crown the winner. One of these ads moving on to the Freak of the Year playoffs. We'll crown the winner tomorrow when we sign on. All right, Aries Spears will be here in just a couple minutes. He should be arriving around 8 o'clock, so he'll just kind of come in during Crap on Celebrities, which is next. It is 7:41. It is Thursday. Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it is a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. I'm looking at everything, and the only thing I'm seeing right now is just an issue down on Jeffco Boulevard right before the highway by Richardson. Lights out. Highways are looking good, though. Your point forecast, lower humidity with sunny skies, high of 89. Right now it's 69 at the Point Studio.
All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
More info on Shifty Shell Shock's death. Who's dating Sir Paul's grandson? How many speeding tickets do you think Sammy Hagar has gotten? And what was this song written about? Or who was this song written about?
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next in your Crap on Celebrity. Stay there.
It's 105.7 The Point. Donnie Fandango backstage, way back Point Fest. Goldfinger, and we got everybody. How you guys doing? It's great to have you.
Woo! Thanks for having us.
Well, and welcome back to St. Louis. I know specifically people were absolutely stoked to see you guys and have you guys back here. And, our buddy Moon is waving that Goldfinger flag when you guys aren't here, man.
Moon rules.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've known Moon way before Moon.
Thanks, buddy.
He's a really good man and an incredible musician, and it's an honor to have him in the band with us. Really, really incredible.
Thanks, and I say this, and we're going to do this. We're going to make him feel uncomfortable.
Spring, with all the storms we had, there were a couple days where we had hail, and maybe you had some roof damage. Maybe you don't know. You should have the Happy Roof Company up there on your roof for an inspection, because that little problem now can become a big, costly problem down the road. So just for that peace of mind. So I think it was over Memorial Day weekend. We had that hailstorm on that Sunday. I had the Happy Roof Co. guys up on the roof the following week. Yeah, we found some damage. Now, did you have roof damage and your insurance company already paid you, but you just need a roofer that's going to give you an estimate? Call the Happy Roof Company. Do you need help with the insurance paperwork on your damaged roof? The Happy Roof Company can help you out. Did your claim get denied, but all your neighbors got new roofs, except for you? Call the Happy Roof Company. If you have a leaky roof, an old roof, a damaged roof, or an ugly roof, the Happy Roof Company should be your first call. In fact, if you call today, they'll have somebody out to look at your issue within 24 hours. Roofing, siding, gutters, residential roofing, commercial roofing, over 50 years combined experience, financing is available, and you got an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and you're dealing with a local company headquartered out of Sunset Hills. It's the Happy Roof Company, 314-665-3001, online at thehappyroof.com. It's the Happy Roof Company. They put the happy in happy endings.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and I got to tell you.
Say it again, but slower.
Backstage at Point Fest
At Point
with my
Fest.
dude, grandson.
Woo! How long has it been since the last Point Fest?
Oh, 2 years almost, probably. A
We
year
are
and a half, for sure.
backstage
and doing it.
at Point Fest, and we're doing it.
And
we're
it's
doing
beautiful.
It. Come rain or come shine.
All right, here, I got a first question to ask of you.
What's up?
All right.
Whoa!
I'm here for an interview with grandson. I have an interview with grandson today.
I thought that I got this one. I thought this was my interview with grandson because I thought that you had gotten to interview him before, and I had never gotten the chance to interview him.
My grandson.
You guys had 2 years to figure this out.
We sure
still
did,
have it.
yeah, and we didn't.
It's as if you have a grandson tattoo.
Oh, can we get that? Can we get that zoom? Look at that. Now that's commitment to the craft.
It is.
Requesting at your local radio station. Okay, you guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
So my question: when are you getting your grandson tattooed?
I
That's
don't
the
have any
question.
tattoos at all, man.
I see.
So
We'll
that-
have to change that.
So that's not even like
a lot of tattoos running around backstage at a rock show.
Okay, so that's how it happened. Lux and I had a conversation to where we said, okay, who is going to get to interview grandson this time? And I won this time.
She's won a couple in the past.
Yeah, man.
There's enough for me to go around.
But you're one of those guys that we cannot wait to see you, man.
Thank you, man.
That is one of the highest compliments that we can give you. I am 45 years old. I'm a huge fan of grandson. You call your fans grandkids. What do I call myself? Because I feel like I'm too old to call myself a grandkid.
No, the grandkid knows no.
I was just talking about Together Credit Union, a whole bunch actually this last couple of weeks because we have a big home project that we're going to be working on, and we have a home equity line of credit with Together Credit Union. It has allowed us to be able to do the needed repairs and updates on our home without piling on huge debt. And I'm telling you, this is just one of the many, many hundreds of perks that I can think of off the top of my head why Together Credit Union should be your financial institution. It took me way too long to realize that financial institutions are not created equal. Together Credit Union is so amazing. Look into their interest-only home equity line of credit. You can borrow up to 90% of the current equity on your home and pay interest-only monthly payments for the first 10 years. Plus, there's no annual fees. They don't have any prepayment penalties. That is huge. That is huge. That is huge. Together Credit Union's interest-only home equity line of credit offers flexible borrowing for yourself. It means you can borrow as much or as little as you need to make your house a home. That's what my wife and I are doing. You can pay your balance at any time during the draw period and then borrow it again, which puts you in control of your finances. Look it up. Together Credit Union. They have 14 area locations. You can stop by any branch and ask them about that interest-only home equity line of credit. Together Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA, and this is where we bank. I love Together Credit Union. Check them out. 14 area locations, or get started at togethercu.org.
Is our guest on the phone?
There's some guy named Bert on the phone.
Oh.
Bert.
Hopefully
That's the guy who's supposed to be calling, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, the machine, Bert Kreischer on the phone.
Hey, man.
That was well played, gentlemen. That was well played.
Well, we're expecting a call from Bert Cummings, too, so we're not sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
You know, it's funny. I told my son yesterday, I was like, hey, I have one of my favorite comedians on the show tomorrow. He goes, awesome, you have Kevin Hart on. I go, damn it.
My daughters and I saw Jumanji, the first one, for the first time, and I was like, I got out and I was like, God, I want to like text Kevin and tell him how great that movie was. And they're like, Kevin who? I said, Kevin Hart. And they go, you know Kevin Hart? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, Dad, come on, you don't have to lie to us. I was like, no, I know Kevin Hart. They're like, Dad, how would he know a guy like you? I was like, you know, he's a comedian, right? And they're like, yeah, but he does like big shows. I'm like, oh my God.
Do your kids think you're cool?
No, not at all. Not even remotely. Not even remotely.
Really? So, I mean, you have a lot of very famous friends, and they're not impressed?
Well, first of all, my daughter's not a friend. My oldest daughter's not a huge fan of Joe Rogan's. She's a little woke. And so our sensibility, what makes us giggle, offends my oldest daughter.
Oh, no.
My youngest daughter's clueless. She doesn't it's just, yeah, they have no clue at all. Like, yeah, they're, by the way, they're just, maybe you don't want your kids to think you're cool. I don't know. I thought my dad was a badass, but they think I'm an idiot.
But they know their dad has a cool job. They know, their dad is a comedian, doesn't go to an office, every day.
Well, you know what they know is that the boys that go to school that are the bros, the meatheads, the morons, the chest thumpers are all huge fans of their dad, and they're like, roll their eyes. The boys that are probably going to end up being problematic are all fans of their dad and all his friends. They said to my daughter Isla, "You know Joey Diaz?" And Isla's like, "Uncle Joey?" And they go, "Yeah, Uncle Joey." But Isla calls him Uncle Joey because he is her uncle. And they're like, "That's so epic. Does he slide?" And you know, it's like I got dosed by Aries Spears in my backyard with ecstasy one time.
I heard that story. Yeah,
these boys think it's awesome, and my daughters are like, "Yeah, he almost killed my dad." Like, they're like
yeah, it's funny.
It's a slippery slope, gentlemen.
No, I got it. Are you afraid of your daughters Googling you? And I'm sure they have.
Oh, they've definitely Googled me. I remember the first time some kid in the library pulled up my machine story. They were really young, so they were still sharing a room back then. And I went in to put them
out there. When we get up in the morning, we want to be at our best, right? Want to be sharp. Want to take on the day with gusto. Well, there's a place for us to go if we're not feeling so sweet, either in our everyday lives or maybe even in the bedroom. You're just not the same man you used to be. Mentality Health. Mentality Health. You may be suffering from low T. You need to get yourself checked out. Go to Mentality. Book yourself a consultation. They'll do a blood draw. They'll check your vitamin levels. They will check your testosterone levels and customize a treatment plan for you. Maybe it's, the TRT therapy. Maybe it's peptide therapy you need, or semaglutide. You've heard about semaglutide for weight loss. Or if you're having problems in the bedroom, ED medicine called Tadalafil. And they'll try to work with your insurance company, too. Turn back the clock to the man you saw in the mirror 10 to 15 or even 20 years ago. Mentality Health. Chesterfield and South County, mentalityhealth.com.
Time to save some green. Go visit my good friends over at Mount Top Motor Company out there in Troy. They have an incredible lineup of cars, trucks, SUVs. In fact, you can see the whole inventory right now at mounttopmotors.com. And to top it off, no payments for 90 days. They have some of the best financing around, all kinds of ways to save some money. And what's amazing about them is they're just down to earth. It's a no pressure environment. So you're gonna find the right car. You're gonna enjoy the process because they're amazing. So aim higher, go to Mount Top Motor Company. It's mounttopmotors.com.
Well, big things happening in the 21 pilots camp. And you know what?
Where is he? Is he down the hall?
I think he's down at Casey right now.
Okay. Well. I guess when AD's done with him, he can just stroll on in. Whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, it's his day.
But it's Aries Spears Day here on the Riz Show. So, Aries from Mad TV, and guy's been around forever. So he'll come in during Crap on Celebrities. That's great.
That's fine.
That's great. I'd love to hear his take on what's going on in the world of music and entertainment.
Me too.
Wouldn't you? All right, today is June 27th. Back in the day, 195 years ago in 1829, British scientist James Smithson died and left his entire fortune to the United States in order to establish the Smithsonian Institute.
I love the Smithsonian's.
Never been.
Oh, go.
Never been.
Go.
45 years ago, 1979, Muhammad Ali announced he was retiring as champion and that this retirement would be his final, and it was. 38 years ago, 1986, David Bowie's Labyrinth was released.
Oh, man. That's when I fell in love with Jennifer Connelly.
Oh, she's so cute in that movie.
36 years ago, 1988, Mike Tyson dropped the undefeated Michael Spinks in 91 seconds to defend his heavyweight title. Right, St. Louis's own Michael Spinks?
Mm-hmm.
I remember, I'll never forget it like it was yesterday, because we all went to my grandfather's house because he ordered the pay-per-view. All my uncles and cousins. 91 seconds that fight lasted. The national anthem that night took 93 seconds.
Wow.
The anthem was longer than the fight.
I just remember everyone being very happy they spent money on it.
Oh, man, I remember my grandfather so pissed. 30 years ago, 1994, 26-year-old Anna Nicole Smith married 90-year-old billionaire J. Howard Marshall. They met in 1991 when she was a topless dancer in Houston. They were married for 14 months until his death in 1995. 24 years ago, in the year 2000, Nelly puts out his debut record, Country Grammar. One of the few rap albums to go diamond, selling over 10 million copies in America. 23 years ago, 2001, the great Jack Lemmon passes away at the age of 76. 22 years ago, 2002, John Entwistle, bassist for The Who, was found
Good
dead
question.
in his hotel room. He was staying at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Vegas. He was 57. Cause of death? Lern, do you know?
Was it drugs? Was it alcohol?
Cause of death, a heart attack brought on by excessive use of cocaine.
Dang.
I thought it was
Huge-
a tiger at a safari fart.
Huge influence for our band.
John Entwistle?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude, badass bassist.
Badass bass player made a lot of the difference in that music, and we have a badass bass player, and a lot of rock bands these days don't take advantage of how great or how necessary to sound different a good bass player can be, and Entwistle was
Well,
a
if you
huge
watch
part of that sound.
if you watch video of The Who live, he's just there doing his thing, like no expression on his face.
No,
never.
Just kind of jamming.
Just like, hey, going to work.
Yeah.
So cool.
I've listened to isolated bass tracks from Who songs, and he is he underrated? Does he get his due
He's
as
always
one of
on
the
those
great
lists.
bassists of all time?
Yeah, but kind of only for like nerds. I don't think there's as many nerds in our generation as there was in like the Casey generation. You know, like music nerd fans that appreciate that kind of stuff. You know,
He's
like
up there.
like okay, contemporary bands, 4 or 5 bands that we're playing right now. Name a bass player.
Flea.
I said contemporary. That's an 80s.
It's an 80s band.
What do you mean? Red Hot Chili Peppers are still.
Yeah,
around
sure.
in
Oh,
the-
he's talking about newer bands.
But
Come
you
on.
kind of proved my
newer
point.
Newer bands.
Okay.
You can't.
Mark Roth, Greek Fire.
You can't.
Got it. I mean,
Yeah, that's a
honestly,
good point.
if our band was bigger, he would be one of the few that I think people would know.
Is that because bands are using more electronic bass?
Oh yeah.
No,
Dude,
listen,
have
it was
them
it
sound-
was the same. Listen, unless you're a big, huge band, like if I say, name the bassist for the Spin Doctors who had 2 huge hits, you couldn't do that.
Yeah, Lloyd Thompson.
Well, that was also an era where a lot of the bass players were kind of sinking back into the.
You're only thinking
background.
of the big bands that the bassists.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. But there are some like '90s bands that you didn't notice that the bass players are so freaking good, or whoever was doing the bass lines, like Tonic. If you listen to that Lemon Parade record,
Yeah, but nobody
some of
knows
those.
that.
I'm just going to assume Mark White is the bassist of Spin Doctor, so from now on I'm just going to guess Mark.
Your bassist Mark Roth checking in.
Oh,
Whistle
nice.
is one of my heroes. So
Yeah, truly.
all right, let's do Crab on Celebrities. Shout out Mark Roth.
Love Mark Roth.
Yay, the great member of the 2SG.
The great member, yes. That's dirty. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crab on Celebrities.
And we start with this, an update on Crazy Town frontman Shifty Shellshock, whose real name is Seth Benzer, likely died of an accidental overdose, according to the late singer's PR rep. His spokesperson, Howie Huberman, said in a statement, Seth has been struggling with substance abuse problems for quite some time. It's unfortunate we lose so many people to addiction and the accessibility to harmful drugs. Shifty was a real-life tragedy, too fast, too hard, too soon.
So there's another one from Dr. Drew's Celebrity Rehab who passed away.
Yeah. Sucks. Only 49.
They say the curse of Celebrity Rehab. Here are all the stars who have died after appearing on the show. But it's not like that
That's so
show's been
silly.
over for a while. You can't
That's so
connect.
silly. It's a story
Right.
about
People
struggling
with-
addicts. Come
People
on,
with
man.
substance abuse problems.
Also, I would not, if I had a substance abuse problem, the last place I would want to go to get help is TV and putting it out there.
It was
I'm not
kinda
saying
trashy.
I'm not saying like I want there to be a talk about it. I want people to be able to be more open. I'm not trying to intensify the stigma. I think we need to talk about addiction, but it's
You had an
if
issue
you're-
with the exploitative.
I
nature?
watched it.
Yeah.
It's
I watched
exploitative.
it. It definitely was.
Right.
It was a salacious, and I'm not taking anything away from Dr. Drew, who I like very
I like him very much too.
A lot of people though tuned out to Dr. Drew because of that.
Yeah.
They felt like he was part of something
was
that was
exploiting
exploiting
them.
people.
When I was in college at Illinois State, we had a radio conference here in St. Louis, and Dr. Drew was one of the panelists. And my buddy Joe was sitting in the row in front of me, and he had a blood sugar dropper and passed out all of a sudden. And Dr. Drew ran from the podium to help him. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever because he was a real doctor. He knew exactly what was going on.
Dr. Drew was on with when it was the Woody and Riz show, and he came on, and he was staying down at Union Station that night. And I remember he ate at Landry's, the seafood place.
Yeah.
and got food poisoning and threw up in the koi pond.
Oh, no way.
And threw up in you remember they had the little bridges?
Yeah. Oh, cool. Welcome to St. Louis.
Wow.
Dr. Spew.
I did his show, and he was nice, but we were not.
I remember you telling this.
Favored guests, if you will.
On Loveline?
They were kind of Loveline. That's what it was, and they were kind of snarky.
Yeah.
He and Adam, but both nice. I mean, they were.
Yeah, I like Adam Carolla.
All right, so the curse of celebrity rehab. Who's died? So Shifty Shell Shock, Tom Sizemore.
Sizemore, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Again, that was just a few years ago too, right? Mm-hmm. Like maybe 2 years ago.
He died in 2023.
Okay.
Of a brain aneurysm as a result of a stroke.
Damn.
Tawny Katane
Oh, yeah.
was on celebrity rehab. Season 2, back in 2008. She died in 2021. Nikki McKibben, who was an American Idol person, season 3. She passed away in 2019. Jason Davis.
Who's that?
He died in 2020. Recess star Jason Davis was on season 4 celebrity rehab and was addicted to heroin, OxyContin, and Xanax.
Damn.
Yeah, you know.
China, the wrestler.
Oh, yeah. I wonder how many success
What is the
stories
country?
came through rehab. I mean, obviously the death's more salacious to talk about, but maybe some people got their lives together. That list probably doesn't exist.
China was on season 1 of celebrity rehab. She was an alcoholic. She was found dead by her manager in April of 2016. Died of a lethal combination of muscle relaxers, painkillers, and alcohol.
Man, I'm so curious. Like, don't you just wish you had the ability to figure out, like, the real positive and negative indices of like actual life? Like, what? Obviously, we're talking about the exploitative nature and some of the negative that would come with a show like that. But what if, and how many people actually, let's say, were resistant to rehab, but felt like that kind of showed, like, oh, okay, yeah, I can go in there and like and meet like-minded people and like
I'm sure
get
there
some
was some
support that I
positive that came
needed.
out of it.
Yeah.
Right, but it's impossible
You hope.
to measure. And I hope there's some sort of afterlife thing where we can all kind of see the net positive, net negative of our actions and what we couldn't measure in this life.
Right.
Mindy McCready, country singer. She killed herself in 2013, and celebrity rehab was canceled after her death.
Wow.
Let me see. Rodney King was on celebrity rehab. Oh, I remember Jeff Conaway.
Who's that?
From Greece.
No.
He was on that show. Mike Starr from Alice in Chains, the bassist.
Oh, yeah.
That was a really sad one.
That
Mindy
was.
McCready killed herself?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know
sucks.
that.
Anyway.
Jelly Roll appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Wait. Jelly Roll in the news?
Jelly Roll in the news, you guys.
Wow.
He's
Dude,
becoming the new Taylor Swift. There's always a jelly story.
Nobody is earning their money more than the PR team for Jelly
Yeah,
Roll,
they're
because
doing
every
great.
day there's something else.
You
There
know,
it is.
I thought it was Thursday, Dave, but I guess it's Jelly Roll Day. So.
It's Jelly Roll Day.
Dave
Grohl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was the name last year was in the press.
Oh, Dave Grohl was in the press every day. Jelly Roll now.
Jelly Roll now. He was on Jimmy Kimmel Live Tuesday night, used the occasion to debut a new track. It's called Burning, and he performed it. There were some fiery special effects. He also did a 30-minute set after the show's taping that was streamed completely on YouTube. Cool. And he sat down with guest host Martin Short, revealed that he had a new album due out this fall.
What?
And he's added 16 dates, which we found out yesterday. In his arena tour, he's coming to St. Louis and then Kansas City. So, yeah, Jelly Roll is on a roll, and he's got a new album
He
coming out.
sure is. He's losing weight, too.
Looks good. Smashing Pumpkins' 2001 compilation Rotten Apples Greatest Hits will get its first vinyl reissue on August 2nd, so be on the lookout for that. Ozzy Osbourne canceled his appearance at the Mad Monster Party, which was supposed to happen in July in Arizona. Sharon says he was unable to travel at this time. However, Jack Osbourne will be there flying the flag for the Osbournes. Everybody who bought a ticket and a package will, of course, get full refunds, and they thank you for your constant support. You know, when Little Nicky, which Ozzy Osbourne is in, you know when Harvey Keitel, who plays the devil in Little Nicky, he's waiting for his sons to come back from the real world and, you know, restore his ruling over the afterlife of hell. And Harvey Keitel starts losing limbs and he's just starting to go to the wayside and dying. I mean, I feel like that's what's happening with Ozzy Osbourne. Like, the guy is old. He's had some injuries. He's trying to just be old and chill in his last chapter, and they keep signing him up for
keep
stuff.
putting him
Well,
on
you see,
freaking stage.
he's now Liquid Death spokesperson.
Yes, I did see this. In fact, I have some audio.
Are
of
there
this that I
bills
can-
to be
You
paid?
got it.
What is it? Why do they continue to thrust him into
Maybe
work?
maybe if he's not busy.
Okay, but I'm just waiting for him to say like, "I love working. I can't stop working." But I haven't seen that. I understand playing, but all the other stuff. And I hate to say this, and I'm not going to say names, but you know who I'm talking about. But I feel like with recent news with health stuff, it is an end of an era, and we are coming to grips with it. With certain people that we've always seen, always working, that I don't think they're going to be working anymore.
There's a whole generation of that. Like all my classic rock heroes who are in their 70s and 80s right now. I mean, every day that I get one more day with them in the news that they're alive is like
Well,
a
and
dream.
it's like, Peter Frampton, can't move his fingers anymore. Eric Clapton was seen, in sweatpants in a wheelchair being rolled through Heathrow.
Yeah.
These are our parents.
Right.
Frampton just announced a new tour though, which is actually very surprising and exciting.
You see, he's got the arthritis in his fingers,
Yes.
something like that, and he can't play anymore.
So what I'm asking is,
or like Phil Collins is in
Right.
terrible shape.
yeah, and has been forever and's retired like 2 or 3 times. But what is it? What is it? The draw? Is it society? Is it culture? Is it I just want to work? Or is it like I got in over my head and I got too much house?
No. Here's what it is. People
Why can't people just stop?
Because they're gonna. They know that if they stop, they die.
And some people do.
Yeah, Gene Hackman's like one of the few examples where you could live to be an old man and retire.
Right,
kinda
but I'm
early
saying
and-
I thought that used to be like kind of the thing, and now I feel like maybe I'm wrong. I'm asking you guys.
I
It
think they
feels
just
like
enjoy
fewer
it.
people are able to just stop.
I think we're workaholics. I think the boomer generation especially are hardworking people, and they really do feel like if they stop working, they will die.
Do you think that's it? Or is everybody just trying to, everybody's like, I'm going to retire this year. And then they see freaking Mick Jagger announce another summer tour, and they're like, I got to keep up with this guy.
That's an anomaly.
I think
but
Willie Nelson, those guys love it.
It's fun to this Liquid Death commercial, actually.
Yes. So Liquid Death canned water has a new product out called Death Dust, and it's a line of flavored powders that you can add to your drink. They got Ozzy Osbourne to do a commercial for it. So here's a little bit of that.
No way. Ozzy Osbourne.
Death Dust. Take it from me. Don't snort that stuff.
We weren't planning on snorting it. Yeah, we're gonna mix it with water and hydrate. It's got electrolytes, which your body needs. Yeah, it's delicious.
Whatever you do, don't try freebasing it.
Free what?
And never, ever inject it.
How would you even?
And don't
Very
even
funny,
think
actually.
about boofing it, you little perverts.
Boof?
You know, where you stick it up your own.
Yeah, that's very
great.
funny.
It's awesome.
Boofing it.
Boofing it.
That's sticking it up your.
Who knew that Boof from Teen Wolf had such a cool name?
Sammy Hagar, in his June 30th A&E biography special, says that prior to writing I Can't Drive 55, he received 34 speeding tickets and his license was taken away 3 times. He was paying $135,000 a year in insurance.
Get out of
And
here.
this was
That's
in
not possible.
1984.
That's impossible.
That's
a hell of a
impossible.
story that I don't think we can research.
$130-something thousand for insurance.
No, are you out of your mind?
Ladies and gentlemen, Aries Spears.
That's crazy. What's happening, man?
Take a seat, relax.
$135,000 in insurance, in car insurance in the 80s.
Yeah.
We're doing celebrity news, just so you know, just to get you caught up.
Bill Gates' daughter Phoebe has officially announced she's dating Paul McCartney's grandson, Arthur. The 21-year-old confirmed her relationship by sharing a photo diary of her Stanford University graduation for Nylon magazine. And she wrote, my boyfriend Arthur giving me a lift post-ceremony. And they shared a photo. So people are losing their minds at Arthur, Paul McCartney's grandson
is
dating
going to date
Bill Gates' daughter.
It's a lot of money, marrying a lot of money.
It is.
Wow.
Britney Spears is getting closer to reconciling with
No
her
relation,
sons.
right?
Britney Spears.
I'm just making sure.
You just got to, cover the bases.
She recently spoke to
I don't know if it was a
Sean.
cousin or something,
Hey, you never know.
I don't want to speak ill of somebody's relative
I
if they're in
know.
here.
That's a good thing. Britney spoke to her sons, Sean, who's 18, and Jaden, who's 17, over the phone. The boys are interested in repairing their relationship, so this is actually good news. They have not talked for many years. They're living in Hawaii with their dad, Kevin Federline. Brittany has not yet
Who was a
visited.
personal hero of King Scott's, Kevin Federline. You ever meet Kevin Federline?
No. Never had the pleasure.
You're not familiar with his when he was doing a music career. Remember his big hit single was Popo's Owl? How I know that is
No, man.
Your
That
brain.
was his
pretty
single?
pathetic.
You're the only guy
of course
Brain
I know
full
that.
of stuff. A Toby Keith tribute show called Toby Keith American Icon is going to include performances from Luke Bryan, Jelly Roll, Lainey Wilson. It's a 2-hour special that will be on NBC on August 28th. In more celebrity news, Nick Bolia, the son of Hulk Hogan, pleaded guilty to charges in relations to his DUI arrest in Florida late last year. He was stopped after speeding at a traffic stop. The cop who pulled him over smelled alcohol on him, arrested him, and he was sentenced to a year of probation, lost his license for 12 months, and then he had to attend DUI classes and perform 100 hours of community service.
He, remember, he got into an accident back in the day with his buddy in the car and, like, paralyzed the buddy.
Yeah, 2007, reckless driving
man.
charge, and paralyzed one of his best friends. Days after Paramount Plus deleted 20 years of music journalism from MTV News and CMT.com, ComedyCentral.com is no longer active. A message on the URL told fans to search for Comedy Central content on Paramount Plus, but the older episodes of The Daily Show and Colbert are now not there. And it held 25 years of archived editions. So if you were wanting to see some old, Jon Stewart Daily Show action, that is completely gone.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday, Aries, that basically Paramount has scrubbed MTV News from existence. Like the MTV News, remember, it was the thing.
Yeah.
That's where you got your news. That's where you found out that, Kurt Cobain died. Kurt Loder was like an uncle to me.
Yeah.
Dude.
Woodstock
delivering
99.
the news.
I bet I started thinking about this yesterday because, we were looking up some of the stories that, we've been involved in or know about and scrubbing and getting rid of and all that. I'm wondering, man, if they're just bundling everything to have an archive. And, content is king these days, and you can place it anywhere. So, we all know about Paramount being for sale and all these rich kids are bidding on it and all that kind of crap. What if they're gearing up to have a product to sell, a mass product with 120 minutes, Yo MTV Raps, Sandblast, all the shows that we like.
Headbangers Ball.
Headbangers Ball.
I'm down.
Everything
Everything
that we
but
watch.
music.
Everything with music. Everything that MTV...
Everything but music.
That's MTV now, though.
Everything that MTV was.
Right.
And when they do a transition or something, maybe they unload this in some sort of YouTube exclusive channel or a Paramount
me up.
Plus. Imagine if we got to watch... If we tuned into a thing that was built into our Paramount Plus or Apple TV or whatever it was, where I could go watch Beavis and Butthead or 120 minutes or
I thought that was
or
Paramount
MTV
Plus,
News.
though. They already have archived Beavis and Buttheads and Daria and all that, right?
Well, a couple individual things, but I'm saying if they bundled and gave you MTV,
Right.
90s
Vintage
MTV,
package.
all of it.
That'd be cool.
Maybe that's what they're
I
gearing
don't know.
up
I
for,
think
and they're
it's
scrubbing it so
an
you
old
can't find
person
it.
going to say now, like, oh, MTV doesn't play video, doesn't play videos anymore. It hasn't played videos for a long, long time.
But when you say vintage MTV, that was vintage MTV.
Yeah.
Music videos.
Right.
Music videos and the shows that
I
were...
spent 8 hours a day
Me too.
watching MTV.
TRL and MTV2. Oh, man. Pop-up video.
Yeah, even the weird late night crap, the Eon Flux and all the cartoons.
Liquid
and
Television.
Yeah, Liquid Television. That's what it was.
So good. Rest in peace to Bill Cobbs, the actor known for roles like Night at the Museum, The Bodyguard. Also, People Under the Stairs. Do you remember he plays the grandpa in People Under the Stairs?
Yeah. I never saw it.
That movie was such a B-rated horror film, but man, screwed me up. The Rayanne from My So-Called Life plays the daughter who's like held captive, and all the people that are under the stairs get her out. The Roach guy. Bill Cobbs is also in that movie. He passed away at the age of 90.
I never knew his name. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
I never knew his name, but the face. Have you seen him?
Yeah, I saw the face.
The face and
I
the
thought
voice.
he had been passed away, though.
Really?
90.
90 years old.
90 years old. Is it congratulations?
Congratulations.
It
Yeah.
90?
We say congratulations if you make it to your 90s because it's such a rare, it's a rare thing.
Congratulations,
So what
man.
got him?
That's
Old
too many
age.
birthdays.
An
He died
acute
from too many birthdays.
case of too many birthdays.
His family shared he was a beloved partner, big brother, uncle, surrogate parent, godfather, friend. Bill recently and happily celebrated his 90th birthday surrounded by cherished loved ones. And as a family, we're comforted to know that Bill has found peace and eternal rest with his heavenly Father. And we ask for your prayers and encouragement during this time. He
Looks
also
like a nice dude.
was in the Air Force. He was a radar technician, breaking into Hollywood at nearly the age of 40. His acting career goes back to the 1970s. He was in nearly 200 movies and TV show credits to his name. So
Dude,
rest in peace.
I will forever see his face and his voice as the only cop from the 20th century in Demolition Man. He's like the old cop that they talk to, and it's like, back in my day, we had to arrest people. Like, I mean, dude, it's such a good role.
That was him?
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's great in that. He's in Night at the Museum and a few other things as well.
And finally, Aries, are you a music fan? I think you are.
Of course.
Yes. Entertainment Weekly has put together a list of popular songs that were written about celebrities, diss tracks, love songs. So I'm going to say the name and the artist of, the name of the song, the artist, and you can guess who that song was written about. So up first is Famous, Kanye West.
Who was the song about?
Yep.
Who is it about? Famous. What record?
Kanye West.
What year
Famous.
did that come out?
I'm not
Is
going to
that
have
the
the
one?
years.
Is that the one where he's in bed with all the mannequins?
I believe so.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Point for Riz. Justin Timberlake's "Cry Me a River."
Wasn't that about a girl?
Britney Spears.
It's about Britney.
Yeah.
That was about Britney
Aries'
Spears.
cousin.
Yeah, cousin.
"Flowers" by Miley Cyrus.
Liam
Bieber.
Liam Hemsworth. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. Her ex-fiance. Taylor Swift song "Bad Blood." This is a
Kanye.
diss track. No,
Mayor.
no, it's a girl.
A diss track on a girl.
Katy Perry.
Oh.
Bad Blood.
As a black man, if I knew the answer to that, my card is revoked.
John Legend, "All of Me."
John Legend, All of Me. Who's that about?
The So
I
Brave.
never even knew that was a diss track.
No, this is the love song.
Oh,
Diss track
no, I
and
know
love
the
song.
track. But it's about a celebrity though.
Yeah.
That's his the So Brave gal.
Yeah,
His
Chrissy
wife.
Teigen.
Teigen.
Yeah.
Yes, it's about Chrissy Teigen. John Mayer's "Your Body is a Wonderland."
Oh, that's my dude right there.
Joy
love him?
Behar.
So good.
That song is awesome.
Have you met
love
him?
that
It's got one of the pimpiest lines
Which line?
I've ever heard when he said,
Sing it.
I love it when your hair, something in your face. I like to see the shape you take when crawling towards the pillowcase. Just tell me where to go and make sure my hand hits your head behind the, before you, something.
Oh, man, my panties just melted
describing
off. That was
a
beautiful.
woman
Crawling
crawling
on
towards
the
the
bed.
pillowcase, and he'll put his hand behind your head before your head hits the bed. It's just a
It's so
vision.
descriptive.
Yeah, it's so pimpy.
My underwear just disintegrated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's that about?
That song is about
Jessica Simpson?
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Wow, cool.
And incidentally, I saw something where she posted about she's upset. She doesn't really like to do anything on Instagram because people are so judgmental, and the fact that she's like 50 now, and they're gonna talk about her looks and still smoking.
Still smoking hot.
Still smoking, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a couple more. "Obsessed" from Mariah Carey.
Eminem.
Eminem. Very good.
Point for Aries Spears.
What?
Coldplay's "Fix You."
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow. "Dude Looks Like a Lady" from Aerosmith.
I know this one.
Oh, Caitlyn Jenner.
No. Good guess.
Dee Snyder.
No, it's
you're
about
in-
Vince Neil.
It's about Vince
Vince
Neil.
Neil from Motley Crue.
yeah,
You know
I
the
saw him
story
at a
behind
bar.
that? So Vince Neil and Motley Crue were at a bar. Steven Tyler walks in. Vince Neil from behind looks like a chick.
Mm-hmm.
And its dude looks like a lady.
And there you go. And finally, this is an easy one. "Candle in the Wind." And then this is actually two people.
Princess Diana.
Marilyn Monroe.
Both Marilyn Monroe and Princess Diana. So the original was about Marilyn, and the later one after Princess Diana died was rewritten. And that is your crap on celebrities.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Chandler Riggs. That's Carl on The Walking Dead. He's 25. Madeline Sweeten, Ray's daughter from Everybody Loves Raymond, is 33. Matthew Lewis, two first names. That's Neville Longbottom in the Harry Potter movies. He's 35. Alana Masterson, Tara on The Walking Dead, is 36. Ed Westwick, that's Chuck on Gossip Girl, is 37. Drake Bell is 38. Sam Claflin, that's Finnick in The Hunger Games, and Enola Holmes, also in Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, he's 38. Khloe Kardashian is 40. Lee Nash, Sixpence None the Richer singer, is 48. Toby Maguire is 49. Draco Rosa, the former member and leader of Menudo, remember that group?
Yeah.
Is 55. J.J. Abrams, the creator of Alias, Lost, Force Awakens director, Rise of Skywalker. This dude's done it all. He's 58. And Julia Duffy. Yes, we're talking about people from Newhart. Julia Duffy from Newhart is 73 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Reagan Starr. And today's birthday girl's been in 194 fine films, including 72 Cheerleader Orgy, The Bear Bitch Project, The Butt Hut. She was in King Scott's favorite, Creme de la Face 48.
Yes,
Pretty
great,
Pink.
great flick. Yeah.
Crush That Ass 5. Debbie Does Iowa. Fire in the Hole. Gutter Mouths 10. Liquid Gold 1 and 2. The Panty World 4. Spin the Booty. And Who Can Forget a Role in 2014's Get Me Some White Ass. Reagan Starr is 48 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. Ladies and gentlemen, Aries Spears in the studio. Thanks for sitting through that.
Oh, no problem.
Helium Comedy Club tonight. tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Second time on the show, actually. The first time you were with us, it was your first interview after COVID.
Really?
So we have that.
Oh, okay.
It was your first time actually out in the real world talking and being interviewed back in 2022.
Okay.
After a long lockdown with COVID.
Nice.
Welcome back to the studio.
Full circle, man.
Full circle.
Yeah.
How you feeling, man? You were on TMZ this week, and
was I?
Oh yeah.
Saying what?
You didn't know you were on TMZ this week?
No.
Talking about your butt.
Talking about your butt.
Oh, they showed that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah, and colonoscopy. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
headline:
my God.
TMZ colonoscopy. PSA to black men: cut the homophobia. Get it done.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do a joke about getting a prostate exam, and it never fails. I mean, you could just look into the crowd, and black men want to laugh, but we the black community is so conservative, but especially black men about anything, no matter even if your health we're talking about your health being at risk and doing the right thing, anything that even feels like it's gay. Black men can't laugh at it. And then I address the elephant in the room when I go, it's funny when I do that joke. Black dudes, I see y'all trying to laugh, but you fighting it. White guys don't have a problem laughing at that because white boys play gay games with each other all the time. Tanner, Trevor, dude, Ethan Sleep, put your balls on his nose and take a picture. That's funny to white guys. Brothers don't play them games.
No.
So it's always, I love
Ain't
it.
nothing going up there is basically the,
yeah, but which is again, and even when I say in my bit, I said black men would rather die than have to endure the idea of a doctor's finger in your butt because you somehow confusing a health exam with homosexuality.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, knock it off, man. It's your health we talking about.
No, but TMZ did a nice little write-up.
Yeah,
you were in your in the bed.
Yeah, I recorded it and I posted it on Instagram.
And it was basically, hey, get this, and they found 2 polyps.
Yeah, and removed them. Yeah, so I'm extremely, listen, I know I do a lot of stuff I shouldn't do. I sit back and have these guilt trips in my mind, like, dude, you doing all this, some of this and some of that. You'd be a fool not to, go find out at least, Well,
it's a nice little PSA.
Yes, absolutely. And and our job as comedians is to be funny amongst the seriousness of what it is. So, and I think I kind of did that. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, you and listen, it's not that, we've talked about it before. You don't feel anything.
The prep is the worst part.
For sure.
Yeah, dude. The night before.
You can't eat anything for 24 hours, and then they give you this weird.
It's fine. You're on the toilet for half the day.
No, all day.
All day.
Did you do the?
I wish I could remember the comedian, but he calls it the night of 1,000 waterfalls.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm literally because it feels like your booty is pissing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you do the drink? Because
yes, that's what I'm talking about. The drink is nasty. It's like cough syrup times 1,000 in terms of the taste, which isn't pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to do that twice, and they had me do it, but they said between 3 and 6 in a day, which is bad enough. But the second time I had to do it was between 3 and 5 a.m. And it's like I'm supposed to go to sleep.
Right. Yeah.
After that, I'm up now.
Yeah. You're so hungry.
You're hungry, and even if you try to get to sleep, every 10 minutes your stomach is letting you know, hey man, still could take that trip.
Yeah, but you know what though? You're about to take the best sleep of your life.
Once you're out. When they put you out.
Oh, it's the
and
best
that's the
nap.
scary part because it's like you have no perception of time. Like when she put the oxygen mask on me, I felt my face get warm. And then she said, count backwards from 15. I got to 12.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, I woke up in recovery.
That's the stuff Michael Jackson took home.
Yeah. I think it's called Propofol, yeah. And
Dude, it's time travel juice. Like,
yeah, man, you don't.
Just
You just wake up like it never even happened.
Yeah.
The only other time that happened to me, I took a Quaalude once, and I lost an entire night.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, Wolf of Wall
Did
Street.
you remember of nothing?
Nothing.
Really?
I woke up on a couch. I was still clothed.
That's
Thank God.
good. Aries, when you woke up from being under, were you weird? You cried? You do anything weird?
No,
you didn't say anything goofy?
everything was back to like normal, like it never happened. Yeah, the biggest, and I don't like needles either. So they got to put the IV in your arm, and they wheeled me into the room, and I guess the chick doing the anesthesia, they for whatever reason they got to make sure it's you. So they ask you before they start, name, birthday, do you know why you're here? And she goes, do you know why you're here? I said, do you? I said, if you don't know, I'm in the wrong place. So yeah, man, it's scarier on paper than it is for real.
Yeah, and then you get up and you feel you're a little groggy at first, but you had a great sleep.
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. I mean,
you go to breakfast.
The only thing they said you could eat was like chicken broth, and I'm not a big soup guy, so I'm in the grocery store looking for chicken broth. And I mean, when you're starving, dude, right now I would eat soups that I know I would never eat. Cream of celery, cream of broccoli.
You know anybody that's into soup?
I love a good tomato or lobster bisque.
Sure.
I love me some clam chowder. You know, chicken noodle soup. But that's about as far as I go.
Classics.
But I'm going, dude, cream of spinach. Cream of celery.
It's fine.
Give it to me now. I was, it was terrible, man.
So hopefully everything's all right with the polyps.
Yeah.
And you don't even know they take them out.
Yeah. It's nothing. It really is.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
So get it done, fellas.
Dude,
Black men.
And next time you go, too, they gave me the option. Instead of drinking the stuff, I was like, I've drank something similar to that before. They're like, we got pills if you can take 100 pills.
I'm wondering if the pills, though, is the same effect, though.
Same effect.
Really?
Oh, I promise you. Same effect.
Oh, I would have rather taken the pills.
Oh, dude, it's great. You can ask for it. You do 25 pills, and then you sit
at once?
Yeah, at one. I mean, not in one swallow, but yeah, in one go.
Consecutively.
Wow.
And then you kind of sit there for a while and do your thing, and then you do it again like 40 minutes later. You do it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Clears you out. It's about 4 hours of hell.
Yeah.
And then you're clear and you're good, and you go to bed starving, and you get up and have the procedure, and you're done.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Do the pills next time.
I couldn't wait to eat when I was done. I was like, how soon after this can I eat? They said immediate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
was
the
this
best.
because you're a certain age? For me, I got to get one done. I just turned 45.
Well, I'm 49, so I know I'm in that neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in that prostate zip code. So, yeah, I'm. It's like to me working out. I'm so hesitant. I must have canceled that appointment 8 times.
Yeah.
But once I go and do it, I'm like proud of myself.
Yeah.
And I put my big boy pants on, and say I did it.
Spread the word. Get it done, fellas.
Really,
spread it.
It's more about taking your big
Spread
big
it. Spread them.
The first
Spread 'em,
time I
guys.
had a prostate exam, a dude did it, and I actually, in the joke, say something that actually happened comedically. But the second time I had it done, a woman did it. And listen, man, I'm gonna tell you, as a black man, the 2 stereotypes I'm not proud of that I don't fulfill, I don't check the blanks, is I'm not good at basketball and I don't have a big piece. You know what I mean? So when she said, boom, put your pants down. I felt like if I didn't address it, you know what I mean?
No.
So, because she was white too.
Yeah.
So I just looked at it and I said, "Hey, look, this ain't indicative of who I am." You know what I mean? I'm just letting you know, because I know they talk, and I know sometimes she got to be around her black girlfriends and going, "They ain't all like that." You know what I mean?
Especially since you're a celebrity, like Aries Spears.
And that's the other part that sucks too, is
Tiny penis.
because like when I went in to do the colonoscopy, the doctor looks at me and he goes, "I thought that was you." And he goes, name on the chart. And he goes, "Yeah, man, you do all the impressions and blah, blah, blah." And I went, "Nah, that ain't me." You about to play with my butt. No Diddy. That ain't me. Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't ask you to do an impression. You ever go someplace and you're famous for your impressions.
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel like it's one of those things like, Mr. Funny Guy impression guy's here. All right, what do you got?
I in a weird way, it's like the mafia has rules: no women, no kids. Mm-hmm. So I kind of am like the mafia with the request. I don't deny women and kids. You know what I mean? Grown dudes, depending on when you get me, maybe. But I can't say no if a kid. That's like crushing their dreams or whatever. But and a woman is a potential lay. So I gotta always step up to the plate. You know what I mean? If I gotta do a little shack to get some sack, you know what I mean?
Now,
no Diddy.
Do some shack to get some sack.
To get
in
into
the
sack. Yeah. Yeah, that came out so wrong.
Because I've seen, man, the weirdest request for an impression that I ever saw was I was hanging out with Craig Gass. And,
that dude's phenomenal.
And Gene Simmons, we ran into Gene Simmons. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Gene Simmons was like, "I hear you do an impression of me, do it."
Yeah.
And Craig Gass had to do an impression of Gene Simmons in front of Gene Simmons to kind of get his approval.
Let me tell you, I've never seen him do Gene Simmons, but I've seen a million Christopher Walkens. But it's Christopher Walken, but more importantly than that, his Sam Kinison.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
Craig Sam Kinison is...
Jesus. I mean, there's some guys that do impressions when I say dead on, like if you close your eyes, you can't deny that's not who that is.
Right.
And I always tell people, it's a little funny, like sometimes I'll be online and I look at people do impressions, and I'm reading the comments, and people are like, oh my God, that's so spot on, incredible. I go, what are you hearing? Like the pitch, the tone,
you know
the
who this person is.
Like, you thought that was good? Like, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I hear too much of your own voice in that. Like, let's say when Frank does Madden, he owns it.
Right.
When Godfrey does Steve Harvey, it's his. When Jay Farrell does Will Smith, forget about it.
Yeah.
Affion Crockett's Chris Tucker. So when or Chris Rock. So when I hear certain dudes do impressions, man, I'm like, yo, I hear your voice in that. So you don't have it 100%. My voice is a little, because it's morning and I've been traveling, so I don't know if I'm 100%. But, you know.
No, I would never ask. You know,
No, but
we had Kevin Pollak in here, the great comedian. And,
yeah.
He's, 1,000 impressions, too.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him to do any impressions. And after remember this after the interview,
yeah,
he goes,
man.
dude, thank you so much for not asking me to do an impression.
Yeah, he said we were
I've
the
never
first
done
to
an
have
interview.
Yeah.
Where nobody's asked me to do an impression.
I don't mind it. It's just, but I can see where sometimes guys like him come from that place because, people think you're a one-trick pony. Like even when I read some of the comments of trolls or haters on Instagram, and they're like, man, that's all he's known for. That's all he does. Oh, no. Don't get it twisted. It's like I'm like Michael Jordan. I got there's no weaknesses in my game. Me doing impressions is like dunking. I can do that anytime I want. I want you to know what my basketball IQ is. I can play defense. I can rebound. I can steal. I'm an assist man. So it's like I take pride in going, look, don't think for 1 second that that's all I bring to the table.
I thought you couldn't play basketball. Kidding.
There's also no way to ask somebody to do an impression without it being awkward, without it being weird.
Mm-hmm. No, some guys live to do them because maybe that is all they got. But
I don't know. As somebody who's interviewing somebody else, there's no way to make it not weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Aries do Mike Tyson.
Right.
I mean, that just comes out of nowhere.
It's like when I do Tony Soprano. All the guys going out of Irish for the man I got at the gravy.
Which is great.
Show, Uncle John, Johnny Shack, even my sister Janish. So it's like you don't hear me, you hear Tony Soprano with the H. Uncle John and my son Mario and AJ. It's very good for the business. Nothing upstate in New Jersey. So it's like you know what I mean? Gotta hit that, that's Janish and Uncle John.
Have you ever had to do it in front of somebody that you are impersonating?
Shaq loves it. But Shaq's such a big child. He's
That's someone I'd love to meet, man. I've never met him.
He
seems awesome.
He's so fun loving. Even though I put out a post recently where I think Shaq sometimes takes things comedically too far. Like he told this story about I forget the name of the NBA player, but somebody was on his team at the time. I think when he played for Phoenix, and they were known for doing practical jokes. So Shaq goes, I bought this van, and this player filled my van up to the brim with peanuts. And I had to clean that out. So to get him back, I took his mouthpiece and I put it in my underwear. And he had the mouthpiece swimming near his testes and his penis. And at some point, he told the team and the coaches, yo, don't tell him I did that. So he gives the dude his mouthpiece. And sure enough, he in practice with the mouthpiece with Shaq's DNA all on it.
Oh, my God.
I went, yeah, you see, Shaq, you don't know. Come on, bruh.
That's over the line.
That's over the line, dude. Yeah. You don't put I'm gonna put that in my mouth, man.
I think you say he scored 50 points that night.
Yeah, nuts for nuts, I guess.
Well, that's disgusting.
Yeah, nuts for nuts.
Nuts for nuts, man.
Yeah, it sounds good on paper.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
That's cruel, though. That's cruel.
Yeah, that's
too far. No, it's a shame now that Shaq and Charles Barkley aren't going to be doing, the inside
I think
the
that
NBA
is the
thing.
biggest tragedy in sports. That show, there are so many people that will tell you, myself included, where I watch that show more for them than the games.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley, and listen, that show was fire before they added Shaq. Because Charles was always Charles, and Kenny Smith has kind of got that New York funny kind of swagger, but it's not really, it don't flow off of him as naturally as it does Shaq and Charles. And once they added Shaq and they figured out that dynamic, and I even love the placement in terms of where they sit. You know,
on the opposite ends.
Opposite ends, like two kids in class that have to be separated because the teacher knows if they sit together and cut up, it's over. And I'm telling you, man, the way those two bounce off each other, it's gonna be a sad day, man.
And Charles said even if they take the show to another network, that's it.
He said even if they kept it on TNT, which at first he was like, his whole thing was like, I might even try to figure out a way where I can produce it. So that way we keep the band together. But after he thought about it, he said, man, even if we stay on TNT, next year's my last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, end of an era.
Yeah, man. And there are times when I'll come home and, you know, I record it when I know I'm not going to be there to watch it. And, you know, I got my favorite meal. I get into bed. I'm ready to eat, relax. I tune in. And it just happens to be one of those weeks where either one of them has some personal stuff going on, so they're replaced by somebody else. And the minute I see it's not the gang, I go, oh, click, and I'm watching. Watch, man. Not watching. You can't replace that chemistry, man. That chemistry is phenomenal.
That's a shame.
Yeah, man. Oh, God, I love that show.
And listen, St. Louis is not a basketball city, which is a shame because I think we could support
I think
an NBA team here.
Totally support it.
But yeah, I'd still tune into TNT just to see what was going on. Just to watch
there was
those
one
guys.
time Shaq had to promote, I guess, a show called The Alienist. And he's reading off the prompter, blah, 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 blah. And don't forget to watch The Alienist this time at this time, blah, blah, blah. So the studio, the people in the studio start applauding. And Barkley goes, why are y'all applauding him for knowing how to read? And then Shaq goes, you do it, Chuck. You do it. And I mean, man, sure enough, 10 seconds didn't even go by. And Charles butchered it. He went, and make sure y'all watch the astonishing. And everybody started dying. And Shaq was like, that's that Auburn education. Just like,
Who would have missed that?
Where else do you get that, man?
And then you could clearly see they love each other.
Oh, my God. It's like big brother, little brother,
They
man.
love each other.
Yeah.
I was watching, before you came on, you were being interviewed by somebody named DJ Vlad.
Yeah, I'm always on DJ Vlad.
And man, you were very passionate about 90s hip-hop music.
Absolutely. The greatest era in hip-hop music. The 90s.
Do you consider yourself an expert?
I don't know what an expert, what the details of what the criteria of an expert is, but I came up in that era.
Right.
So, I think I'm pretty well versed.
Okay, well, yesterday we were talking about the greatest, most iconic opening lines in rock history. We didn't include any hip hop songs in that.
I threw in that Coolio line just because
you threw in Coolio. Don't say what it is. Don't say what it is. Don't say what it is.
Just the line. We're just talking about lines.
I know, but Coolio is like, white people. This is for y'all if y'all really don't want that uncut cocaine.
All right.
Totally.
Well, how about
There's
this?
a first line there.
And Aries Spears is here. See him at Helium Comedy Club this weekend.
Yeah.
You don't have anywhere to go, right?
2 shows tonight, 2 shows Saturday, 1 Sunday.
Okay, so can we do a little quiz after the break?
Yeah.
A little game?
Yeah.
So I'm going to read you the opening line from a hip hop song.
I think I know what you're gonna say, and if you don't say what I think you're gonna say, that's tragic.
No, I have a bunch of them.
Because there's one that just reigns supreme.
Okay, and we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's on this list. Maybe it's not. So I got 15 altogether, and we'll make it a game. Listeners, call up.
Man, the one that reigns supreme.
Out of 15 opening classic hip hop song opening lines, how many will Aries Spears get correct? Out of 15.
Okay.
Scott, take the calls. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Aries Spears is here. We got to take a break. We'll play next. It's 8:37. It is Thursday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. We have delays 270 eastbound between 44 and Manchester. Average speed down to about 30 miles an hour. Further south, there are delays. Oh, never mind. That just cleared. It's great. Your point forecast, lower humidity and sunny skies. High of 89. Right now it's 73 at the Point Studio.
What's going on? It's Liv, and I'm in the Four Brothers Mead tent, joined by a few of the members of Papa Roach. How's it going, guys?
I'm great. I'm great.
it's great.
I'm great. Good to be here. Point Fest again.
Yes, and I know
We're doing
like
it.
you're a Point Fest veteran. This is my first one.
Oh, really?
And the guys were telling me, he's like, you know what? Jacoby one time came over here, took his pants off into the whole interview in his underwear.
Damn, I don't
So
even
you are a
remember that.
bit overdressed.
Damn. It's part of my,
Are we gonna roll the clip?
Dude, I got to see this. I totally forgot that.
Apparently it happened.
I know. I do look good with my pants off, though. But, yeah.
That would push ticket sales for tonight.
Totally.
We're so excited that you guys are here. You got Ego Trip.
Yeah, it's out.
It's out. It's incredible. And we were just talking off the interview that I'm from Maine. A lot of snow in Maine, and I gotta say, Swerve is my snowstorm driving jam. Crank it up, and when it's coming down and people are driving all over the road, the perfect song.
That's perfect, for real. I can just imagine seeing all these cars just like
That's exactly how it
careening
goes.
off into the ditch.
Yep. Now,
Yeah.
you guys just released a music video for No Apologies. One steady shot. Tell me about that.
Take. Yeah, that was cool. That was we've been doing it for a little while, and it was great for the tour. We did it pretty much every day, but we picked the best one, and it was like it just the crowd came alive, and it just made for a great show. And
I think we'll do it again tonight.
Do it up.
I mean, we've been doing it every night. We're like, hey, one take music video, let's go.
Yeah.
It's so good. And your brother does it.
Yes, he does all of our content, and it's fun having him on the road. He's not here with us today. It was just like we got 2 shows, so
Yep.
we're playing
Give
here,
him
and
a
then we're
day off.
Captain Jim's Fireworks in West Alton, Highway 67, right between the bridges for our annual Riz Show broadcast at Captain Jim's. He will have a ton of stuff to give away, as always. And, come down, hang out, watch him shoot off some stuff. Stock up for your own 4th of July extravaganza. 4th of July is coming up a week from today. And Captain Jim's Fireworks is the #1 family-run stand in the area, serving since 1947. Prices have come down to pre-COVID levels, and on top of that, Captain Jim's still offering the biggest sales and the best rewards program in the business. Online ordering is back as well. Go to fireworksstl.com, see what the products are, see the pricing, even see videos of the stuff they carry so you know what you're getting before you buy it. And when you check out, use code RIZ24 for 10% off. But if you're going down to the store, great. Committed staff, salespeople on the floor always help you put together the best show for your budget, of course. They have the no-dud guarantee. When you check out, mention the Riz Show for 10% off. It's Captain Jim's Fireworks in West Alton, Highway 67, right between the bridges. Same shopping plaza as the Dirt Cheap. Same parking lot. Fireworksstl.com.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ready to roll? We are backstage at Point Fest, ladies and gentlemen. Brent and Barry from Shinedown. What's up, gentlemen?
Well,
How are
hello.
you?
What's going on? How are you?
It's great to see you. It's great to see you.
Good to
First
see
of
you.
all,
Thanks for being cool with us because I was super late.
No.
I was very late. Some
no.
things in rock and roll haven't changed.
No,
The
no.
singers are usually late.
now listen, if we're going to do it, you are 18 minutes behind. I don't think that that's even late as far as rock stars go. I think that's just about flat.
All right, we can take that.
Yeah.
I don't know if do we look at ourselves as, the RS, the rock star type?
You don't have to. I appreciate that you don't, but I do, and I can.
I
You know what I
appreciate
mean?
it. The reason I am late though is because I needed to take a shower because, quite frankly, I smelled like a farm animal. So I wanted to make sure that we were good today.
So see, the 18 minutes late is completely acceptable, and I do appreciate it.
Oh, you should, because I had to be next to him. It was not good.
Well, first and foremost, congratulations on the record.
Thank you.
I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. The song Devil has been doing amazing things for the radio station. People loved it as soon as we put it on the air. There is something so great, and it just has that sort of anthemic quality about it. Where did that song fall in the recording of this particular record? Was that one of your first ones that came about?
It came about probably right in the middle. There were a lot of things about and are, in regards to Attention, the new album. We did things a little differently this time. We've had the pleasure of working with a lot of producers, a lot of great engineers, male and female. But it was time for us to do it in-house. So our bass player, Eric Bass, who is quite frankly way more than a bass player. He produced Attention. He also mixed it. And so the dynamic of everything too is that it is a conceptual piece of work, but not in the traditional sense. We call it a story album because everything takes place inside of a room on the record. The goal is to put the audience and the listener into this room to take this journey. And Devil is basically the beginning of this journey because we don't look at it as like the story starts off at rock bottom, but the fact is this individual that is inside the story has come to a place in their life where if they don't confront what's inside of them that could potentially sabotage them, their family, and quite frankly, their actual life in general, they're gonna have to face these demons basically. So Devil starts the beginning of the story of Attention, but the actual song was probably written about middle of the way in the recording process, or the writing process, I should say.
And there's a lot going on here because you recorded at Eric's studio, which was not a commercial studio that normally does this kind of thing, correct?
It is a commercial studio for him. He's done a lot of stuff there. In fact, when we met Eric 10 years ago, 11 years ago, when we were doing Sound of Madness, we were writing for Sound of Madness, and we actually went to his studio to write. We didn't know him. He was just a producer at that studio, and we wrote at that studio.
Oh, the online show Hot Ones. It's where the host, Sean Evans, is interviewing somebody, gives them progressively hotter chicken wings, while Stella Artois is partnering with Hot Ones to bring hot wings and hot trivia here to St. Louis. Sign up now to compete in 3 rounds of trivia where the questions get more difficult as the wings get hotter. You can visit Cyberg's or Hot Shots locations to sign up to participate and compete in the competition for an awesome St. Louis staycation grand prize, which includes 2-night stay at Live by Lowe's down next to the stadium, plus Cardinal Suite tickets and more, or just come hang out, watch the festivities, and enjoy some free Stella sampling and your chance at attendance prizes. The first event is tonight, 6 to 8, with Jamie Rivers at the Cyberg's Dorset in Maryland Heights. Or if you can't make that, come out to my appearance July 11th at the Hot Shots in Fenton from 6 to 8. Again, Stella Artois with Hot Ones. Get all the details at 1057thepoint.com.
Hey, everybody, it's Jeff Burton from the Rizzuto Show. Thanks for tuning into the Facebook takeover with, my goodness, Taylor Momsen. How you doing?
Padre Riz. All right, welcome back to the program. Aries Spears is here. See him at Helium Comedy Club tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's I think it's time to play a little game with Aries.
Before we play, I wanted to ask you guys a question.
Yes, please.
Kind of like a Twilight Zone dilemma. See if you can follow me on this. Like, you know how we were talking about the anesthesia, and I'm like, you have no concept of time.
Yeah.
If the doctor said we can put you under, and you stay under, and you wake up 25 years from now, but you look exactly how you look now. You're just 25 years older.
Yeah.
But everybody else in life has advanced
25 years.
25
I love this
years.
question.
Would you do it?
Ah, man, I got 2 kids.
So, yeah.
So, yes.
And they're young.
So you're going to die at the age you're going to die, but you just may still look like this.
Man, I'd be missing, like, you know, my kids' weddings, hopefully, and I'm missing a big part of their lives. You know, I got 2 teenagers at home.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 40. I'll be 46 in August. So
46, 50. So let's say you did it. You know, you wake back up at 66. But you still look like you look right now.
It's a whole new crop of people you could like date and be married to.
And you still got the same energy and everything, but you know, you're 66, but you look like that.
Oh, man, I don't know, because I'd be losing so much with the kids
And
and
you,
stuff.
you wouldn't know how to use whatever phone they have. You'd be the old guy, even though you didn't look like it.
Would it bother you at all that
technology.
it's like all your friends and family and loved ones are older looking, but you're not?
No, that wouldn't bother me. I'd be more selfish about things.
Dude, there was a Mel Gibson movie that nobody saw in the 90s called Forever Young that addresses this.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And it's pretty much nothing but drawbacks. So I would
you
say
do it?
No.
Learn?
No. I like all the. I mean,
your husband will be 25 years older.
I know. He's going to be hot no matter what. So, I mean, no, I'm not doing it though.
You know, I think I would want to do it because, you know, like sometimes when I'm looking at TikTok and they got that song, Forever Young,
Oh, yeah.
Forever Young. And it's just everybody in their 20s and 30s look like movie stars.
I know.
Even if you ugly, you sexy.
Yeah.
At 20.
It's true.
But when you see people that even if they've aged kind of gracefully, like for instance, Rob Lowe. I just watched the Hulu documentary on the Brat Pack.
Yeah. Was it good?
Listen, man, ain't a gay bone in my body, man.
That's a handsome man.
Rob Lowe.
He's beautiful.
And that square jaw and them piercing eyes, and he still looks good now at 60.
John Stamos, too.
But I'm just going, dude, in your 20s, what woman said no to Rob Lowe?
I know.
No woman.
What I mean, Brad Pitt, what's that one movie he did where his hair was long?
Oh, my gosh.
Legends of
Vampire?
the
Fall.
Come on,
Please. Get out of
I
here.
got wet.
I love
Come on,
Aries
I get it.
Spears.
So I'm just saying, like, if you could hold on to that and be 70,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But everybody around you is old, so you feel out of place, like everybody else's skin is dragging.
But then what am I doing? What am I doing with my new power?
Right.
Am I just going
Use
looking
it.
for chicks?
Well, you don't have to, but you know what I mean? But you got that young flesh down there versus.
But now I got an old wife.
You know what I mean? That's the dilemma.
And you're going to be trying to figure out
I got an old looking wife.
Everybody around you is old, but you're that same age.
Yeah,
but you look 20.
It's going to lead to a lot of problems, I think.
Yeah.
And you'll be like a creepster at an old folks' home. They're like, why is this young guy
Yeah.
here hanging out picking up chicks?
He's
Yeah.
curmudgeon-y now. He'll be way worse. in
Yeah.
a couple of years.
I've never sat next to a guy that looked like a cross between Kenny G and Thor.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yes. That is the best compliment you've ever received.
Yes, it is.
Let's play this game. Aries Spears, who is a 90s hip hop enthusiast, and I threw some more modern stuff in here. So I'm going to read you the opening line from a classic hip hop song. Let's see if you could find the. Let's see if you get the name and the name of the song and the artist. It's going to be easy for you. Out of 15, people on the phone made their guesses.
Right.
Let's see here. Somebody said 14, 13, 13, 11, 11, 12. So people have confidence in you.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's do this. It was all a dream.
It was all a dream.
I used to read Word Up
magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine.
So
yeah,
it is
Biggie Baby.
song called
B.I.G.
Song is
Juicy.
Right on.
Dang.
You are now about to witness the strength
Of street knowledge. Dr. Dre and W.A.
Song?
Straight Outta Compton.
Good job.
I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side.
Wu-Tang.
Song?
See, that's where it gets hard.
I can't remember the name of the song, but I know it's Wu-Tang. I grew up on the crime side, New York Times side.
We'll give you half a point.
Half a point.
Yeah.
It's Cream.
Cream, right. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money.
Yeah,
Dollar bill, y'all.
All right.
Oh, man.
6 million ways to die. Choose one.
6 million ways to die. Choose Snoop Dogg.
Song? Oh, man.
It's so hard.
I don't remember.
Murder was the case.
Yeah.
Half a
Half a
point.
point.
Case that they gave me.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Oh, come on. LL Cool J, Mama said knock you out.
Okay. All right. Listen, some of these are easy.
Listen, I just so y'all know, in terms of my blackness, you know, at heart, I'm a Huxtable, but I got some good times in me. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, I'm going to know pretty much all of these.
All right. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep. Curtis Blow. No.
Grandmaster Flash.
The Furious Five.
And
right.
the name of the song is?
Something Jungle.
The Message.
Oh, geez. 0 points.
Goodness
0 points
gracious.
given. Gather round, I'm the new fool in town, and my sounds laid
Humpty,
down by
Digital
the
Underground. Humpty Hump.
5 points.
Dance.
I once got busy with a chick in a Burger King.
He passed away recently, right?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah, you're right.
Shock G.
During 2020, right?
Shock
Yeah,
G.
yeah. Where Tupac got his start.
That's right. If you watch that video, young Tupac dancing in the back. Just waking up in the morning. Got to thank God.
I hate that song, and I don't hate the artist, but I'm not a fan of Ice Cube.
Ice Cube and...
Today was a good day.
We play that every
God, I
Friday on
hate
this
that
show.
song.
You hate that song?
I think that song is whack. This is garbage.
Shock G died in 21.
21, huh?
Yeah, I thought it was like last year.
All right. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of
Coolio.
death. Yep. All right, we'll give you Gangsta's Paradise.
It's a great line. It's a great line.
There's some rappers who are white safe. Like Young MC, Bust a Move, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back, MC Hammer, Can't Touch. White people, that's y'all's anthem when it comes to black rappers. Oh,
It's such good music, though.
That's that.
I've danced so much.
That's not potent marijuana. That's oregano. That's got stems and seeds in it.
But you can smoke it.
Yeah.
This next one is one of my favorites. I think this is going to be a tough one. Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love, she wanted you to wait?
Oh, you got what I need, but you say he's just, oh, baby, you.
Biz Marquis.
Yep.
Just a friend. That's one of my favorite opening lines. They see me rolling. They hating.
I know. They see me rolling. That's what I hating.
This is a more modern one.
Oh, come on, man. You got this. It's in the next loop.
Mm-hmm.
They see me rolling.
They see me
hating.
The fact that she knows it more than I do.
Yeah, this is pretty white.
Who is it?
It's Chameleon Air.
That's right.
And Ride.
I thought it was white and nerdy. Weird.
Right, no.
Riding dirty.
Okay.
Right.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hove. Boom, 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 boom.
Another great opening line.
Oh, as a matter of fact, that is my opening intro music before I hit the stage.
And the song is called?
See, this is.
It's so hard. It is so hard.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Hove.
H to the O-V. Oh my God!
Come on, Aries Spears.
No.
Jay-Z's so mad right now.
You have to smack me after that. I do it every. Public service announcement.
There it is. Public service announcement.
It's early.
Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild, Wild West.
Oh, Jesus. Will Smith, Wild, Wild West.
No, dude. That's got to be California Love.
It's California Love. Tupac featuring Dr. Dre.
Right. When you said Wild, Wild West, I just hear the Wild, Wild West.
Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild, Wild West.
All right.
Remember that music video,
Dude, that
Mad
video is
Max?
sick.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
Back on the scenes, who we dreaming? California screaming.
Yeah. Two more.
I'm listening
Bass.
to that today.
How low can you go?
Bass. How
Death
low
Row.
Public Enemy, #1.
Yeah.
Bring the noise. Yes. Yeah. And finally,
you got to let him go for the song title because that's tough stuff.
well,
That's
he
the tough
had it.
stuff.
What did you think of Anthrax doing Bring the Noise with them?
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but one of the classics is what is it? Aerosmith, Run DMC.
Walk This Way.
Walk This Way. Yeah. All right. Finally, his palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms heavy.
Eminem, Lose Yourself.
Okay, fine.
Very good.
How many good out of 15? 11 out of 15.
I told you.
That's pretty good.
That is really good.
All right, now what is your favorite, most iconic opening line from a rap song ever?
Battle between Tupac and Biggie. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
Oh, shoot.
All right, yeah. That is a heck of an opening line.
That is, I said on Vlad.
That's it.
That is one of the hardest battles ever. And he opens with that line, and I go, yo, and the beat he didn't even start rapping yet.
Right.
Just that line.
Right. Oh, damn.
All right, well, Aries Spears, see him at Helium Comedy Club tonight, 8 o'clock, tomorrow, 7 and 10, Saturday, 7 and 10, Sunday at 7. What else are we promoting? A website, a podcast? What else?
The podcast is called Spears and Steinberg, a.k.a. The Jew and the Jerk. Available on all streaming platforms. Or you can slide into my DMs on Instagram, and I will send you the links. Also, subscribe on our YouTube channel, Spearsberg Pod. Hit like and subscribe. That's very important. And I always tell people, man, I know we're like over 500 episodes, and it's going to be tough, but listen from the beginning. Start from 1 because you get to capture the growth of where we started to where we are now, and more importantly, the callbacks, the characters that I created. Because if you listen now and out of context, you're not going to get certain callbacks and characters and the origins. So you're kind of doing yourself
can't just jump in.
a disservice. treat it like masturbation and potato chips. Once you start, you can't stop. And we didn't get on YouTube until probably our 3rd year together. So all the episodes aren't even available on YouTube. Listen, it binge, clean the house, take a drive, whatever you do where you need to kill time, do that. I'm telling you, you're doing a disservice if you don't do it that way.
And before you leave, we do have to present you with a Riz Show second-timer certificate. Congratulations, Aries Spears.
Yeah, that's what's up.
The two-timers club, part of the two-timers club.
He looks at the baby.
Hanging up on the fridge. There you go. Enjoy. Enjoy it. The great Aries Spears, everybody. What did I do here? Hang on.
What did you do?
Oh, there it is.
Perfect. Oh, there we go.
I pressed buttons and things were happening. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with the emails. It is 8:59. It is Thursday. Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. The highways are looking clear. Your point forecast, lower humidity and sunny skies today, high of 89. Right now it's 76 at the Point Studio.
There's a big tour, big show coming to St. Louis, April the 1st over at the Chaffetz Arena. And I am very stoked for the very first time to be chatting with Co Wetzel. Co, you'll be at Chaffetz. It is the Road to El Paso Tour Part 1. And we're playing the song Creeps. And it's really nice to meet you, Co.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having us on. Thank you for jamming the music, dude.
Now, no problem at all. And we got a lot to get to here. But I, as somebody that's kind of new to you and what you do, what was the first music in your life that caught your ear, that made you, that started to like kind of lay the foundation for you being a very passionate music fan?
I would probably have to say.
Look at you. Good for you. Buy a home, build some equity. Now, mortgage is like a fingerprint. Everybody's different. Kevin Putney, the 123 Mortgage Team, is going to help you secure your dream home with the 123 Mortgage Rate Advantage. So he's going to find the loan that fits your needs, put that puzzle together, because I'm sure you're getting all sorts of advice from everybody, every which way. Here's what you got to do. You got to do this. You can't borrow. Blah, blah, blah. Kevin's the expert. He knows what he's doing. We bought our last house through Kevin. We refinanced twice with Kevin. Even before you call the realtor, call Kevin. Get that 123 Mortgage Team advantage. He offers all sorts of programs, too. First-time home buyers programs, down payment assistance. Give him a call, 314-862-0123. He's online at 123mortgage.com. It's Kevin Putney, Equal Housing Opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, 123mortgage.com, 314-862-0123.
There's a big tour, big show coming to St. Louis, April the 1st over at the Chaffetz Arena. And I am very stoked for the very first time to be chatting with Co Wetzel. Co, you'll be at Chaffetz. It is the Road to El Paso Tour Part 1. And we're playing the song Creeps. And it's really nice to meet you, Co.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having us on. Thank you for jamming the music, dude.
Now, no problem at all. And we got a lot to get to here. But I, as somebody that's kind of new to you and what you do, what was the first music in your life that caught your ear, that made you, that started to like kind of lay the foundation for you being a very passionate music fan?
I would probably have to say Nirvana. I grew up on all kinds of music, and then I found out who Nirvana was in the 8th grade or 7th or 8th grade, and I don't know, man. They kind of grabbed me. Kurt's voice and the way that they put all the music together was. It was unlike anything I'd ever heard, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, I got to do this."
And so, was it that record? Was it Nevermind? And In Utero, whatever, Nirvana in general. So that was the one that was like, "All right, I want to do this."
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up playing music, but it was always country.
All right.
And stuff like,
So then, on top of that, Co, when did you? Yeah. Oh, sorry to interrupt. I apologize. But so when did you feel like, you know what, I can do music for my life? Like, this is something that I can do. I want to do this. I want to make a living doing this.
Yeah, I think it was more in college. I played and I wrote through high school, played gigs through high school and stuff. But once I got into college, I was like, screw school, I played football for a little bit in school, and I was like, you know, I'm not gonna make it to the NFL. I'm not gonna become a doctor. So why not go get some free beer and you know, make a little money doing it, you know? So
I saw that post I think you made yesterday about your grandma on the Dallas Cowboys. And and I found that to be so funny. So are you a Cowboy fan to this day because of grandma?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like I think, you know, not even 24 hours after I was born, I was in a Cowboy onesie. So yeah, I'm a day one.
That's so awesome because I remember it was so funny reading that post of yours because I remember my grandmother also chain smoking what must have been the cheapest cigarettes known to mankind, and then chirping at me about why I even played sports, that I should just be working on my school and why weren't my grades better. But I could still remember her at her back porch just chain smoking and then yelling at me at the same time.
Lighting one with the other, you know.
which I always thought, like, when I saw my grandparents do that, and I've never wanted to be a smoker, but I was like, man, that's kind of badass.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be, but I thought they were so cool for doing it. So Co, one of your buddies has become a huge fan favorite on our radio station, and that is Jelly Roll. And one of the things that Jelly and I had the opportunity to chat a couple of times, and one of the things that I really like about him and what he's doing, and I think the same goes for you, is that I feel like we get all, and music people, radio people, label people, we get way too into the weeds about genres, about it being this or it being this. And Co, I don't know anybody that just listens
to save during Window Nation's semi-annual sale now through June 30th. Yeah, it's just a few days away. So get quality, affordable windows on your house at a huge, huge deal. They've extended this sale 50% off all windows. Yes, 50% off all windows, all styles, all amounts, no limit, along with 0% interest for 5 years. And when you schedule an estimate now, you get a bonus 10% off of that. You can't beat that. If your old windows are just letting in the summer heat or letting out your air conditioning and you're tired of paying those high utility bills, you already know it. You know you've been putting this off. This is a perfect opportunity. You only have a couple more days to take advantage of this particular sale. Windows are not, if your windows are not efficient, it is costing you every day. You're throwing money out the window, literally. Get a hold of Window Nation during the semi-annual sale. Call them 866-90-NATION. You can tell them Moon sent you. Go to the website. Replace those windows and save a big deal. Again, 50% off all windows plus 0% interest for 5 years and bonus savings offer if you schedule that appointment today. So schedule a fast, no-obligation, in-home estimate with the pros at Window Nation. Don't miss your chance to save. 866-90-NATION, windownation.com.
I'm a fan, I'm a freaking nerd, I'm a big fan. St. Louis City has my heart, and together Credit Union has made it so very easy for me. Not only have they dressed me well with this lovely scarf, but they gave me access to the St. Louis City SC Visa card. The credit and the debit card exclusive to
10 o'clock, Donnie Fandango begins his 28-hour radiothon, all to benefit the Ronald McDonald House Charities of St. Louis. So I want you guys to dig deep, and you always do. I mean, you guys always come through. It's a great charity. Donnie does a great job. So that begins at 10 o'clock. We'll be on with him tomorrow morning, helping him out. This year's a little different. He's not staying overnight, so he'll be a well-rested Donnie.
Yeah, fresh.
Fresh Donnie.
Showered.
Morning. Not stinky, not salty.
It's going to be fun, man.
Not sleepy.
Maybe a little salty.
Oh, maybe a little salty. Not sleepy, though.
But still adorable.
So I'm going to try to end the show on time today, 10 o'clock. Instant feedback from Simon here. Finally, somebody tells you your face that It Was a Good Day is a terrible song. Annoying way to start every Friday. Time to move on, Riz.
Wow. Well, speaking of salt.
Everybody's got opinions, right?
Yeah.
Just because Aries Spears doesn't like it doesn't mean I don't have to like it. Oh, wait, I don't know if that... Just because Aries Spears doesn't like it doesn't mean that I don't have to like it, too.
It's
That's
got to
what
be
it is.
your bowl.
Have you always played that song for the last 10 years?
No, I remember we were playing Mama Said Knock You Out for a little while.
Oh, yeah, that's
And then
right.
people got pissed at
It
that.
just didn't feel good. This one feels right.
I thought It Was a Good Day feels right.
Yeah.
When I play it on a Friday, I know, hey, weekend's coming up.
Right.
It's Britney Spears' favorite song, so that's cool.
Good. Well, thank you for your opinion. I'm going to file that.
Yeah, file that under
I'm going to file
things
that
to do.
in the recycling.
Hey, we got 4th of July a week from today, right? So it doesn't get any more American than this. According to a new report, the most important part of Independence Day and the celebration around it is corn. That's right, corn. Instacart released some data on what America is ordering for their 4th of July gatherings and cookouts based on data from last year's holiday, and the demand for yellow corn is up 380% compared to the yearly average. That's right,
Wow,
corn.
really? Wow, way to go, corn.
Is it? Did they do a sale? Did they do an advertising push?
I don't
What the
know.
heck happened? I'll tell you what, man.
I'm not sure if that says more about the importance of corn on Independence Day or the lack of interest in eating corn at any other time of the year. I don't know.
Corn is the bad. I'm not even going to say abusive. It's just a bad friend. Corn is the bad friend that you always want to hang out with, and you're like, oh my god, I love hanging out with corn, but it always gets you in trouble. Like I love cooking corn. I just grilled it the other day, and then I'm upset because the whole day I'm like picking my teeth, and
I don't love
it's
corn.
just kind of
I
a
love
mess.
popped corn.
What's cool though,
But
is
I do
corn
love cooking and eating it.
You'll see him one day, then immediately the next day he reappears.
He reappears in the form in which you swallowed him.
That's really cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the bad friend. Like you really, I mean, like I always want to hang out with corn, and then you do, and you regret it a little bit.
Yeah.
So corn's up 380%. Then other products that surged the most over July 4th are charcoal, potato salad,
What?
Yeah.
baby back ribs, hot dog buns, canned baked beans, bratwurst, frozen beef burgers, watermelons, and beef patties.
You guys ever see Father of the Bride, that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of
When
course.
Steve Martin loses his mind because all he wants is the same amount of wieners to buns. And he's like, if the
Yes.
wiener guy could get together with the bun guy and just make it the same amount of wieners to buns, and he's pulling out buns
Yeah.
in the middle, and he goes to jail. That's
Now,
me.
with that being said, as for the hamburger hot dog debate, are we cooking more burgers or dogs on 4th of July?
I'm going dogs, dude.
Oh,
What are
really?
we cooking more of?
My family prefers the burger, so I probably do 25% hot dog to burger.
Yeah.
So you're more of a hamburger.
The family, yeah. If I
Family.
if I have 4 patties on there, it's usually a dog.
What is America?
Oh, it's a dog for sure.
I think we're burger.
Like our house.
You think we're burgers? America's burgers?
Our house will have burgers for basically all the adults, and then there's always a million nieces, and so we have hot dogs galore because they like that better than hamburger.
Yeah, I
will
guess
tell
it does depend. It does depend on.
I will
what
tell
you
you,
get there.
America, we are a hot dog country.
Yeah, we are.
That's because it's cheaper and easier.
31 states from California across middle America all the way to New York and Massachusetts. Hot dogs. They basically looked at who's ordering buns.
Mm-hmm.
So you ordering hamburger buns, you ordering hot dog buns. Missouri is a hot dog state.
We're classy, man. Of course.
Show me your hot dog.
We got Wolfies and Steves. Yeah.
The adult beverage of choice on 4th of July?
Beer.
Beer. Light lagers. Light lagers, which isn't
Bud Light
surprising
Lime.
considering the hot outdoor summer vibe. Hard seltzers are next. Vodka, canned cocktails, Mexican-style lagers, rosé wine, tequila, IPAs, and other lagers.
Where's kombucha on there?
It is in another country because this is America.
Last time I checked.
Such a hater, dude.
As for condiments, hot sauce, #1 out west.
What? Wait a minute.
What about here in America? What about here in the Midwest? Here in the Midwest.
Ketchup. Show me barbecue sauce.
No, in the Midwest,
Mustard.
the #1 condiment is
Relish.
ranch dressing.
Ranch.
What
That's
is
right.
wrong
Come
with
on,
us?
guys, grow up.
Grow up.
We need hot sauce to be
Hot sauce, #1 out west.
You ever put hot sauce on your hot dog?
Yeah,
Sure.
Never done it.
it's good.
Northwest, Northeast are making sure they have enough mayonnaise and barbecue sauce, #1 in the South. Ketchup, mustard, relish, maybe too common to kind of stand out. Remember, this is Instacart that's doing this? But that said, ketchup was #1 in 5 states, Florida, Massachusetts. Mustard was #1 in 3, and relish was significantly important in 1 state, the state of Texas. So there you go. There's the rundown.
That's good. I just
All
got
right.
hungry.
Moon?
Yes.
Got time for a couple emails. Let's get to it. RizShow1057thepoint.com.
Emails are brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Were you paying attention? Hi, guys, and Lern. As a longtime listener of the show, we wondered what the heck happened to this game. It was so good for Fridays and provided some good laughs. Personally, I would love to see it make a return. 3 out of 5 stars. Energy up.
Oh,
Future.
No, that's good. That's good. Okay, maybe that's a good Friday game we should bring back.
Future Team Riz. Future Pork Steak Army Bagel Supplier Charles.
So basically a quiz,
Yeah, I
like
forgot
I'll
about
quiz you about stuff that happened this week.
Yeah. You've done this to me in the office, off the air.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, do you remember what we started the show with? And it's amazing because we talk about so much and your brain goes into so many different little caverns that you kind of forget.
Do you remember what we talked about this morning?
Give
me one topic
that we talked about this morning. We talked about the woman poisoning her husband with the Roundup.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what kind of drink?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew, yes.
Sinkholes.
We talked about sinkholes. We talked about a woman getting attacked by wolves at a safari. We talked about if you had a genie ask you, you get 5,000 things, but it's got to start with the letter Y. What would you choose?
What was my thing that I chose?
Yellow labs.
Thank you.
You got a dog farm.
2 points for you.
Yellow labs.
I
Next.
thought it was yams. I'm sorry.
I chose
All
yams
right.
because I want to start a yam farm.
Hey, y'all. I was listening to your podcast from Tuesday. This is a long time ago, though. And you mentioned Hannibal and Mark Twain Cave. I was born and raised here and would love to give you a real tour of Hannibal. Riz, you mentioned you've never seen it.
This is awesome.
Cave and all. It's somehow 100% lame and 100% awesome at the same time.
I'm down.
I'm not going.
I was actually just looking online. Somebody did a TikTok video of these 50 best places to go in Missouri, and Mark Twain Forest was on it. And I would love to go there. Is that near Hannibal? Mark
It's
Twain
kind of
Forest?
all over the place.
I mean,
so you can go down to like
Yeah, it's not-
Doolittle and all that, just past Rolla. There's Mark Twain Forest down there as well.
I'm never doing that.
Beautiful. There's like
I will
blue.
go.
My buddy has some property down there on like a blue ribbon, in between 2 blue ribbon trout spots it's freaking awesome. The forest is beautiful.
No, and that's nice. That's very nice of you to offer. I'm never going.
My bucket list of having dinner in a cave. Can we have a cave dinner there?
Yeah. And I don't know if the old brothel's still open. They have, like, it used to be a brothel way back in the day. And it turned into a swanky, like, hotel now. It has the heart-shaped hotel.
Haunted, I bet.
And it also has
Well, you had me at
dinner
brothel.
dinner.
We're going to Hannibal.
No. And, by the way, I want to share my connection to Mark Twain.
Oh.
We have family. His girlfriend that lived next door to him, the one that he based Becky Thatcher on,
Okay.
was a relative of mine, which is pretty awesome.
Did they meet at the brothel?
That's
I
neat.
think so.
There's a Thatcher in his family. Riz.
No.
Like
It wasn't a
Becky
Thatcher.
Thatcher.
Neat.
But Laura
All right,
was her
next.
name.
Okay. Hi, Riz Show. I was out with my wife and some friends the other day when my wife noticed a diamond necklace on one of our friends. Our friend mentioned her husband got it for her as her, quote, push present. To which I responded, what the F is a push present? I'm then told that it's expected to get a gift for your wife after having the baby as a present for carrying and pushing out the baby. I had never heard of such a thing, so this led me to some questions I'd be interested in hearing your opinion on. What do you think about push presents, and did you get your lady one, for those that it's applicable to? Also, if by chance they give birth by C-section, do you still have to give a push present in the absence of any pushing? Happy birthday, Riz, from the hellscape that is Arizona, listener Cameron.
Should we ask a jeweler?
Well, yeah, Moritz Royce, all about the push presents.
right.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
encourage.
Yes, ask
Very
them.
expensive push
No-brainer.
present.
Yeah.
I did not get a push present for my wife. I don't know if that was it. Is that a more recent thing?
Sounds like it.
I remember hearing about this. We've discussed this a time or two on the show because people have mentioned it and been like, what the heck is this? I didn't know about it, so I don't think I participated in this, other than like, flowers and...
Because I always thought the gift was carrying my seat, my spawn.
Yeah,
that
which you carried
What a
for
gift.
many days and months prior to...
What a gift.
What a
Conception.
blessing.
I think my push present was being the one that woke up in the middle of the night for the next 6 months.
And
You know
to
what I mean?
wake
Like-
her up to go get the kid?
No, no, just like, doing my part. Now, if I was to have a kid right now, after hearing this, it's probably not a bad idea. I'm not going to rail against this one.
I'm not.
You know what? Most women, or at least the women in my life who have pushed out babies or cut out babies, what they want more than anything is like deli meat and sushi
I can do that.
rolls and
Deli
all,
meat?
all the foods that they weren't allowed to eat during
if
pregnancy.
a push present is as easy as like a pound of ham from Boar's Head, I'm all about it.
There you go. No,
great gift.
No, the push present is expected now jewelry.
But some women don't like jewelry.
Yeah, they said they had a diamond necklace
Right.
in this instance.
Can we borrow
I'm saying
that?
get them a ham sandwich and some sushi rolls and
You
bring
heard
it to them.
from a lady right here.
There you go.
A ham sandwich and sushi.
They want raw
Heck,
fish, dude.
Yeah.
Raw fish and
That's
coffee.
like just a meal.
My best friend has 2 children, and while she was pregnant, every couple of weeks I would have to hear about, I just really want some boar's head. I just really want, because they can't have deli meat.
Or
It says
sushi.
I love you, like salami.
Or a lot of caffeine,
Oh,
like coffee
I want
and sushi.
a mocha latte. Like,
No, what a push present is this elaborate piece of jewelry. Thanks for, your 9 months of work.
the push present is the child. They're like, hello.
The push
we're here.
present.
Thank you.
The push present that Riz is talking about is something that can be worn in the pictures, in the baby pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like
You can hold the baby.
with the new tennis with the new tennis
That's the
bracelet.
present.
If I were pushing somebody out, I would just give me the food. That's what I
So
would.
there's Lern
also
with
be
the
in a
baby
picture.
and a sandwich.
At me if you'd like.
All right, good.
A
Next.
big corn dog.
Hey, I just wanted to reach out and say that I love the first episode of Stupiracy. I was
Thank
thinking it was just going to be jokes, but I actually learned a lot. Looking forward to more episodes. Thanks.
You have 11 more to go. First season, 12
Team Riz and
episodes.
Paul, when do those come out?
Every Monday, 5 a.m.
Every Monday.
Yeah, download. Give me 5 stars. Spread the word.
Please.
Stupiracy. Now available wherever you get your downloads. Next.
So Chris is going to the Dominican Republic, and I know that we've talked about DR a lot.
Yes.
Liz and I have been multiple times, and he says, "How much cash am I supposed to take?" My wife and I are going in a few weeks, and it's our first time in the country. We have no idea what to expect when we're there. We don't know what you're supposed to tip or what the expectations are or accommodations. Do you tip every day, depending on what you're doing? Is it every once in a while? How much?
I mean, are they at a resort, I'm assuming?
They are at an all-inclusive, and they said, do you tip the wait staff only at the restaurant, different than the bar or the beach service?
No, I always tip everybody.
Is room service safe? Do you trust them? How much would you tip? How much cash should I bring? Any bit of information would be great. It's just us, no kids. We're going to stay at the excellent El Carmen. Thanks, Chris.
I always tip.
Yeah.
I always bring singles and 5s.
Singles, 5s, you tip for pretty much anything that their service is involved. Even like if you're grabbing like a coffee or something like that. So
$1 goes far.
But I will say this, and they said like is room service safe and all this. I've been in Dominican multiple times. We've always gone to the Hard Rock. Exquisite place. It's awesome. The food is great. The coffee bars, the beach, all that kind of stuff. There was a friend of ours that was down there that stayed like just a couple, whatever you call it, resorts over, and moved to this one because they said it was so bad. They said the service was terrible. The food was absolute garbage. They said it was horrible. I don't know if that's like if that's like the standard down in Mexico where most people are used to going for vacation, but your resort does matter. So if you go to some crappy place, I don't know, maybe some of it's awful. Maybe some of the food is terrible. I've only been to a really nice place before.
I tip, every meal, just leave $1 or $2.
Yeah.
But my suggestion is to bring 1s and 5s. Those will get you the farthest. You don't have to tip 20% because you're an all exclusive. Just live, $1 or $2 when you do a meal.
$1 or $2. If you're going down to like the sushi thing and it's like the nice
the
teppanyaki
hibachi?
and all
But that's different. That's when they do the show. That's like a
Yeah,
show.
it's like the
I'm
rest-
saying if you're at the buffet and they clear your table, you leave $1, you leave $2.
Well, I think this day and age you leave more than that. I think you leave like 3 to 5 men.
I'm good with $2. I don't know. Maybe I'm cheap.
I don't know. Inflation's hitting down there too, man.
They're very appreciative of it.
Yeah, but purchasing power of $1 or $2 ain't the same. We were tipping $1 or $2 in the 90s.
If we do dinner, where there's an actual waiter, usually $5.
Yeah, for real. We throw like 10 or a 20 on like
Well,
a
I guess
full
I'm a
big
cheap
dinner.
ass.
George Costanza's live.
Dang.
Right
All right,
here.
one more.
Okay, salutations. The Riz Show has been known to suggest great shows and documentaries, and I wanted to share one. This is on Peacock. It's 3 episodes, each 40-something minutes long. It's called The Bronx Zoo 90 Crime, Chaos, and Baseball. It's about the 1990s New York Yankees under Steinbrenner and examines all the scandals and chaos of the team during the 90s. You got to watch and report back. Team Riz, Jason.
So what's that on?
Oh, with
it's on Peacock.
Oh, okay.
Dwight and Strawberry, all that stuff.
You hadn't heard of this thing? I mean, this is the Yankees.
It's funny. I never think of Peacock ever to watch. I don't know if I have it.
Yeah, it's what The Office is on and all that.
It's like the
We
cheaper
have
one.
it. We have the one with commercials. I never watch it.
Well, we signed up for a year because they had it a few weeks ago. It was like $18 or something for the whole year.
Oh,
I don't know if I have it. I'll check it out, but that sounds like something to be right up my alley.
Can I ask you guys this? I need some
Please.
feedback. I really want to get Paramount Plus, and Tim is very resistant. Do I secretly just sign up
Yes.
without his knowledge
Yeah. What?
and put it on the bedroom TV and then don't tell him?
Yeah.
You
Okay, thanks.
subscribe to secrecy? Secrecy within the marriage? You subscribe?
I mean, it's my money. It's coming from my bank account. Like, he doesn't. I'm dying to watch
No, just
all
say,
this stuff.
Just say, no, you don't have to keep a secret. Just say, I'm overruling you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks. Back to you.
I really want it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm not about secrets, but you should do what you want.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm not saying to keep it a secret.
I kind of want to keep it a secret,
hide
though.
hide the.
I'm kind like
a lady's got to have something.
I just
a
want
guy's
to
got
have
to
like
have something.
I want to have like my little otter rock. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just
he
get
doesn't-
it.
He doesn't got to know.
And tell him to deal with it. Okay?
Yeah, right on.
Thank you for your emails. RizShow1057thepoint.com. All right, we'll take a break. Sports next. It's 9:23. It is. Oh, we'll do sport. Let's see. Depending on what time we get back from the break.
Okay.
Sports and douchebag of the day. 9:23. Thursday traffic and weather moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it is a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. We are doing a good job of keeping the highways clear. Your point forecast, lower humidity and sunny skies, high of 89. And right now it is 78 at the Point Studio.
How are you, good sir? It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, I'm doing well. We're chugging along on this tour, and it feels pretty good.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, all right. How's the knee going, man? Are you doing okay? And I would assume that Josh has done a lot of apologizing since this all went down. But are you doing all right?
Josh is very sorry, and my knee is still kind of oozing liquid, but we'll be fine.
All right. It's very nice, and I appreciate you being
The last week, and both groups had a different reason for asking me about Byerly RV and our experience renting from Byerly RV. Now, you probably know or at least have seen Byerly right off of 44, and you know that they're the center of the RV world, not only because they're just absolutely enormous and family and locally owned here 3 generations now. They're enormous and incredible for the new RVs and the used RVs, all types, motorhomes, Class A, Class C, camper vans, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers. But I'm trying to get that word out about the parts and the service department and their rental program because we rented to go down to Florida to the Disney campground, and it was amazing. And not only was it just an increased, it 2 or 3 folded our adventure with the RV from Byerly RV, but it gave us an opportunity to get closer. We didn't have to fly. It really solved a million problems for us, and it was just freaking awesome. And one of the gals has a son that's not good at flying. It was like, hey, should I rent? You know, we're going here for a tournament. It was like, oh my gosh, that's a perfect opportunity to do this. Not only have the adventure, but you solve all these different problems. And then the other family was like, we just want to do these fun adventures. You know, we can't go too far. We want like a weekend thing. Oh my gosh, that's also perfect. And if you're looking to get into the RV lifestyle, use that rental program, that rental department at Byerly RV to find out exactly what's perfect for you. Rent a couple different times. Rent this size and then go bigger and then go for these amenities. Try them all. They're absolutely amazing over at Byerly RV. Tell them Moon sent you. I love the whole staff. I absolutely love Byerly. ByerlyRV.com.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ready to roll? We are backstage at Point Fest. Ladies and gentlemen, Brent and Barry from Shinedown. What's up, gentlemen?
Well,
How are
hello.
you?
What's going on? How are you?
It's great to see you. It's great to see you.
Good to
First
see
of
you.
all,
Thanks for being cool with us because I was super late. I was very late. Some things in rock and roll haven't changed. The singers are usually late.
Now listen, if we're going to do it, you are 18 minutes behind. I don't think that that's even late as far as rock stars go. I think that's just about flat.
All right, we'll take that. We can take that.
Yeah.
I don't know if do we look at ourselves as, you know, the RS, the rock star type?
You don't have to. I appreciate that you don't, but I do, and I can. You know what I
appreciate
mean?
it. The reason I am late though is because I needed to take a shower because, quite frankly, I smelled like a farm animal. So I wanted to make make sure that we were good today.
So see, the 18 minutes late is completely acceptable, and I do appreciate it.
Oh, you should, because I had to be next to him. It was not good.
Well, first and foremost, congratulations on the record.
Thank you.
I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. The song Devil has been doing amazing things for the radio station. People loved it as soon as we put it on the air. You know, there is something so great, and it just has that sort of anthemic quality about it. Where did that song fall in the recording of this particular record? Was that one of your first ones that came about?
It came about probably right in the middle. There were a lot of things about, and are, you know, in regards to Attention, the new album, we did things a little differently this time. We've had the pleasure of working with a lot of producers, a lot of great engineers, you know, male and female, but it was time for us to do it in-house. So our bass player, Eric Bass, who is quite frankly way more than a bass player, he produced Attention. He also mixed it. And so the dynamic of everything too is that it is a conceptual piece of work, but not in the traditional sense. We call it a story album because everything takes place inside of a room on the record. The goal is to put the audience and the listener into this room to take this journey. And Devil is basically the beginning of this journey, because we don't look at it as like the story starts off at rock bottom, but the fact is this individual that is inside the story has come to a place in their life where if they don't confront what's inside of them that could potentially sabotage them, their family, and quite frankly, you know, their actual life in general, they're gonna have to face these demons basically. So Devil starts the beginning of the story of Attention, but the actual song was probably written about middle of the way in the recording process, or the writing process, I should say.
And there's a lot going on here, because you recorded at Eric's studio, which was not a commercial studio that normally does this kind of thing, correct?
It is a commercial studio for him. He's done a lot of stuff there. In fact, when we met Eric 10 years ago, 11 years ago, when we were doing Sound of Madness, we were writing for Sound of Madness, and we actually went to his studio to write. We didn't know him. He was just a producer at that studio, and we wrote at that studio. And then, you know, things happened and changed, and we said, what about that guy? Because he's extremely smart and a great producer. He was a producer first, came into us as the bass player.
Sure.
So, but he's done.
All right, Zero Res is the best. Zero Res, my carpet cleaning heroes. Now, you're going to have people over this month for, you know, barbecues and just, you know, family gatherings. They're going to walk in the house and go, ooh, man, it smells in here. Or look, the carpets are dirty. These people are disgusting. So, hey, take advantage of Zero Res's best deal of the summer. Basically, every surface in your home, from your carpets to your upholstery to your wood floors, can be Zero Res-fied. Even your air ducts. So it's time to call the cleaning pros at Zero Res and get 3 rooms cleaned starting at $129 and take $50 off that air duct cleaning. You know, the air duct cleaning is going to help alleviate allergies and asthma, less dust bunnies around the house, and lower energy bills. Your home's going to stay cleaner longer. Zero Res has a 4.9 rating on Google with over 5,500 reviews, and this deal ain't going to last long. You owe it yourself and your health and your home. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResSTL.com or call 314-474-2020. Mention the Riz Show for that Riz Show special. Spelled backward or forward, it spells the same. It's Zero Res.
Who is Trailer Trash Tammy? What happens when you combine random internet trends into a single video? What is a mukbang? And are we so desperate to be distracted from our own reality that we resorted to binging videos of people shoveling anything edible into their face hole? More on that today on the Number 2 Show.
Some fantasy sports leagues have, you know, fun, embarrassing punishments for the person who comes in last place, in addition to the total annihilation of their mental health, just so you know. So there's a new study out which warns fantasy players that it could become an obsession. And the more deeply you engage with the game, the more extreme the emotional experiences become, for better and worse. Does Tim play any fantasy sports?
Yeah, he does fantasy football. We're talking like building your own team?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that all the time.
And does he get crazy over it?
He wins often.
Oh,
the
look at
man
that.
is pretty cool.
Good. See, it was bad. It was bad for me, and I was able to take myself out of it. I was in the coolest freaking league too, man. All these like singers and band people and managers and all. It was like a good network, you know. And some were friends, some I didn't know really well, and I just got my ass kicked so bad that I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah,
I'm handing these singers my money.
Yeah.
The text group was amazing because the guys would just the smack talking and the disturbing imagery that they would be naked and sending my husband photos.
Yeah, well, there's the draft, and I was in a rotisserie, baseball, league a couple times, and you get obsessed and you get crazy over it. At least I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought
I don't like to lose.
It was I thought it was a smart thing for me because when I saw the list and Buddy invited me in, I was like, oh, these guys know as much about football as I do. This will be easy. And then you come to find out
get your ass kicked.
That Andy Black is like a Bengals aficionado, and the guy knows everything. Kicked my ass every time we played. Lejean from Seven Dust is way better. I mean, he knows so much more about football than I do.
In other words, fantasy sports can deliver intense emotional highs along with potentially troubling lows. Now, they also found that the more experienced players generally reported less anxiety than newcomers. So over time, participants may develop coping mechanisms to handle the inherent uncertainties and disappointments of fantasy sports. The negative mental health outcomes weren't just in players who came in last place. They were also common in players who were the most competitive and the ones who had a financial stake in the game.
That's where it hurt me.
And the authors of the study said that this shows that fantasy sports isn't harmless entertainment.
Mine was only $50 each, too. Each season. How do you think you're up or down overall?
Overall, I'm going to say, in all honesty, over the years of playing fantasy sports, probably even. I've probably broke even.
Really? But you don't do what some of my buddies do, like those full draft days, like
I've done those before.
Draft days.
I do a lot of playoff, football playoff pools and stuff like that. So I've won a couple times. And I think I'm pretty even, actually.
Huh.
That's pretty good.
Good for you.
But if you play fantasy sports, none of this is surprising. It's a thrill and a drain, whether you're doing well or being hammered with poor performances, injuries, disappointment, and regret. It's worth noting, though, the study did not follow fantasy players throughout a season. The data was just collected at one time. Also, it only involved people playing fantasy soccer. So take that for what it's worth.
So it's not like a tougher crew then.
When I played fantasy soccer, when I did that, it was like an online thing through one of the big, who knows, Fox or NBC or something like that. And there was no money involved. And I will say that was fun because then when I was able to keep up on it, it made the games that I otherwise would not have been interested in more interesting because I was like, oh, I know this player and I've been staring at his stats for a week.
That's why I like the weekly, FanDuel, and there's a new one called Underdog, which is great. I like doing that. I don't feel like I'm that invested.
Okay.
I put a couple bucks down on a Sunday, and I pay attention.
But I think that enough. I mean, any money involved would heighten it to a level for me that's not fun.
Right. All right, here's sports. All right, time to find out what's going on with balls and stuff.
Balls. Cardinals lost 6-2 in ball game against the Braves in the first game of the doubleheader last night at Busch. On 11 days rest, Kyle Gibson surrendered 4 runs on 4 hits and a season-high 5 walks in 4 innings while striking out 4. Then, called upon to start the second game of the doubleheader against the Atlanta Braves, Matthew Liberatore completed 6 scoreless innings, struck out 8 batters, and a 4-1 win. He got help from King Scott and family out in the party patio.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you, Selena.
And a 2-run double from Alec Burleson that came after Michael Ciani, who's killing it in the outfield. Single with 2 outs in the frame and advanced to third on a Mason Wynn, my favorite guy's single.
And how about Ciani finally getting, he's taking really good swings right now.
Good. He had a rough start.
He's coming together. This guy's going to be a super stud.
Cards play the Reds tonight at Busch with a start of 6:45. Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson have been shacking up for months. The cheerleader.
Oh, that's new girlfriend.
The cheerleader, new girlfriend, 23 years old, began living with the 72-year-old former
23andMe.
New England Patriots coach in Hingham, Massachusetts, at his home in 2024. Apparently yesterday they've been not apart at all since moving in together. They vacationed in Nantucket in Croatia. News broke earlier this month that Belichick had moved on with Hudson after ending his longtime romance with that ex-girlfriend that we talked about, Linda Holiday.
See that old one?
Dude, and she was beautiful too. Like this guy, he's got it together.
He's got it all, man.
In Florida, the Jacksonville City Council just approved a $1.4 billion.
That's the job.
The Jacksonville City Council just approved a $1.4 billion renovation of Jaguar Stadium, and that's just to clean the restrooms. Oh,
got it.
And Al Michaels is coming back to NBC's Olympic coverage, but not real Al Michaels. An AI-generated version. And you tell me if this interests you.
This is interesting.
An AI-generated version of Al will give Olympic updates for Peacock subscribers, and they'll be customized to focus on the sports that you care about. Plus things like viral moments, athlete backstories, and other categories. And fake Al, AI Al, will even address you by name.
Wow.
The real Al Michaels had to sign off on this, of course, and he's totally cool with it. Quote, when I was approached about this, I was skeptical, but obviously curious, and then I saw a demonstration detailing what they had in mind.
Then I saw what they were going to pay me, and I was like, cool.
And I said, I'm in, and went to the bank. Here's some of Al's dirtiest sounding quotes.
AI Al Michaels.
Holy explosion stuff as Brandon Graham is able to get in there. Spearheaded by Wentz, still looking for that tight end. So they worked the middle, but not deep enough. Right in his face. Hunter got in there, and I think just got a piece.
Dirty Al Michaels.
If it's customized to you, I'm sure dirty Al, or AI Al Michaels will give you dirty Al Michaels to Riz's feed.
Yes.
I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up. Check this out. There's nothing. Nothing. It's a blank canvas.
You see that? The plants are coming in nicely.
Victory Men's Health. It is the reason that I am able to get out of bed and do this job in the morning, so you can take your health back too. Victory's got me feeling great. Frank, I'm talking to you. I know you're out there making deliveries, man, working your little butt off. But Frank, I know you're not feeling yourself. And even if you're not Frank, even if you're somebody not named Frank and you're feeling like Frank, it's time for you to go to Victory Men's Health and get it together. And it's easier than ever because there's 4 locations, one in East O'Fallon, one in Missouri and Illinois, one in Town and Country that the 3 of us go to, and a brand spanking new location in Sunset Hills, Missouri. So wherever you are, you're close to a Victory, and you can go there, and they will be your partner in taking your health back in 2024. They test your blood down to a cellular level and get you on a treatment plan that's customized for you. Maybe it's TRT, maybe it's vitamins, maybe it's peptides, maybe it's just getting in one of them egg chairs floating upside down and getting an IV in you to get your juices back, getting you topped off. You know, whatever it is, Victory will take care of you, so don't wait. Schedule an appointment today. Go to victorymenshealth.com. That's victorymenshealth.com.
All right, Point Fest 2022. It is Liv, and I am so excited. As you know, this is one of my favorite bands ever. The Struts, gentlemen, thank you so much.
That was a lovely introduction.
So excited. So to start, I actually have a prop because I met you guys several years ago. It was backstage at a show, and Luke, you had disappeared for a moment, and I missed an autograph on my favorite piece of merch ever.
Here we go. There's a badge on your bag as well with the Struts on.
So,
Flag. The flag.
if you would be so kind, my
Of
friend.
course. Do you have a pen?
I do.
Fantastic. Of course I will.
That's been waiting there
Since
in
2019,
anticipation.
it's been on my wall, and I'm like,
Oh, it's a
damn
big
it, I
day.
don't have Luke.
Seize the opportunity.
Exactly. I have you guys hostage, so I kind of had to. Thank you so very much.
Pleasure. I'm sorry I didn't sign it
You
before.
had a show to get ready for. That's
I was
totally
getting
fine.
ready. Oh,
you
that
were,
makes
you
sense.
were. You didn't just like bail on me.
No. Okay.
So we got the Struts here. You guys have a lot of new things going on this year. You got a new label. You got a new logo. You got a new single. which I can only assume is there a new album in the works?
Yeah, we've been officially we started working on a new record like in February.
Okay.
And then we've sort of honed in even harder on the making of it since coming back to LA for the last like 2-3 weeks or so.
Oh wow!
The aim is to get it done by the end of the year.
Perfect.
All polished and ready to go.
So tell me a little bit about the contrast in, I guess you're making an album the old-fashioned way versus during...
My son's eye doctor, that is Dr. Vasella over at Fenton Family Eye Care. My wife and kid were down there yesterday. Dr. V is one of only 2 pediatric specialists in St. Louis affiliated with something called Treehouse Eyes that does myopia control for kids. Think of LASIK, but for kids. Now, here's the situation. My son is nearsighted. His prescription keeps getting worse every year. With these myopia control overnight contacts, Dr. V has not only stopped his prescription from getting worse. In fact, he went for a checkup yesterday. His eyes are getting better. When my son wakes up in the morning, he takes these contacts out, and he doesn't need to wear his glasses all day long to see. He doesn't need to put other contacts in, and I think every parent should know about this. Consultations with Dr. V are absolutely free with 0 obligation. Go to FentonFamilyEyeCare.com. That's FentonFamilyEyeCare.com and book your free myopia control appointment. Again, that's FentonFamilyEyeCare.com. Book a free myopia control appointment.
All right, guys, welcome back to the farm. So it's a Sunday, and we got a whole crew here doing stuff. We're going to work in the field today. So this will be the final episode of the farm series for now, but I'm sure we'll return back to the farm at some point. So I'm going to show you what's going on here, the progress of the plants, how those elderberries are looking, and we'll look inside the house, and I'll tell you about some future projects we got coming up here. And there's our tractor, courtesy of Herb Equipment, the Captain Riz tractor. We're moving some poles. Poles. All right, so behind me is another barn. This is a future project that we're going to do. So we're going to turn this barn into a greenhouse. So come on, let me show you what's going on inside. So this is where the old owner, I guess, stored some of his tractors, some of his big carts for the field. So eventually, what we're going to do is we're going to take the sides off and kind of renovate this structure and make it a greenhouse, so we could start cultivating our own elderberry brands and maybe start selling what they call the cuttings. Right now, this is home to many a groundhog. All right, we're out here in the big field, and I am going to show you the progress of some of these elderberry plants. So you saw at the beginning, pretty much nothing. And it's a couple months later, and I'll show you what these elderberry plants look like. Look at that. Mulch is down. Plants are looking good. You know, you'll see a weed every once in a while, but we gotta pull those. But these plants are looking sweet. There's my partner in crime, Cat the dog. Hi, Cat. Let's go. Cat is the consummate farm dog. And there's new dog. Come on, Maggie, Cat, let's go.
Their body paint, yes. There's a lot of talk about body paint recently. And you know, Patricia's has a variety of fun body paint that you could wear for a fun, sexy evening. That's right, glow-in-the-dark body paint, edible body paint, kissable body paint, and more. They got it at Patricia's. Skin couture body art accessories. They got that stuff too. Get a tattoo or accessorize for the short term without any regrets. Or how about Nippy's flash tattoos? They got those too. Discreet, seductive body art accessories that are temporary so you can enjoy those without regret. Spice up your love life. Have some fun. Go to Patricia's. Sexy costumes, sexy lingerie, stiletto heels, adult toys for women and men. Male enhancers, they got it all. If you are looking for bachelor or bachelorette party supplies, think Patricia's. 3 convenient locations: St. Peter's at the Cave Springs exit, on Page 3 miles east of the Westport Plaza, and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. For all your fun and adult toys, it's Patricia's. It's where fun and fantasy meet.
Oh, hey, how's it going, man? Hey, good to see you, good to see you. Have a seat, man. Just wanted to have a chat with you, King Scott's Virginity, just to talk with you real fast, and just to say, first of all, thank you for everything that you've done for King Scott and for his lovely fiance. And I also wanted to say that you've been such a big part of our lives, whether it's the show or just in our personal lives. And relationships end, and it's time for you to go. And I didn't want you to be shocked, to be surprised or anything, so I wanted to give you an idea of what's going to be happening on the wedding night, what's to come, so to speak. So when two people are in love, they get married, and then after they get married, they normally go away somewhere, someplace beautiful, and then they get, you know what I mean? Like, they will go behind doors. I recommend going behind doors, and you that so that bitch can't get out. You show her God. You know what I'm saying? This is how you show her. And so strong, because she ain't never seen it before. And you drill. Okay, you know how when man first landed on the moon? That's what we're gonna do. She is your moon, and you are gonna take your flag, and you are gonna. No, it's gonna be fine. They're in love. If they got married, it's gonna no.
Anton's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Energy experts. I have had them repair and replace things in my home and do that energy audit, because you ask, what is an energy expert? What the heck does that mean? Well, Anton's focus is on total indoor comfort, total home comfort, and they've been providing that for multiple decades in our area. We are lucky to have them here, and I'm so thankful to have had them in my home to do one of these energy audits. They do insulation, ductwork, ceiling, and energy assessments to find any inefficiencies in your home comfort model. And guess what? A good friend came up to me on Tuesday and said, I had Anton's in the house and they were fixing some things, and I asked them about the ductwork, and they actually took a look at the ducts and said, no, they're clean. You don't need a cleaning. And you know what he said? He goes, somebody that's that honest with me and talks straight with me like that, I will work with them for life. That is what he said. You got to call him today. Get a free estimate on Total Home Comfort Solutions. They also have tons of financing options. Like, don't make a payment for 2 summers. Call Anton's today. You can schedule a service right there at antonshvac.com, ANTONSHVAC.com.
Hey guys, it's Lux and Jacoby from Papa Roach.
What's up?
How are you doing?
Well, I mean, I'd like to say I'm doing good. I'm just much rather be playing a rock show tonight.
I would much rather be watching you play a rock show. This is such a bummer.
I know, very much so. We just got the news like an hour ago, and I was like, I mean, what am I gonna do?
We did all we could.
I'm here to rock. I'm here to do my gig. You know what I'm saying? And it's Mother Nature is just not having it today.
But the good news is, outside of being here for Point Fest, you guys have a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
Papa Roach is killing it. I was on TikTok today. Huge fan of your TikTok.
What'd you see?
Well, I saw you reaching out to one of my favorite artists, Kay Flay, for.
Oh, yeah.
So I texted her that video this morning. I haven't heard back, but I did.
Oh, you know her?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, she's
I absolutely did, and I sent her that video.
I love her, dude. I think she's awesome, man. Good energy, great artist, great live performer, great songwriter, great voice, just awesome. I'm a fan.
Well, good.
Obviously.
Then you're happy. I sent the text message and not like, oh.
Hey, let her know. If she ever want to collab, dude, let's do something.
Yay! So what was it like writing Ego Trip while you were all in quarantine? I know you guys kind of got together, had to get tested, do the whole thing.
Yeah. So we, the rug was pulled out from underneath us, and we were on tour out in Europe at the time. Came home, flew home, thought we were going to be home for a few weeks. A couple months goes by. And I'm settling in. I'm like, I didn't really realize I kind of needed a break in a way. And because we've been touring for 20 years straight pretty much. And then after that, I started to drive everybody in the house crazy, drive my wife crazy, the kids, they hadn't had dad home for this amount of time ever. And I was like, I got to create. So we hooked up with the boys. We all tested, did the deal. we brought a chef with us. We brought our engineers and our producers with us into this house, and we just locked in for a month and just bugged out and wrote music. And it was like a floodgate was opened up, honestly. Like we had been, I guess, kind of waiting for a moment like this where we had paused and then had a moment to reflect on life and our lives and what had been happening in our lives for 20 years. And
in Soulard or out in Newtown or Eureka, or you have a place out in Innsbruck. Golf carts, man. Golf carts. So hot right now. Where do you get one? You don't go to the big box store. You go to Getaway Carts. Getaway Carts, your one-stop shop for custom golf carts. And I'm telling you, I've been down there, talked to the owners, two great guys, two local guys. Honest face-to-face interaction. You talk to the owners directly. Their service is what sets everything apart with Getaway Carts. They specialize in made-to-order golf carts. You pick your color, you pick the seats, you pick the wheels, you pick the top, the body, the lift, all that stuff, the sound system. They finance. Best prices in town on golf carts, accessories, batteries. In fact, when I was down there, I sat in a new Mad Jax X Series. I mean, super, super sweet. 0% financing. And they only sell golf carts. They don't sell cars. They don't sell trucks. Just service, sell, work on golf carts. Free delivery on golf carts to your house when you buy one, even if they need to fix it up. They'll take care of you. It's getawaycarts.com, getawaycarts.com.
Hello, I'm Lefty Borton, here for you, your Valentine's 2016 holiday dating tips. Number 1, fireplaces are great, but don't get too close. Human hair is flammable. Tip number 2, a bearskin rug is romantic. Go with something dark. It'll hide most of the stains. Alcohol is key. Always check for an ID. If you don't know, the judge will tell you. Tip number 4, trash bags should always be within reach. I'm fine. I have mine within reach all the time. We're not going to get to all of them. I haven't even gotten to the clamps yet. We're out of time for this year. I'll see you next year with Lefty Borton's Valentine's Tips for 2017. Goodbye for now.
Of Pain on 105.7 The Point. You are live with Liv, and I am backstage at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater with Breaking Benjamin, getting all of our swears out so we don't do that on the air right now. Gentlemen, how are we?
We're good. Great. It's good to be here.
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. And I'm going to start off by saying something I said to Brent Smith a couple days ago of Shinedown. I'm a fan before, being a DJ and having a cool job. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that, too, that you're a fan first with so many of these acts. What does it mean for you guys to be out on the road with Bush and Alice in Chains?
Well, we grew up with them, you know, so it's like surreal, They go back before our musical endeavors into our real life as, whatever you want to call that. So it's really surreal to be talking to them and hanging with them, and they know who we are, as people, like, oh, hey, Ben, or hey, Jason. We're like, oh, my God. It's
still getting used to it after 2 months.
Yeah, and it's been like 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, there's a moment that...
St. Louis, swampy summer. Here we are. Summer heat's here. Have you scheduled your air conditioner tune-up yet? Everything working all right? You changed your air filter recently? Here is a reminder from my friends over at Hoffman Brothers. Now is the time to get that tune-up on the books. Schedule it. Don't wait until your AC stops working because it's going to stop working at the most inopportune time. It's going to be 105 degrees out and you have family in from out of town. Maintenance on your air conditioner once a year is just as important as oil changes in your car. Call today or schedule online at HoffmanBros.com. And are you dealing with a sewer or clogged drain issue? My friends at Hoffman Brothers are here to help. Their expert team offers comprehensive camera inspections to identify and resolve your problems quickly and efficiently. No more guessing games. Advanced technology pinpoints your exact issue. Whether it's a minor clog or a major sewer line problem, Hoffman Brothers has you covered. Don't let drain issues disrupt your life. Call Hoffman Brothers, 314-664-3011 or online at HoffmanBros.com. Hoffman Brothers is an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer. All right, we got to quickly make way for Donnie Fandango because the Radiothon begins in 2 minutes and 9 seconds. All right, today's podcast is titled
Aries Spears sits next to Kenny G and Thor.
There we go. Thanks to Aries Spears. See him at Helium Comedy Club this weekend. See us at Captain Jim's tonight from 6 to 8. Win some stuff. All the details at 1057thepoint.com. Anything else?
Energy up.
Anything else?
Nothing.
Anything else?
Energy's up.
All right. I got to say, please donate to Donnie. Donate to the cause. The Ronald McDonald House Charities of St. Louis.
Yeah.
Radiothon begins next. We leave you with a selection from our teamers. Remember the day brought to you by Hot Shots. From Godfrey, Illinois, April Curtright is our teamer.
April.
April wants to hear